so while they are also upending the legal landscape, but making it harder for pro bono outfits to secure the help they need from law firms to bring these suits. And now with this decision, they're essentially saying that litigants will have to file in each particular jurisdiction around the United States in order to be clear that their resolution will have legally binding effect. And that means you're just going to need an army of lawyers at a time when that army of lawyers...
The Fourth Amendment seems pretty straightforward to me. Well, like, okay, so think about it like this. The right to bear arms, that's what the Second Amendment says. There's very clearly, and they even had, I think it was in like 1790 or something like that, was the first ruling, because they were looking at the intent of what that amendment was. And it was like, can somebody own a ship cannon? And the answer to that was no. So I think that really, just to say that like it looks that plain and clean cut to me, I think that's a very, very surface level analysis. Very, very certain, because you have to look at what the intent of it is. That's wrong. Well, I'm not sure. The answer was yes. Oh, it was yes with that one, but it's been no with other ones, right? Like you can't.
All shall be revealed.
Like tank, right? You can't.
What needs revealing?
You know this. You can't own a B2
Unity
bomber,
be my guide.
like as a private citizen. So like, there's a lot of things that you're not able to have. What want a ship cannon? Yeah. And so you can own a tank. Well, you can't use it in the same way, is what I'm trying to get. Like, obviously, you can own them, but you can't use them in that same way. Like, you can have something like that for a historical reason, but that's different than driving it around.
It's not going to be forthcoming. So make no mistake about this.
It's the same with like certain types of guns. Like, I think it's a 50 caliber machine gun. You're not even able to have that unless I think the sheriff lets you have it.
Court has given this administration an enormous win.
It must be disarmed.
They have put one hand behind the backs of those who are trying to fight against this administration. And
100% wrong.
Is it time? All shall join the unity in time. The fleet embraces new vessels.
Can you
speak your mind?
A fully
very wise. Say no more.
In the U.S.
The future is ours. Control group created. Stand by for phase jump.
Not directly guaranteed.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Right? And so, like, the tank and the cannon, like, all these are just random examples. So if one of them is inaccurate, that's fine. That's not really the point that I'm making. The point isn't the thing itself, it's the idea behind it. Very clearly,
destiny unfolds.
A law is made,
last chance to join the unity. The future is ours.
Is taken
very
into
wise.
And
is it time?
In terms of how it's enforced.
Our forces have engaged the enemy. Civilian structure complete. The future is ours. Another planet joins the unity.
Or anything like
you will be purged.
They have dealt a
say no more.
Let me read from the opinion written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett. Quote, the
and that's it. And open carry versus concealed carry.
Desecrators assault our world.
And machine guns call about.
Is it time? Harmony research tier complete.
For the most part,
speak your mind.
Ways that you can do
very
it,
wise.
Those ways are usually
stand by for phase jump.
Basically, right? And so that's really the point that I was making.
What's on your mind?
Not the mods.
The future is ours. Very wise. Do not dare resist. Planet item ready. Our forces have engaged the enemy. Mining upgrade complete.
So
is it time?
Your little brother or your friend, watch your screen to see where you're at. That's the original mod right there.
Whether they were creating entirely new experiences,
is it time?
Just putting
a colonizable planet has been discovered. Without delay, I am the Unity's servant. Speak your mind. Harmony research complete. Destiny unfolds. Is it time?
Benefited massively from modding. Skyrim has been
I am the Unity's servant.
People keep buying
Speak your mind.
the modding community. The thing is, many people who play video games are creative. They want to make the experience their own. And if they have the tools to do
future
so,
is
and games that they
ours.
already loved, then they will.
Destiny
Incredible modding communities have
unfolds.
created entirely new genres,
Yep.
turned
No
mods
MOBA.
into standalone experiences, and have given games communities that have lasted.
We answer the
20+
call.
years after they've been
I
released.
am the
While a lot of
Unity
mods change
servant.
up gameplay and
Harmony
add content,
research tier
some of the most
complete.
commonly used
To the
ones
death.
are
The future is ours.
Yeah, I think that's
Is
that's
it
the way that
time?
most mods are. Like, it's just
Harmony
things that
research
just make
complete.
something easier to play. Like, you know, for example, the
Another
Valheim
planet
mod that,
joins the
auto-sorts
Unity.
chests and stuff like that.
in the UI.
A colonizable planet has been
Adds
discovered.
something funny. One of the first mods ever made was Castle Smurfenstein. A small
Is it
twin
time?
for Castle Wolfenstein on
Destiny
the PS2.
unfolds.
But we could all see from the beginning.
Is it
modders
time?
Have been making all sorts of stuff. This is part of the fun. Majority of the time, I just see mods
No
like
mercy.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Just people having fun replacing character models. Even though it doesn't look
Strike!
like much, the sheer goofiness of these mods does add value. Because for many players, these
No
small
mercy.
changes add replayability.
To the death.
Themselves
Commerce
better.
upgrade complete.
Developers don't even need
The
to lift
future
up
is
games.
ours.
Well, you want to talk about replayability, bro? Like, you don't need.
What's
to think
on your
about this shit.
mind?
You got to think about
Harmony
Dark Souls.
research
Like, you
complete.
go and you look at Steam,
I am the
like,
Unity
some of these people
servant.
went and made a whole
As
ass
you
new
wish.
game. Like,
Is it
Dark Souls
time?
Arc Thrones, that's a new game. Like Dark Souls Daughters of Ash, that's a new fucking game, man. It is insane.
A win-win.
Convergence mod?
There are cases
The
where
future
mods
is
are
ours.
game-changing, like the DayZ mod for Arma 2. When the
Yeah.
DayZ mod came out, it was incredibly unique. Tons of people who had no interest in Arma wanted to play DayZ. But
I
you
was one of
couldn't
those
play
people.
this mod without owning Arma 2 first.
Yeah, I
In
never-
this case,
I
and
never
many
bought it,
others,
but I thought
players
about
might
buying
not
it.
be that interested in the base game, but a modded version is what sells.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if a crazy realistic
What's on your
sim
mind?
isn't your cup of
As
tea,
you
gotta
wish.
own that mil sim to play the
Yep.
awesome zombie survival game. So thanks to DayZ, Arma 2 saw a massive sales boost,
Mm-hmm.
as much as 300,000 copies within
For a
2 months of the
fucking
mod.
A colonizable
That is
planet has been
All
discovered.
that work done
The
at
future
That's like
is
winning the
ours.
lottery. Like, imagine just like randomly
Is
selling
it time?
300,000 copies of your game
Say
because
no
somebody else
more.
made a mod for it.
Speak
like,
your
oh.
mind.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Mining upgrade
to
complete.
the developer.
Great.
And they got to just rake in
Yeah.
the cash. Another
Yeah, I bet
incredibly
he's
popular
happy.
mod is GTA 5 roleplay. This is a mod for GTA 5.
That's a really good point,
completely
yeah.
changes the gameplay and allows players to do things like get an actual job, be a police officer enforcing the law,
Yeah.
or
Harmony
help
research
officers
complete.
with heist.
Uh-huh.
The popularity of GTA 5 RP has helped GTA 5 be one of the top 3 watch categories on Twitch for the past 3 years in a row. And
Yeah, it's been insane. Like, because people still get
Is
focused
it
on
time?
GTA RP even now. Like,
To the
is
death!
Andrew Live doing it right now?
Strike!
Of course he fucking is. What else would he
Is
be
it
doing?
time?
There it is. At this exact very fucking moment, people are doing GTA RP, and it is the third most watched. I mean, to be fair, it's the second most watched just because Kai's playing Elden Ring right now. It is the second most watched category on the entire platform. It is insane.
it's popular and people want to try out the mod, they have to buy a copy of the game.
Yep,
Benefits
I
of
do.
Commerce
mods
upgrade complete.
developers
it's that
seem
guy.
Crystal clear. You would think smart developers would do everything they could to court modders to their game and make
The
modding
future
accessible.
is
With
ours.
all these benefits,
Say
why are
no
some developers
more.
doing everything they can to keep modders away, even taking legal action. Well, for starters,
Stand by
mod
for
support
phase
isn't
jump.
As simple as just flipping a lever.
Yeah.
There are many different levels of mod support that developers can add. They could make it easy for
A
players to
colonizable
change
planet
tech
has been
files,
discovered.
tools to
Yeah.
make
Is it
games
time?
levels, or
Harmony
make
research
switch modes.
complete.
Generally, none
The
of these things
future
are very
is
easy from a
ours.
developer's perspective.
I've always assumed
Destiny
this is the reason why
unfolds.
Bethesda wants to use
Is it
the creation
time?
engine,
Death will cleanse
because
your
it's very good
sins.
for modding.
Say no more.
I feel like
Our
that's the main
forces
reason.
have engaged the
Same
enemy.
tools
It's
they
not
use to
actually
make the
because
game.
it's good.
And adding mod support can take a lot of time, know-how, and effort. But even if developers don't add mod support, dedicated players will find a way. Whether they create a custom mod launcher to make mods accessible,
Speak your
or just
mind.
individually tweaking the game's code, no amount of dev resistance has ever
The
fully stopped
future
modding.
is
So
ours.
modding is pretty much
Speak
inevitable
your
anyway,
mind.
and brings so
The
many
future
benefits.
is
Even if
ours.
we don't have time to build in the
Destiny
tools,
unfolds.
react so
What's on your
greatly to
mind?
people that
Last
mod.
chance
Larian
to join the
Studios might have
Unity.
something to say about
The
original
future
mods.
is ours.
Larian Studios, the
Another
developers
planet joins the
recently
Unity.
received a
Death will cleanse your
Baldur's Gate
sins.
3 has recently been called
Speak your mind.
delay game.
Planet item ready.
And the developers have done an excellent job communicating with the player base about
Well, this is what's going to happen. Like, this happens with
More
every
credits
game
are
whenever there's new
required.
patches that it's going to fuck up mod support. Every single time that happens. Yeah, I mean, that's the same with WoW, right?
updates. And
A
while
colonizable planet has been discovered.
they are very
Desecrators assault our world.
what has
Is it time?
Well, the game recently had a major patch which changed the game's script extender. So players with any mods installed that used the script extender couldn't play the game with mods until it was updated. And shortly after the patch, many mods were updated.
I think that's so fair. Like, I'm sorry, but
Let
anybody
the
who's complaining
bidding
about this is
commence.
ridiculous.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Baldur's
Is it
Gate itself
time?
made another
Yeah,
Say
this is
no
normal.
more.
updates pissed off many members of the modding community.
The
Some
future
even
is
threatened the
ours.
development team. Again, Larian is very pro-mod.
I mean, what, like 6 people? Like, let's be real. Who the fuck actually is doing this?
and is even planning official mod support by the end of the year. But their first concern has to be making the base version of the
Harmony
game as
research
good and
complete.
stable as possible. And even though it's a small group of people, when a developer puts in as much effort as Larian and they get
Yeah.
death threats from modders, other developers might get a little bit nervous. But players
Well, I mean, I don't think that you should
Destiny
ever, like, you should
unfolds.
never make decisions like that based off of people that should be in a padded room. Because if you capitulate to people like that, you're going to end up in a padded room yourself. You can never make those people happy.
Stand by for
Backlash
phase
is
jump.
only the tip of the iceberg. The second issue is legal. Remember that Thomas the Tank Engine mod? The player who made
A
the first popular
colonizable planet has been discovered.
serious legal trouble with Mattel, the company that owns the rights to Thomas.
Mattel began issuing takedown requests on YouTube videos featuring the mod,
And the creator was contacted by Mattel's lawyers, who were upset because he had diminished Thomas's brand by showing him roasting people alive. When developers are creating a new game, they
No
have to be
bid.
careful not to
You
infringe on
missed
others'
out.
But
Commerce
modders
upgrade
don't really worry
complete.
about that,
No.
which is why so many mods just add copyrighted characters into the game. Now, developers aren't on the hook for what modders do with their game.
Yeah, who
As we
cares?
saw with the Thomas mod in Skyrim, the modders got sued, not Bethesda.
Very
And
wise.
Studios still don't like other people's IP popping up. In 2022, Rockstar clarified that it wanted RP to continue to thrive, but it was not okay with the misuse of Rockstar trademark in other people's IP.
Nah,
No
nah,
Arthur
they
or
just
SpongeBob.
Nah, they just say that because they have to. Do you think Rockstar really gives a fuck? I bet they think this is funny. I bet, like, if you actually ask them, like, off camera, they think this shit's fucking funny. They don't care. They just have to say that legally.
Which is also why developers sometimes sue modders themselves, because if they don't like what modders are doing with their game, or if they think it negatively impacts their brand, they sue. Which is why
Destiny
Well, I mean, to be
unfolds.
fair, like, this one here, like, everybody knew this Pow World mod was going to get taken down, right? I
A
mean, like, the
colonizable
day it
planet
happened,
has been
it's
discovered.
like, I remember, I think it was, like, Ludwig who, like, made a video about it and, like, preemptively censored it.
Commerce
Because, like,
upgrade
everybody knew
complete.
that this was what was going to happen. And, like, yeah, I think that people have the right to protect their IP to an extent. I mean, I don't think you can stop this from happening. Like, it's not the company's fault. I don't think it's really a big deal. But yeah, I mean, of course, it's
Harmony
kind of, like,
research
not a great
complete.
thing. I
Stand
in
by
general,
for
am very,
phase
like,
jump.
pro open copyright laws. Like, I don't almost any restrictions on it. I'm kind of against.
they sue. Which is why so many studios hate mature
IP protection's good and bad. Yeah, exactly. And also, like, you've got to keep in mind, like, these are obviously guys from Nintendo. The way that Nintendo has, like, Nintendo's laws and copyright laws are totally different than America's copyright laws. And I feel like every, like, 4 months we figure that out. We get reminded of that.
Our
whether it's
forces
from
have
Nintendo
engaged
or
the enemy.
Capcom or something like that, Sony. Yeah, that's just what happens. But I think it's mainly a cultural
Last
difference.
chance to join the Unity.
Did you just call
Is it
Japan
time?
Nintendo?
Very wise.
That's what I meant. That's obviously what I meant.
content mods or mods in general.
Yeah.
They believe it hurts their brand.
Another planet joins the
Really hard to
Unity.
portray themselves a certain way.
Speak your
If brand is supposed
mind.
to be seen as family friendly and safe for kids, then your
Yeah,
games need
there's
to
a
be
porn
family
mod
friendly
or
at
something.
all
Yeah.
times. Except for that one. Don't worry about that one. But if modders come
Yeah.
in and make a lot of easily accessible, not safe for work mods for your supposedly kid friendly game,
Right.
that can really damage your image. Nintendo is notorious for
I actually, by the way, don't think it damages Nintendo's image at all. And I think the people that act like it is are completely fucking delusional. Nobody is going to look at a mod and then think to themselves, oh my god, Nintendo has porn on it. Like, and if people do,
Harmony research complete. The future is ours.
I really don't care about people that
Desecrators assault our world.
I believe that if you buy a game, you should be able to use that game.
Destiny unfolds.
I don't think that, like, as a single player game, if you
won us over with your fancy words.
I don't think that's a problem because you bought the game.
Speak your mind.
That's it. You bought the game. You should be able to do what you want with it. It's just that simple. Like, I understand.
Say no more.
You know, it's like, oh, it's actually, you didn't buy it. It's a license. I don't care. I think that's the way it should be. If you buy the game, you should be able to do it.
Mining upgrade complete.
Now, talking about like making a character.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
But, adding in another IP, that's probably a little bit stickier. But I think especially, you know, for like just nude mods or like different random mods like that, I really don't see it as being a problem.
Modding
planet item ready.
This is the primary reason why. Allowing modding, particularly in an online environment, can make it very hard for developers to control
the future is ours.
And even if they set restrictions and rules on what's okay, they don't always get followed. Which is why companies like Blizzard, Take-Two, and Epic have all sued modders. So if companies don't want to
Blizzard sue
companies
modders?
like Blizzard, Take-Two, and Epic have
Hold
all
up. When did this happen? Well, Blizzard welcomes some mods and sues others. That's in 2017. I don't remember why this happened. Was it private servers? Like, oh, I remember. It was the voiceover mod pack. Okay, so that's what I think it was. So really good call there. Almost nobody remembers this. So Belluar went, and in 2017, this is the beginning of Legion, he made an entire voice acting
Logistics
mod pack
upgrade complete.
for, World of Warcraft as a whole in 2017. And this was not a private server. This was for retail.
Civilian structure complete.
Blizzard had to shut it down because the Blizzard legal team
A colonizable
said that
planet
so
has been discovered.
It would count for an
Is it
expansion,
time?
And it would cause some sort of legal issue. So that's
like
probably
Blizzard,
what this was
Take-Two, and
about.
Epic have all sued modders. So if companies don't want to worry about legal issues or brand degradation,
I'm just explaining what
usually
happened.
dislike modding. The
Harmony
developers
research
don't want
complete.
modding because they want to control what happens in their game. And
Yeah,
there's
I don't think that they should have the right to do that. If they want to control what happens
Hostility
in the game, then they should
research
install
tier
it.
complete.
That's my opinion. Don't sell a game if you want to control what people do in it. It's
The
just that
problem
simple.
developers face is cheating, fighting things like aimbots, mod menus that give godlike powers, and wall hacks. Developers
Yeah, should've
hate
made a
cheaters
movie.
because they negatively impact other players' experiences, which can cause people to stop playing. Or
And this, by the way, only applies to single-player games. Like, the second that you start modding in a multiplayer like lobby and you're playing on their servers, they have every right to kick your ass off. Every right. It's not even
Stand by for phase
You
jump.
start cheating, you're done.
never buy the game. Pretty obvious reason to not like
Like
certain
Civilian
mods.
structure complete.
Behind this one. Now,
Forced
the fifth
labor.
issue is something newer: third-party monetization.
Yeah.
What do I mean?
Civilian
For
structure
example, these are
complete.
Something that many developers have actively avoided.
Exotics have been
Third-party
unveiled by our
modders have access to their
scryers.
servers in
Exotics
more
have
than
been
one way.
unveiled by our scryers.
Zerk created his own RP server with NFT tie-ins, which Rockstar shut down real quick. Minecraft had this same issue, and Mojang informed everyone that they would not allow blockchain products in the game at all. So the question is, as a developer, do you allow
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Many developers
Stand by for phase jump.
all derivative
Commerce upgrade complete.
be available for free, but some developers
Yeah, I do
Let
think
the
it's better
bidding
that
commence.
things are, like, just
What's on
available
your
for free.
mind?
Like, that's the same
I
problem
am the
that WoW
Unity's
has.
servant.
I go back
Hostility
and forth on
research
thinking about,
complete.
like, whether that's
Harmony research
justifiable, if
complete.
The company should
Without
be able to
delay.
exercise that right. And I still am not like completely convinced one way or another. I think there's a lot of very strong arguments for both sides. So I'm not sure really like what's the more ethical thing to do. It's their game. Yeah, it's their game, but it's your money that you spent to buy that game, and then you should have the right to do with that game what you choose to do with it, right?
Commencing
So,
phase
like,
jump.
about your rights as a customer. So, like, I don't think it's really that simple, but case by case, yeah, I think it's definitely case by
Our
case.
forces have engaged the enemy.
Let's watch their money. Consumer rights on the USI. Yeah. We were better at kicking ourselves cheaters ourselves and we ran our own servers.
We answer the call.
Right?
To the death!
Allow monetization.
The future is ours.
Well, I don't see the problem.
Very wise. What's on your mind?
I don't see
A
the problem.
colonizable
Like,
planet has been
if you
discovered.
monetize the game,
As you wish.
why should they be allowed
Civilian
to tell
structure
you can't do
complete.
that?
Speak your mind.
I don't understand.
The future is ours. Speak your mind.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Civilian
Because,
structure
if I
complete.
buy a hammer and I
Our
build
forces
something
have
with a hammer and then
engaged
I
the enemy.
sell the thing that I built with a
Harmony
hammer, should I not
research
be allowed to do
complete.
that? Why?
Logistics upgrade complete.
You bought it as a customer and not a producer. If you want to resell the game, say that to the company up front, but you're not reselling the game. Like that, but that's not what's happening. Yeah, you're not. IP is a little different though. Yeah, but you're not though. You still have to buy the game. Yeah. And you still have to buy the game. And on top of that, it doesn't like, so basically I think that what's always
Is
bad
it
with
time?
copyright is whenever something cannibalizes the product that it's made from a derivative of. So like, for example, if somebody just like buys a
Hostility
CD
research
and then they burn the
complete.
CD and then they give it to somebody else, that's bad, right? Because then the person who they give it to won't have to buy the CD. But if a mod isn't doing that and it's adding its own value,
Civilian structure
then, and you
complete.
still have to like buy the original game, I don't really see
No
how it's
bid.
ethical to tell people
You
that they
missed
can't do that.
out.
Civilian structure complete.
I can't imagine right now an argument that would convince me otherwise. I'd really have to think about it. A better analogy would be comparing games and music, other forms of entertainment. You can purchase music, but the artistic IP of it, you can't just go and rip the beats and create your own without giving value to the author.
Last chance to
Yeah,
join the
but that's because
Unity.
you're selling the
The
product in the
future
same market.
is ours. Civilian structure complete.
Paid WoW add-ons are also against the TOS.
Civilian
So
structure
you
complete.
can't, so remix songs. Why are songs different? Yeah, I'd have to think that you can remix it. I'm not sure exactly.
Scryers have located a divine artifact. Behold its power. What's on your
In
mind?
general, like, I'll tell you guys
Exotics
this.
have been
I
unveiled
hate
by our
paid mods.
scryers.
I think it's the most
Without
cringe,
delay.
stupid shit ever. And anytime a company shuts down a paid modder, I still celebrate, even though I'm not entirely convinced that it's an ethical thing to have happen. I think that they're absolute fucking rats for doing that. And so, yeah, I mean, like, I'm just
Is it
thinking about this
time?
in general, right? But,
servers
oh, shit, sorry.
To the death!
requires a
Oops, I know what's
donation to be
happening.
seriously considered for access.
Sorry about that. Yeah, cars are modded. Yeah. As long as
Logistics
you
upgrade
take old
complete.
Game ideas and mod them and sell them. Yeah. For example, cartoon.
Harmony research
Yeah, I
complete.
really have to think about this more. But in general, like, this is like just my overall opinion.
Speak your mind.
I do think that an individual
Very
consumer rights,
wise.
I
A
generally try to
colonizable
side
planet
with the
has been
consumer more.
discovered.
Like, if
Civilian
it's 50-50,
structure
I wanna side
complete.
with the consumer, but I don't think that like the consumer has the right to fuck over a company. So I'd really have to think about it.
RP servers.
Hostility
Yeah.
research tier complete.
Donation to be seriously considered for access. And Rockstar hasn't shut that one down. So there's a tolerance
Civilian
bar
structure
that
complete.
just varies from company to company, and I see
Hostility
third-party
research
monetization
complete.
being more of an issue.
What's on your mind?
So gaming has changed
Yeah, I don't
Another
think it's been a big
planet
enough issue for
joins the
people to, like, really
Unity.
care about it enough.
Speak your mind.
a lot.
Civilian structure
What used to not
complete.
matter matters a lot now. And many developers have started to view modding
Yeah.
as a threat to their bottom line. In an era of online-only games and microtransactions, modding isn't as simple as it once was. With new
That's one of the reasons why I think people want games to be always online live services, because people can mod, like, the way that, like, for example, Fortnite makes money is through like skins. So like if for example Honkai Star Rail, you could just play that whenever you wanted. You didn't need to be connected to anything. Everybody would just mod in every character at the max level with like all the, you know, like fucking like light cones and everything all maxed out.
Civilian
So they wouldn't
structure
be able to make any
complete.
money off of it.
monetization strategies, many of the things modders used to create and release for free, developers are now trying to sell.
Exactly.
Every game has all sorts
Yep.
of things that
Civilian structure
Just
complete.
as stupid
amounts.
looking
The
as
future
mod.
is
World
ours.
of Warcraft made more
Say
money
no
than
more.
StarCraft 2. Fortnite made
Man, that's
Civilian
so funny.
structure complete.
over 50 million from one
By
set
funny,
of
I mean
NFL
fucking
skins.
depressing.
Cosmetics and in-game
All
features
right,
make
you twisted me
and developers don't
Commerce
want modders
upgrade
adding
complete.
anything they could sell. If modders make
Yeah.
content that's free and developers allow it in, players are less likely
Done
to buy
and
the
dusted.
cosmetics. So in today's
Yeah,
day
this is very, very common.
Is it time?
and age, the line between what modders are doing and what developers are doing is more blurred than ever. Now,
Yeah, usually the modder stuff is better. Like in Starfield, for example.
I am a firm
Defilers
believer that
encroach
modding is
upon
a
us.
Great thing for players and developers. Yes, it can sometimes cause legal or technical issues.
Planet
but most
item
of these
ready.
issues are few and
Harmony
far between.
research
I
complete.
think in general, like this is, like I'm very much pro modding, and it's not even because I care about video game mods. I don't really give a fuck about video game mods, but I only care about it on like an ethics level. That I think that if you buy something, you should have the autonomy. to
Desecrators
decide what
assault
happens
our
to it.
world.
Like taking away somebody's rights to be able to do something, I think is like way worse than like a video game mod or anything else.
Say
Like
no
the
more.
game mods personally, like I don't really care. Like I almost never download mods for
Commerce
games other
upgrade
than
complete.
And like maybe I guess the what do you call it? Like the Dark Souls mods, single player mods should be 100% okay. Yeah, that's my perspective too. It's like if you're playing a multiplayer, like for example, I think that the developer should absolutely have the right to deny you service if you're playing on their servers in order to like play a multiplayer game, because like they are providing you service. And at that point, if they couldn't do that, they effectively can't choose who they do service with. It's their server, it's their rules, right? They should be able
Civilian
to decide
structure
that.
complete.
But like with a single player game or with something that's not always online, do the developers really have a leg to stand on ethically again?
Civilian
with
structure
telling people that
complete.
They can't mod the game. My gut reaction is absolutely fucking not.
More credits are
But I really
required.
would probably have to sit down and like really think this out in like 20 different ways.
And developers are fighting modding today is money, but you can work around this. It's important to remember how influential modding has been on games. It has
It's huge.
revived some, created new genres, and brought developers millions of dollars for no effort. There will
I
always
can't think of a game other than probably Final Fantasy 14 or WoW.
Commerce
that would be
upgrade
better without
complete.
mods. It's ironically the game that I plays the games that I played the most would be
Speak
better
your
without
mind.
mods, but every other
Hostility
game would be
research
better with
complete.
mods. But I think the reason why
Destiny
is because
unfolds.
it's a multiplayer game.
Into the
It's totally
void.
different.
Our future has become uncertain.
Nintendo
We
to
must
buy
keep
modding,
our wits about us.
but developers should
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
racing
Do we have the strength to purge them?
Yeah.
ever
May
rated.
their deaths bring us
Have
peace.
to lay down
They will
some
not go down without a fight.
outweigh the cons.
Our forces have
How should
engaged the
developers navigate
enemy.
this issue in the future to benefit everyone?
Do we have the strength to purge them? Do we have the strength to purge them? They will not go down without a fight. Do we have the strength to purge them? Do we have the strength to purge them?
You can get paid to do this. Other games like Counter-Strike let player-created cosmetics get voted into the game, with a big financial incentive for the person who made it. Smart developers will find a creative way to let their community
Wait.
financial incentive
Counter-Strike skin creators are making at least 6 figures a year.
for the person who
Oh
made
my
it.
God.
Smart developers will find a creative way to let their community bring them value, even
Yeah.
if it's not on a DayZ scale. And if GTA 5 tells us anything, if gamers want to mod a game badly enough,
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
votes to add players
Shields
to content,
offline! We're defenseless!
or add robust mod support,
Mining upgrade complete.
ways to benefit from player
May their
creation.
deaths bring us peace.
Since it will likely happen
Do we have
anyway,
the strength to
might take
purge them?
advantage of the effort the
Do we have the strength to
community
purge them?
developers should allow and encourage
Do we have the strength to purge them?
negatively impact other
Do we
players'
have the strength to purge them?
I completely fucking agree. I totally fucking agree. And I would
Civilian
go so far
structure
as to say, I don't
complete.
really give a fuck
We
about
remain
all the law.
skeptical.
So like the only reason
Inaction will be our undoing.
Probably thinks to a certain degree the same thing.
Into
I do,
the
is, like,
void.
they have to do that, right? Because it's like you have to follow. The
We
law.
are without armor.
I mean, fuck the. I mean,
Our
if the
future
laws
has
will
become
work, I
uncertain.
hope that one day they get changed.
Ultimately,
That way
developers
feels
will make
perilous.
decisions, But I think the smartest developers will realize how valuable.
We
a lot of
must
things
keep our
are.
wits about us.
Luckily, the developers who are becoming less necessarily standard development employees have built-in mod mod support, especially due to
Harmony research complete.
People that are anti-modding are also overseas. It's like Japanese companies primarily. Like I think that Japanese companies are, but it's too much of a coincidence that so many Japanese companies are like draconian about mods. Like it's not a coincidence. It's their laws. It's the way that their culture is and their system is. That's why it's happening.
Stand by for phase jump. The future is ours.
A million downloads. And that mod is the entire reason I bought the game. Modding games is a hobby born of passion.
Say no more.
Didn't we show that game? We showed that game on Pixel Pitch, didn't we? No.
A colonizable planet has been discovered. Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Yeah, we were that's crazy. I wonder, yeah, I hadn't seen that. Soda plays it quite a lot. Yeah, I know. Like, we practiced it.
For how a game
Done and dusted.
See it again?
And they work hard to make it happen.
No, I don't think we did.
Modding brings so much benefit to games and can bring huge value to the players. And
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers. Mining upgrade complete.
Yeah,
Speak
also,
your
I'm gonna
mind.
say that I actually think these mods are fucking cringe and stupid, by the way.
Is it
I
time?
think these are so dumb.
I am the
don't wanna
Unity
see this.
servant.
It's like just,
We answer
it's
the
so
call.
stupid to me.
Hostility research
maybe I'm
complete.
like a boomer, but
Destiny
I see
unfolds.
this is ridiculous.
Is
I wanna
it
see this
time?
trash.
Without delay.
won't be going
When's next pixel pitch?
anywhere. Thanks everyone
29th
for
or
watching.
30th.
For those that
Pretty
haven't
sure.
tried rounds, go pick up a copy
Yeah.
and get the multiplayer mod. You and your buddies will be glad that you did. Peace.
I am the Unity
Damn, what a good
servant.
video. Yeah, I think he brings up a lot of good points. I'm very much pro modding.
Is it
I
time?
completely support modding. Obviously,
Harmony
I think
research
modding
complete.
and doing it for money is a rat behavior, and I think that, like as I said, I don't know if ethically, people should be able to shut down modders for like making paid mods. I'd have to really think that out. Legally, they can, though, by the way. They legally can do it, so they will do it. And I will tell you this, that every time that one of them does get shut down, I'm happy.
Speak
because
your
I think that
mind.
most of the people that do it are just absolute rats. So, yeah, that's my perspective. There's the video. Make sure to give it a like. Give the guy a sub. Like, I've watched Going Indie. He hit 100,000 subscribers. Holy shit. Yeah, I've watched his videos kind of for a while, and I think they're really good. They're, like, very clean, well put
Mining
together,
upgrade
like,
complete.
Patreon's full of them. Yeah, I just don't know all of them myself, so, you know, I can't go and talk about every single mod.
Our forces have
Yeah,
engaged
some
the
paid mods
enemy.
are amazing and cheap as fuck. Yeah, but they should be free. That's the difference. That's
Our
what I think.
future has become
It's okay to
uncertain.
sell a mod
Do we have the
made
strength
into
to
a
purge
standalone
them?
Game, but not the mod
They will
itself.
not go down without a
Made
fight.
into a standalone game. I feel like most mods are not really made into
Our
standalone
minds
games. That's just
awaken.
what people say in order to like downplay what's going on with it, right? That's kind of what I would say.
Inaction will be our undoing. Into the void. We answer the call. Without delay.
I'll watch this. Do graphics sell games anymore? I think we're moving away from insane.
Our future has become uncertain.
I had a funny observation.
Do we have the strength to purge them?
I think one of the
May their deaths bring us peace.
also has been decreasing in popularity over the years with
Shields
FF16
offline.
Rebirth
We're
is also
defenseless.
the fact that
Inaction will be our undoing.
matter
Into
as
the
much.
void.
Final Fantasy has an
We are
overall
without
series-
armor.
To be fair, Final Fantasy 16 was not the same difference. Like, whenever Final Fantasy 10 came out, it was basically the next generation.
Our future
It
has
was
become
so
uncertain.
far ahead and above everything else that it was not even remotely close. 16 really wasn't that. The reason why 16
We
was
remain
amazing
skeptical.
is that you got to play cutscenes.
Implicitly.
Like all of the crazy awesome boss fights that you would see in like cinematics and like the previous games. Like it's like, think of like the coolest battle from Pacific Rim or from Transformers, and there's just buttons and you get to play it yourself. It's an amazing game. But yeah,
as an overall existence.
The
like,
graphics
whole
were not
point of
amazing.
it,
They
every
were
new
just
Final
great.
Fantasy game is going to blow your balls off visually. All the way
Yeah.
up until Final Fantasy 15 has that been true. And even FF7 Remake to a certain degree, that shit was true. Where it's like, oh my god, the upgrade from the previous system to this one?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. Like, Final Fantasy is the game that you buy to, like, justifies my console existence. Like, I buy
that's
this.
probably a good point. I think that he's right. Also, another example of I'm assuming bald equals bad. Am I right about this? I never played Final Fantasy VII. And no. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Right.
Buy this because look how good it looks.
Yes.
Like, holy shit. Final Fantasy has always gotten a lot of sales based on that relationship where people just don't give a shit about Final Fantasy, but it'll pick people up and get them to play because it's just visually gorgeous. All I'm pitching is that...
And I'll be honest, I think that Final Fantasy 16 was visually amazing. You want to know why I really think, like, this is like a super meta level take, and I could be wrong about this, but the reason why Final Fantasy 16 wasn't popular on Twitch is because Twitch doesn't have the bitrate to make people be able to enjoy the game. Enjoy watching a game. Like, if I go and I watch, for example, look at this. First time, demo. Okay, here we go. This is not very good. The quality on this is very, very, very not good. And if you even go and you look at... Oops, just a second. Okay, yeah, here we go. What the fuck is this? Here, perfect. There it is. This was awful to watch, not gonna lie. Yeah. And so I think that plays a factor. That's because of the bitrate. It is. Because it looked great on my screen. It looked amazing. So yeah, I think that's another reason too.
Are obviously great, obviously beautiful, obviously makes you feel like, oh, my system is worth it. This console generation specifically, I don't feel like graphics are selling games anymore, because some of the games that all of a sudden just like explode and are on top, like all of a sudden through virality and whatnot, are good looking games, but are they like the Uncharted's or something like that really pushed visuals and all this kind of shit? Not really. Like the virality of certain games sort of blows up. It is due to other reasons other than just straight visuals. So now you
other reasons besides straight yeah, I think that's definitely true. But I think also if you go back and you play a lot of the old Final Fantasy games that were really popular because they had great graphics, they were also good games. I feel like there were always games that had good graphics but nobody played them and they were just bad.
Get clearly amazing looking games, which is Rebirth and 16. Gorgeous games, like holy shit, dude. But they don't perform as well because people just aren't in it for the visuals anymore. And then you get something like Elden Ring. And I like this comparison. I'm gonna be
Elden Ring. God, bro, I'm so glad he's gonna say this because I got so much fucking hate for saying this. And he's completely right.
Real. Elden Ring is a gorgeous game, but I just looked at the gameplay trailer and that bitch ass game is not graphically impressive, bro. They're like,
he's right. He's absolutely fucking right. So there are two different things. There is graphical fidelity and art design and visuals. The visuals of Elden Ring are so insanely fucking good that they make the fidelity of the game completely irrelevant. Same as Bloodborne. Bloodborne is awful. But Bloodborne, if you actually look at the bosses, they look like fucking garbage. And it doesn't matter because the art style is amazing and the lighting is great. Like the lighting in Elden Ring carries it so much.
Doing all these zoom-ins and tight shots of shit, and I'm like, yeah, this game is kind of rough visually.
See? Whenever I said it, you were mad. But see, he said it too. We both can't be wrong, right?
Most games now, if you like zoom in so much and it still looks good and it's like that's important about the game, no. Games like Elden Ring and even especially FF7 Rebirth to a certain degree, you zoom in with a microscope and you get this close and you're like, wow, this game looks like shit. But then you go back from here and you're like, whoa, this game's gorgeous. Like, even Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, is that shit where it's like back from here, this game's gorgeous. Zoom in, this game looks like fucking trash, dude. I don't think we need to do this anymore.
I think that Nintendo realized that in 2006. I feel like Nintendo diverged from making graphically intensive games. Because, like, okay, so Super Nintendo was, like, best-in-class graphics. Like, Sega Genesis was really, really good, and things in between that and the N64 were also actually sometimes better than Super Nintendo. But Super Nintendo was amazing, right? Nintendo 64, keep in mind, Nintendo 64, the name was the graphics. That was the fucking name. 64 was a 64-bit system. That's how fucking big it was. It was insane. Like, whenever it came out, it was so far and above everything else. It was insane. And so, like, SNES was the best system. What I'm saying is, like, after the GameCube comes out, Xbox blows GameCube out of the water. It's not even close visually, right? In terms of, like, the computing power, right? Like, you look at a GameCube, you know, look at Soul Calibur, right? Look at Soul Calibur on Xbox, look at it on GameCube. Time Splitters, Xbox, GameCube, same thing, right? You can have a number of other examples, too. But with the Wii, they totally said, fuck it to the graphics. Who cares about graphics? And you still have games that have pretty good graphics, like Twilight Princess, etc. But it's very obvious that
inaction will be our undoing.
And it is insane to me that they realized that in 2006. And realistically, even before then.
We must keep our wits about us.
That is crazy.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Unity, protect our crippled vessel!
Stand by for phase jump.
Crazy shit that's in them. I
It's
don't
not
think
even
we
close.
need to just peer into every corner, every facet. It's making.
See,
games-
he's total. By the way, Max is 100% right.
He's
Like,
made
you
a
cannot
fine
be more
purchase.
right than what he is.
And
He's
no
so fucking right.
refunds.
And this is the thing that a lot of game devs don't understand: is you see them like focusing on like the facial movements of the characters.
Logistics
Nobody cares
upgrade
about this.
complete.
Who the fuck gives a shit about this? It
We
doesn't
must
matter.
be vigilant.
They want to play a game. They don't care what the characters' facial movements are, how detailed the flowers are.
Truly?
Nobody cares. Oh, the
Harmony
fucking
research
tree. Oh,
complete.
it looks aged? Yeah, so does the fucking game in 2 years. Stop it and make a good game. He's so right.
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
If there
What's
is
on
a
your
problem
mind?
with this current era
Say
in the
no
industry
more.
that I personally hate, why the hell are games taking 4 to 7 years to come out?
True.
That is where shit needs to
True.
change. We do not need that extra fidelity. We don't. Where you spend so much money on this shit, you're effectively 7, 8 days, 9 days, 12 days.
I think that there is a place for games like Spider-Man and God of War that have just like almost photorealistic, or like, you know, what is approaching or trying to approach photorealistic fidelity. But I do not think that should be a holy grail that people try to achieve. This should be something that is unique and like this is like a movie quality game feature, and it should not be the majority. And also movie and like interactive interactive games that are effectively a movie do not need to have good graphics. I played Undertale. I played The Coffin of Andy and Laylee. The graphics sucked. But the art direction was amazing. And the style was amazing. The style of even Undertale, like, I feel like The Coffin of Andy and Laylee had amazing style. It was so fucking good.
Do your lethal
Upgrade
company's
logistics to
profit
unlock
quota.
more civilian
There's
slots.
Spider-Man 2 devs looking at that profit quota, and it's like, well, it cost us so much money to get here, and where are we at? We have to make that much fucking money on this shit,
Yeah.
and we don't hit the quota. Now people are laid off, even though you had like a banger of a run.
Have we waited too long?
It's like, this is not a functioning business anymore. This isn't. This doesn't work out this way, dude.
Well, it's like these companies are spending 20% of their budget to go from 90% good graphics to 95%.
If it can be done.
It's just distorted. Just stop at 80 to 85 to 90. We're not really going
Our
there.
thoughts are splintered.
Like, I think
A
another really
colonizable
great
planet
example
has
is
been
Helldivers.
discovered.
They're through
The
our
best hits
shields!
for Helldivers are usually visual and lighting.
Hostility research complete.
It's not about how, you know, like the individual like markings on the gun.
Exotics have
It's
been
like
unveiled by our
the
scryers.
combined visual
Civilian
spectacle
structure
of the game,
complete.
which matters 1,000 times worse.
The looking glass at every single tiny bit and piece of everything.
We
It
sense
isn't
darkness all around
any
us.
actual
Armor is compromised!
think
We
it's
won't last
necessary.
long!
I think
It's over.
majority of games do not.
Our forces have engaged the
And also
enemy.
another reason why it's over.
Civilian
is
structure
because
complete.
graphics are reaching a plateau. For example,
Is it
like
time?
in the PlayStation 1 era, graphics still had so far to go. But now, you have games that are approaching genuine
Speak your
photorealism,
mind.
where people can
We
see
must
visuals
act.
from Unreal 5
Civilian structure
and be like,
complete.
that's real.
Our thoughts are one.
No, they're not. Yes, they absolutely are. It's not even like
Speak
it's
your mind.
It's not even a debate.
What's on your mind? Destiny
And they
unfolds.
shouldn't be doing that shit.
Is
To
it
be
time?
real, you know what games are also like that? And they really kind of fall apart. When
Civilian
you get that
structure
close. Almost
complete.
all of Capcom
We
games
must
in RE
act.
Engine, you really look like, take a sniper scope with Leon and RE4.
Yeah, Monster Hunter's graphics.
Civilian
suck, but the
structure
style of the game
complete.
is amazing, and it doesn't matter.
Harmony research complete.
And zoom in and look at little spots. And you're like, this looks like shit. It's actually kind of
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers. Logistics upgrade complete.
beautiful.
Done and dusted.
Beautiful. Seemingly, Capcom has
You want to
gotten-
know the game that really fucking does this more than any game? Is Armored Core 6. Armored Core
Exotics
6
have been
graphics-
unveiled by our scryers.
Oh,
Speak your mind.
Not so good, huh? Not so good. But whenever Rusty says "I won't miss" and he hits that fucking ice,
The
ice
future
one,
is
and he
ours.
blows it up, and then you get to hit it.
Say no
No one
more.
beats it. That's what it's about.
Is it time?
Dragon's Dogma 2 is, yeah, I'd imagine no exception, even though we didn't really look at that game too much. All I'm saying is that Capcom
But
has
if you go back, like, you know, like that big, the fire mech that like they showed in the trailers, and you actually look visually at the fidelity, it's very not good. It's very run of the mill. It's probably below average even, and nobody cares.
The future is ours. Civilian structure complete.
balance. You know what game's also like that? Monster Hunter
Hostility
World.
research complete.
Monster Hunter World is the same shit.
We
That game
must
is
act.
fucking butt ugly.
Our
and you
thoughts
stop
are
and you just
one.
look at one spot. It's
Yeah.
fucking butt ugly. But when you're running and doing things, it's gorgeous. Dude,
Like,
this shit-
I think that the really ornate sets in Monster Hunter World really show this off. Like the Velkhana set, for example. Holy fuck, this looks awful.
We are exiles no longer.
it is awesome.
Speak your mind.
This shit is awesome. That's what I'm saying. It is an old engine. It's an old-ass game, unlike
Your
a
presence is
50-plus old
strong.
engine. But they were able to pump out the best-selling Capcom game ever on technically old visuals. Now
Yeah.
I go back and I look at it, and it's like the Switch is the best example of that. You know, even Monster Hunter Rise looks like an upscale
Is it
fucking
time?
PSP game at times, and it sold a shit ton, and it's insanely
Yeah,
rough.
I always can tell if it's Monster Hunter Rise.
We
footage
are
because it looks
ready.
bad.
The future is
Like if I
ours.
see a Monster Hunter game and it doesn't look good, that must be Rise. Like that's really what it is. The guy's so Capcom fanboy. No, I don't think he's like he's
Say
played
no
he's
more.
a fan of Capcom, but I feel
What
like
does
he's
the
been very
Unity
critical of
will?
them multiple times.
Is it
I've
time?
even seen videos of his that are
Have we
critical.
waited too long?
But yeah, I think this is absolutely true.
Exotics have been unveiled by our
No, see,
scryers.
like you're misunderstanding. So Cyberpunk obviously has great graphical fidelity and great quality, but it also has great gameplay. So like
Moving into
sprinkles
phase
can make a
space.
cupcake look really nice, and you would like to have a
Moving
really
into
good
phase
tasting
space.
cupcake with nice sprinkles.
Harmony research
But if you
complete.
had to choose
Truly?
between a cupcake made out of shit
Moving
with
into
really
phase
nice sprinkles
space.
or a nice
We
cupcake with
answer
no
the call
sprinkles, you're gonna go
without
with a nice
delay.
cupcake with no sprinkles, and that's graphics.
Have we waited too long?
And I forgot about the visuals of Monster Hunter World when I was playing.
And also, it was a mod for Cyberpunk, because mods will always upscale graphics. And that's, again, in my opinion, another argument even for what I'm saying. You don't need to do this because the community will do it on their own.
Because it was like, well, this is great. So anyway, related to Final Fantasy, all I'm saying is that Final Fantasy is a franchise that is sort of based on the fact that every single new Final Fantasy is going to blow your balls
Speak
off
your
with its
mind.
graphics and make you feel like you spent that $400 to $500 on your console. We're going to make it worth it, bro.
Yeah.
From the PS1 to the PS2
Very
to the fucking
wise.
PS3, even
Sure.
the PS4. To be real, FF7 Remake and Final Fantasy 15, you're like, god damn, dude, yeah, holy shit.
You've
this feels
made
like
a
a good
fine
upgrade over
purchase.
PS3 shit. Hell yeah,
No
this is pretty
refunds.
cool. Now we
This maybe is like a weird opinion, but like
Our
I actually
will
think the
is
biggest
transcendent.
upgrade, like the
A
biggest one was, like,
colonizable
the
planet
PS4.
has been
Like, I
discovered.
remember, like,
We
the
await
Final
your
Fantasy games on
command.
the PSP. It was like, what the fuck?
Speak your
Is this on a
mind.
console or on a handheld? I can't even believe it. The small screen, yes.
have the smallest amount of return investment on newer consoles compared to the previous one, man. The amount of shit that has effectively changed from the previous generation to this generation to an actual relative perception is mad low. It is big, don't get me wrong. Load times and how that impacts the overall game experience is profound.
More credits are required.
In my opinion, are where this
Is
shit
it time?
shines. That shit is amazing.
Logistics upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
Into raw visual fidelity is not worth the time or
The Unity cleanses all. We await your command.
He's completely
Speak
right.
your mind.
And also, like,
Your
you can have
thoughts.
both. Like, for example, Final Fantasy 16 is a great example of that. Final Fantasy 16 runs
Is it time?
so insanely fucking well.
Say
And
no
also
more.
The, what do you call it? The load times are basically non-existent. But like loading screens, I think the only problem with loading screens is whenever you
We
have to do
answer the
multiple
call.
like the big problem with, like, I would say Starfield is that it's not that Starfield has loading screens, it's that you have to go through like 2 or 3 of them. Like you go from your ship, you know, it's like you're on a planet, you go into your ship, and then you sit down in the thing that you sit down in, your chair.
Civilian
and then
structure
you have to pick up.
complete.
It's like you're going through
The
3 of them,
future
right?
is
But if
ours.
it was just one, it wouldn't matter.
Production
It's
of the
the fact that
item
you
is
all-
complete. A colonizable planet has been discovered.
This generation is really
Enable our
disappointing just in general.
revenge.
The only way that it's not disappointing is in SSDs, is in fast-ass loading.
Very
And we can
wise.
change our games to
Harmony
play differently
research
because of
complete.
fast loading.
Yeah.
I think that is 100% worth it. If we're talking about just like, oh, am I super enthused about my PS5 or next box over the
No.
previous one?
Who
Fuck
cares?
no, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. There is
Well,
still...
I think also, like, more people are into PC gaming. Are we good?
Defense upgrade
Yeah,
complete.
sorry about that. Had a little
Speak
hiccup
your
there.
mind.
Not a big deal. But yeah, anyway, what was I even saying before? Give me a minute. Oh yeah, more people are into PC gaming. So now more and more people are using PCs. Like the general amount of people I think that are PC gaming is, I think, kind of gone up. And the people that have like awareness of like graphics cards, processors, etc. I think the general computer literacy
Stand
of, like,
by for
gamers
phase
has
jump.
gone up if you
A
exclude
colonizable
mobile gamers.
planet has been discovered. Destiny unfolds.
On my
Stand by
PS5
for
that
phase
I
jump.
emphatically feel is a substantial, massive upgrade from the previous generation. Only one game, I still fire it up and go, holy sweet.
What's on your mind?
I am the Unity servant. I am the Unity servant.
Is it time?
He's right. It was really, really good.
Our forces have engaged
Like
the
this
enemy.
game, like I was so happy whenever this game came out because it was the first one of the like remakes that was just so insane.
Enlighten us.
Like everything
Very
about this game
subtle.
is fucking amazing.
Is it time?
It's this launch game. So to
I was
me,
really
it's like,
impressed.
We'll consider it.
Ghost of Tsushima?
This shit is the only thing
Maybe.
that felt like it was
I'm gonna
a
play
big
that on
update,
PC.
right? A substantial update from the previous generation. What I'm saying is that I don't think it's worth it. I think it's good that these games.
Is it time?
But is it
Strike!
for these games to take like 5 to 6 years to exist?
Well, at the end of the day, here's
What
the question
troubles you?
developers need to ask themselves: Is the
Do not
extra
dare
20%
resist.
of your budget, or 10% of your budget, or however much money you're spending on your budget, to taking the graphics from like an 8.5 to a 9.5?
Our
Is that
will
going
shall
to
be
make you
done.
that amount of money back? And I think the
So
answer to
shall
that
it
is
be.
absolutely fucking not.
Harmony research complete.
To put in
Do
every
not be
goddamn
afraid.
amount of effort,
It has
detail,
begun.
Developer time, concept art, all of this shit into the microscopic goddamn details
Enlighten
of every
us.
single room.
A
and I don't
wise
think
plan.
It's worth it, man.
It's not relevant.
I don't think it adds anything to the game either.
Is it time?
Most people don't care about it. The only people that care about it are people that are paid to care
Place
about it.
your
like,
bids, you
game
scallywags.
developers and game developers.
Your time has come.
That's it. Like,
Your time has
people don't
come.
give a shit about this. Wuthering Waves graphics are good enough.
Our
Yeah, they're good
vengeance
enough.
is yours.
I think
Our
this is
will
the way
shall
that,
be done.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
The graphics in that
The
game.
future is ours.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually think the graphics for that game are really good. I do. I think they're really good.
Production of the item is
Even if I
complete.
zoom in, like, yeah, I think they're really good.
What does the Unity will?
I think that's a great.
So shall it be.
Wouldn't it be
Hostility
great if in
research
Dragon's Dogma
complete.
2, the graphics were a little bit worse.
Military structure complete.
The future is ours. Heathens be purged.
You know, like that'd be way better than what the game. Like I love the game.
Speak your
but,
mind.
man, it really could have been a lot.
Destiny
like, I feel like
unfolds.
Dragon's Dogma 2 took so
Harmony
many
research tier complete.
and I think
Your
Dragon's
presence
Dogma
is
1
strong.
They're both S tier
Military
games, but I think
structure
Dragon's Dogma 1 is
complete.
better.
Is it time?
Developers to effectively
Speak your
promote a game
mind.
because it's so expensive
Vengeance
to do
shall be
shit now,
ours.
The game has to sell
The
out.
future is ours.
Studio is
What
so
troubles
like,
you?
hey, we're gonna do
Very
this, and
subtle.
It, works, we're really
It
gonna
has
do it. If
begun.
it doesn't work, we're
The
fucking
future
dead.
is ours.
Mentality leads
Your
us to
time
this
has
way to take
come.
no risks.
We must
Take any
act.
risks anymore.
Our shields have failed.
The game is coming out as live
Implicitly.
service, and they're trying to make every game like over monetized. They're trying to over monetize the games because they cannot afford a miss. That's exactly it.
Us that, we fucked up here, we fucked up there. That leads us to an industry that is not creative. Creativity is now not encouraged. You just have to be safe and do this one thing that we
Again, everything that he's saying is totally true.
It made a fine purchase. No refunds.
A lot of games that are very creative and are not following this. It's like Hollywood.
Speak your mind.
Yes, exactly. No rest.
Very
That's another
wise.
great example.
The Unity
A AA,
calls.
single A studio.
A wise
Fucking
choice.
Insane. Such a great game. It's very highly priced right now. It's like $40 for early access. So unless you're like a big fan of the studio, you know, maybe wait for it to go on sale. But damn, it's a good fucking game.
know is going to work. Game
V
industry
Rising,
is made
another
by
great
creative
example.
People. The truly great games that are out there are made by creative people.
They
It's
are.
the same thing for every goddamn thing. The stuff that we love so much is not made at a board meeting. It's made by people who have a fucking vision, and they get everybody in line with their vision, and they execute within limited periods of time. Movie industries like that, the game industries like
Yes.
that. Everything's like that with larger scale development. Not a factory. You know, all I'm saying is that Nintendo.
And I think this is what happens with a lot of really big studios is that they become so large that they are disconnected from the actual creative process. Like the creative process is like secondary to making sure that the game is monetized in a certain way. Dave the Diver. Yeah, Dave the Diver is a perfect example of the opposite. Diablo 4,
companies
great example.
Seemingly is coming out on top now because they sort of did it. They knew they did not have to push graphical fidelity,
Yeah.
and people still invested heavily in Nintendo.
Speak your
Yeah.
mind.
Their next generation, they're moving to something potentially PS4 Pro in terms of visuals.
Heathens be
It's
purged.
going to get much bigger.
Do not dare
It's
resist.
actually like Nintendo.
Your time has
I
come.
feel like
Do not dare
you know, somebody
resist.
said like there's like this analogy.
Heathens
where
be
it was like
purged.
Nintendo is like your
Your
grandma
time
who's,
has
like,
come.
Really nice and always bakes you cookies. But
Next
she's
time,
also
place a
racist.
bid.
I feel like that's Nintendo.
Shields down.
Nintendo, they do so many
Is it
things
time?
better than anybody else. And it's like, yeah, look at, you know what a really great example of this is the Crafts
We
game.
sensed your presence. Our will shall be done. Enable our revenge. Great minds think alike. We sensed your presence.
Is this the end? Okay, yeah, this is the end. Look at
Is it time?
Speak your mind.
This was fucking...
The future is ours. Destiny unfolds. Your time has come. Heathens be purged. Your time has come.
And that's what matters.
We are without armor. Enable our revenge.
But yeah.
Say no more.
Or God of Wars, yeah, it's so cute. Yeah, it is. But like, it's again, like, look at the actual quality here. This is not very good. But it's good enough.
They're going to be at a spot where game development was at
Power World 2? Yeah.
And it's going to look way better, don't get me wrong, but still, their choice to put out games isn't because
logistics upgrade complete.
because that's just the way Nintendo
The future is ours.
They don't give a shit. They're just going to do what they want when they want.
Is it time?
He's completely right. I'm going to be honest. I think that he is right about literally fucking everything. Yeah. Like, graphics, I think people just don't give a shit about graphics as much anymore. Because it's so hard for a game to simulate
Destiny unfolds.
tech demos. Actually, that was cartoon plastic.
Enlighten
more
us.
expensive than photorealistic. Yeah, maybe that's the case, right? But like at the end of the day, like photorealism in games and fidelity in that doesn't really matter to the average person. And I think that this should be, make sure you get the video like. This is a great video. I complete Max the OG GOAT, no question. Yeah, he's great. And so Hellblade 2 looks insanely good, but the game is meh as fuck. Exactly. Because nobody really gives a shit about the character's facial expressions. Nobody actually, like, this is not a deciding factor that causes a person to purchase a game. It's something that looks nice, and it's great. Hey, this is nice, it looks really good. But people do not make purchase decisions based off of this. And I think that's the difference. And that's why those games are not succeeding. Graphics are just eye candy? Yeah, exactly. It's how does it play? Yeah, exactly. It's part of the decision? Oh, everything is part of the decision. But I don't think that it is, I think it's being overemphasized in relation to the actual effect that it has. I'm amazed at useless pretty graphics. Oh, editor has to make a compilation to me amazed at useless pretty graphics. Oh, I love great graphics. I think we all do. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to play a game with them just because of that. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, there are games that have great graphics, and it's like, wow, this is awesome. This is so cool. Like, I think Demon's Souls is a great fucking example of that. Demon's Souls went so fucking hard, and the graphics were amazing. But at the end of the day, you know, it's not like I'm going to play the game just because of that. You know, I don't really care just because of that. Absolutely not. Elden Ring, yeah, look at that. Great graphics are just the cherry on top. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, graphics can't make a bad game good, but they can make an already good game even better. And that's so fucking true. And that's why I got excited about the graphics in Cyberpunk, like those graphics mods. It's because I could play a great game that looked like this. But keep in mind, the game always comes first. And that's what matters. Gameplay, then graphics, absolutely.
What's on your mind? Without delay.
Are we in a video game crash?
Our shields no longer protect us. As you wish.
Coming out about gaming at the moment has been like a constant spiral of doom and gloom and misery.
Speak your mind.
Just constant. And at present, gaming industry is
Heathens be purged.
before our very eyes. We are living through.
Do not dare resist. Your time has come.
People will bring that
Do
up
not dare
10
resist.
years from now. People will be like, remember whenever everybody from Helldivers
Stand by
got
for
together
phase jump.
and made the company not do the thing, and everybody's like, yeah, those were the days. And some guy's like, yeah, I was there.
People in
No,
10,
they won't.
20,
They
30
absolutely
years
will.
going to talk about.
Armor down! Only the Unity can protect us now. Enable our revenge. It is destined.
So I wanted to discuss with you basically how the gaming industry has ended up in such a mess this time round, and whether we're already in a crash or whether we are literally
Speak your mind.
And I feel like the obvious place to
The future is ours.
2020 in the pandemic. During the pandemic, gaming was literally
What troubles you? Very subtle.
everyone stuck in their home,
I've been in lockdown
Speak your mind. Hostility research complete. Heathens be purged. Very wise.
Yeah, of course.
Armor is compromised. We won't last long. The anima are restless.
TV.
Oh wow, how exciting.
Because no one was allowed to even play sports in the first place, let alone get to watch it on TV.
Implicitly,
therefore, gaming was pretty
our
much
thoughts
the only
are
option for
one.
many people. And the gaming industry,
Our
as a
forces
result
have
of that,
engaged the enemy.
absolutely booming to an
Yeah,
The
it's
shields are
doubled the amount of
offline.
People playing video games, probably. I would say COVID probably doubled the
Our
amount of average
vengeance
video
is
game players,
yours.
at least during the time of COVID. Like, if there was 100 people playing video games for every 1,000, now there's 200. And probably it was even more than that. Because, like, yeah, like, you remember Twitch numbers were super fucking high then. Everything
Whatever
on
the
internet was,
Unity
like,
wills.
massively juiced.
they saw themselves as
Our vengeance is
Genshin
yours.
Impact. I think Genshin Impact was like one of the main beneficiaries of that.
The future is ours.
Came out at a time
Logistics upgrade complete.
it had like that anime style.
We cannot
And it
survive
was
without
during COVID. It
armor.
was crazy.
The anima are
It was
restless.
Perfect fucking timing.
Our will shall be done.
as in like the
Speak
whole
your
world was
mind.
burning down around
Say
them.
no
Yeah.
more.
But they were growing and growing. It was like nothing could stop them.
Our shields have failed.
Gaming was a sense of security. Well, one thing.
I think that every industry did, and I don't think it's a false sense of security. I think that it was just irresponsible expansion, where they saw how much the company was growing from COVID, and they expanded.
We
the
remain
company in
skeptical.
so many different ways that it was unsustainable after
That
COVID
way feels
kind of
perilous.
stopped happening or fell off, and then they're stuck with all these people, and they're stuck with like all this extra
Shields
stuff. and, like,
offline.
this is happening,
We're
like,
defenseless.
kind of burning the candle.
Stand by for phase jump.
Like, obviously,
Unity, protect our crippled vessel.
obviously with COVID, but you also have the factor of AI, and you have the factor of like other types of like automation that's removing jobs that
Destiny
people have in the industry
unfolds.
as well. So not only are you losing customers, in the short term, but you're also losing functionality.
Is for sure. According to the news, the gaming industry is constantly complaining about not making enough money.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Considering the vast amount of cost that they're putting into everything, with how many
Harmony
millions,
research
how many
complete.
hundreds of millions that cost. Well,
Insufficient
they're
metal.
probably not going to be making the money.
Is it
for themselves,
time?
But this has seen various companies, as a result of that, laying off thousands and thousands of members of staff to basically try to meet shareholder promises. Multiple expensive AAA games.
Well, they're wasting their money on things that gamers don't care about.
Enlighten
Like, I think
us.
Senua's Saga is probably the
So
best
shall
example
it
of
be.
that. It doesn't matter how like dark
The
or
future
gritty or
is
realistic
ours.
or something like that a game is. Like, where's the value proposition? Where's the reason that you're gonna log into this game? Why would you do this? I don't think that I think that's the real problem, is that games don't understand. A lot of these like big game developers, I think that they want to make video games in the same way that people
Is it
make
time?
movies, or in the same way that people like
The
maybe make
Unity has
music,
fallen
something
silent on
like
one of our
TV shows.
planets.
It's not a
You've
TV
made
show,
a
it's not a
fine
movie.
purchase.
Like, people are like,
No
utilizing this for a
refunds.
different reason.
Speak your mind.
aren't hitting the sales
play their own
figures
We
games.
sensed your presence.
needed.
Defense upgrade
Like, that's another
complete.
thing too. Like, I
Our
ironically
thoughts
think
are
this
one.
is probably
Is it
something
time?
that might get people that are like video game developers mad at me. I think a
Destiny
lot of them don't understand video
unfolds.
games because they don't play them and/or they suck at video games.
Hostility
Meanwhile, you see
research
Vegeta
complete.
Playing new video games every single fucking day. He's posting pictures of it constantly. So it's like he's like watching movies, everything like that. He's like in it, doing it constantly. And it's like, yeah, of course this guy's
Military structure
Of course
complete.
he's gonna do better because
Speak your
he's wired
mind.
and he's locked in.
Civilian
Like,
structure
meanwhile, What are
complete.
you doing? You're playing some bullshit indie game. Like, you don't even understand your own game. How are you gonna do this?
Is
So I
it
think
time?
That's the big reason Yoshi.
Civilian
Pizza,
structure
exactly. Like,
complete.
and all of the guys.
We'll
think about
consider
all the
it.
Game developers
The
that play
future
a lot of
is
other games.
ours.
Like, you remember whenever Blizzard developers started talking
The
about
shields are
how
offline.
Elden Ring was and other games that they started playing, and that was just coincidentally the same time that the games
We
were
cannot
together.
survive without
They're
armor.
actually playing other games.
Speak your
That's
mind.
the issue that a lot of game devs have. I don't think that they understand gaming because they're not gamers. They're not playing games.
games like Suicide Squad and
They're through our shields! We sense darkness all around us. Armor is compromised! We won't last long! Military structure complete. Our thoughts are splintered. We're crippled and defenseless! Is it time? Our ship is lost!
The rising cost of game development.
Speak your mind.
Microtransactions, an essential part of gaming's future.
Is it time?
Sustainable. An example of this would be
Military structure complete. Hostility research complete.
Receiving glittering, sparkling reviews, which is causing
Our will shall be done.
We
await your command.
An auction is underway.
Military structure complete.
If this happened in America, it would be followed by a public execution, or maybe multiple.
Ordinary losses, which is absolutely mental. Again, as I said,
the future is ours.
Xbox has just the other day basically closed a load of subsidiaries for Bethesda, which was horrendous considering some of those have released games which are absolute bangers. And then Warner Brothers have announced that they're going to only focus on key franchises such as Mortal Kombat and
we answer the call. And even those are
last
chance to surrender. Speak your mind.
Warner Brothers is making the
Do not dare resist.
What the fuck is Warner Brothers
Military structure complete.
What are you trying to make all these new IPs and do all
Defilers encroach upon us.
Yeah, we're just gonna go into this industry and make a bunch of money? How? You don't even understand it. That's the problem.
Say no more.
They keep trying to
Destiny unfolds
that they shouldn't be in, and they have no they have no expertise in, and that's the real issue.
Your bid was insufficient.
Harmony research complete.
They want to make more
Stand by for phase jump.
I wonder why.
They want to make a whole load of service games with millions of microtransactions so that they can have a constant feed of money coming in off of the general consumer. And they essentially want to put less and less emphasis.
We dare not stray from our path.
One-player games, which you basically pay for once.
Right.
They want you to buy their games and then own nothing and then continue to feed them and then be happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair, you don't own the single-player games either. Ubisoft proved that. But yeah, she's totally right about that. I think that the real reason why this is going to fail is because this is something that's not for the benefit of the customer.
Is it time?
There are a lot of games that this works.
Doubt clouds our thoughts.
Like Fortnite or like Helldivers 2. But the reason why it's a problem is
Desecrators assault our world. Our confidence wavers.
Big companies are
if that is our will. We remain skeptical. We must keep our wits about us. Vengeance is a cruel mistress. Hostility research complete. Inaction will be our undoing. They will not go down without a fight. Do we have the strength to purge them? May their deaths bring us peace. We answer the call, as you wish.
It's like, how are we going to make money with this?
We must keep our wits about us, if that is our will.
Like, nobody really cares about, like, whether a game is live service or not. And I know that I have a lot of people in my audience that are, like, live service haters. You're probably actually
What
not.
troubles you? A wise plan. Our forces have engaged the enemy. Enlighten us. A wise plan. Production of the item is complete. Do not be afraid. Very subtle. Speak your mind. The shields are offline. Your time has come. We cannot survive without armor. Is it time? Victory is at hand. Your presence is strong.
Let's be real. So these guys don't know anything about games, but
our will shall be done.
Because maybe their grandkids.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Yeah, let's go do something.
Speak your mind.
And I'm sure that some of them are smart. I'm sure some of them are incredibly dynamic and they really know what they're talking about. But too many of them aren't.
Your presence is strong.
Too many of them, and collectively they are not. And there is
our vengeance is forestalled. We're crippled.
It's such a crazy thing that, like, it seems like so many companies are forgetting the
Desecrators assault our world.
Is that
the anima are restless. We'll consider it. We remain skeptical.
Everything is happy. Like Baldur's Gate 3. customer comes first. In a lot of cases, that's literally how
Do we have the strength to purge them?
Helldivers too. Customer comes first. That's
They may prove too strong. Give us vengeance or give us death. Do we have the strength to purge them? May their deaths bring us peace. They will not go down without a fight. May their deaths bring us peace.
There's not a lot of them. So yes. To be honest, most of the people you're ripping on, they do exist.
Our minds awaken. Inaction will be our undoing.
Well, what we're seeing
Shields
here is that
offline!
a video
We're
game
defenseless!
is the
Tell us what to do!
Like, that's clearly what she's saying.
You've made a fine purchase. And no
So
refunds.
let me ask you, bear in mind that most of these decisions...
Unity,
have been made
guide my hand to
in
safety.
of the game
Inaction will be our undoing.
games, but
Into the
rather only
void.
short-term interest of shareholders.
We are without armor!
Products that
Enlighten us. It has begun. We're uncertain of our next move.
I've come up with
A
10
wise plan.
alternatives
And you see
as-
what happens whenever you try to make a game that people like is you make Pow World. Well, people really want it. Like Pow World, what's your creative
We
vision?
remain
Well, I don't know,
skeptical.
I wanted to make a game that people like, and so I took a lot of things that people like and I made it into a game. And guess what? People liked it. What a fucking surprise.
to how this can both
Stand by for phase jump.
and a negative
Unity, protect our crippled vessel!
end up sending gaming into a doom spiral. Okay, so the positive consequence.
Tell us what to do!
Stability. Prioritizing shareholder interests through
What troubles you?
such as implementing microtransactions and developing mobile and service-based games.
We cannot allow any to survive. Give us vengeance or give us death. They may prove too strong. We cannot allow any to survive. Production of the item is complete.
Almost nothing.
Shields compromised. We're vulnerable.
Or even a game having microtransactions.
Help us
I
clear
think
our
that the big
minds.
problem games
Tell us
are
what to
games that
do.
are bad.
Shields
Like
down!
this game is like
Hostility
fundamentally
research
lacking.
complete.
Like for example, Hellblade 2. It's a 5 or 6.
Help us clear our minds.
It's $50.
Have we waited too long?
What the fuck? Diablo 4. The campaign sucks. The end game was non-existent on release. It's $70.
Truly? Armor down!
Star Wars
Only the
Outlaws.
Unity
There's
can
no
protect us
Jedi.
now!
What?
Help us clear our
Just run around to
minds.
some random no-name
Is it
girl
our
with a
destiny
weird,
to be
stupid
ever
pet so she can
fearful?
sell
The
probably
future
fucking,
is ours.
plushies of this pet.
Our
Like, oh, yeah,
vengeance
this
is
why you're adding it in.
yours.
Like,
Our armor is
who gives a
breached!
fuck?
Tell us what to
Who
do!
cares? Why would anybody care about this?
Do not abandon me.
It doesn't look good. And this is the problem, is like all these games are
We
thinking about
seek
the
your
game that they
guidance.
make without even thinking about the value they create.
The future is
They're not
ours.
thinking about creating value.
Enlighten us. Is it our destiny to be ever fearful?
It's not about the microtransactions.
Make
Like,
ready
you're
for phase
playing
jump.
Wuthering Waves or
We
Genshin
sense
Impact or
darkness
something.
all
You
around
You
us.
don't like microtransactions.
Help us
and
clear
you're
our
at least okay
minds.
with them.
Do
You
not
wouldn't
be
playing those
afraid.
games, but they're some of the most
Truly?
popular games. Clash of Clans, look at that. Yes, they're super popular. It's not about the monetization structure. It's about the quality of the game. The quality
Done
of the
and
games that
dusted.
matters the most. And the quality of these games is just not there. That's the big problem. More than anything else.
The future is ours.
And maintain operational capabilities. This financial stability could potentially enable companies to invest in new technologies and innovative projects in the future. This is what
Very
they're
wise.
But it doesn't mean that this is what they're going to get.
Yeah.
And then the negative
Because
consequences.
they're only thinking about it from the perspective of the seller. Well, yeah, that sounds. Oh wow, wouldn't it be good if everybody just gave us money all the time?
We sense darkness all around us. Moving into phase space. Desecrators assault our world. Speak your mind. Vengeance is a cruel mistress. Harmony research complete.
Loyalty and investments are under.
Hostility research complete.
Their interests are consistently secondary to corporate profits. This growing dissatisfaction could lead to a declining.
Yeah, and also like the games are bad. Like I looked at Suicide Squad. I remember I was watching Shroud play it, and I was like, this doesn't look good. It's really not complicated. It's just that the game is fucking bad.
Destiny unfolds.
It's crazy, and it's just like, and I feel like, yes, again, the companies are always thinking about
Very
that.
wise.
And again, you think about the really, really good games that have come out recently.
You may
Every
speak.
really good game.
Phase jump underway.
The reason why it's really good.
Our voices
is
speak
because
as
it's
one.
not focused on a
The unities
monetization
will be
structure.
done. Is it time?
Like even like, and this is not a good example, but it goes to show how far a bad example can be almost a good example. Is Wuthering Waves. They gave out like 2 or 3 now
Insufficient meta.
top-tier characters. Gacha games usually don't do this because then they're worried that people will stop spending money. But the focus was
Stand by
on
for
the
phase
user
jump.
experience.
Is the unity with
The
us?
user experience is what matters, not the monetization structure. This is why Lost Ark died.
Place your
I think
bids, you
it's because they focused
scallywags.
too much on making
Military
money.
structure
They feel
complete.
good that they wasted
Speak your
$15,000
mind.
on a piece of shit.
Military structure
That's the
complete.
reason. Is it the moment that you stop, the moment you stop thinking about the new player experience, the moment that you stop thinking about what the
Very
value proposition
wise.
is for the customer, is the point where your business starts to die.
Tell us what to do!
They did it as an apology, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of other companies put out
Your
apologies and
presence
nobody
is
gets a
strong.
fucking 5-star. I understand that they put it out as an apology, but the point is that, and that's again, the apology is like, okay, yeah, but who cares, right? This is, oh, I couldn't play the game one day. Are you really going to think about that whenever you add a new character? No, you're not. Because again, they are thinking about it from the perspective of the player. Again, you're thinking about from the perspective of the player. And unless, you know, again, that's what I was saying with like Kojima or like anybody else, like who's posting videos about like Yoshi P is another one. They're posting videos and like posts about video games all the fucking
Is it time?
All the time. They're playing video games. And you know, you want to
Destiny unfolds. Hostility research complete. Is the unity with us?
Fucking 5x
You were outbid, you scurvy dog.
It's because he actually streams. He actually understands what the fuck is going on. That's the reason. And you
We
see
cannot
this with
build
every
there.
single case.
Done
where
and dusted.
People that are involved in
The
their
future
business,
is
people that
ours.
understand the consumer experience and fully like it's so
Stand
common
by
that,
for
like, in
phase
professional,
jump.
like, in industry
Tell us what to
terms,
do.
there's a term for it. It's
Unity,
called dog
guide
food,
my
where
hand to
you're
safety.
effectively trying
Shields
your own
down!
product as a customer
Is this
in
the
order
path to vengeance?
basically simulate the
Civilian
experience
structure
of the customer
complete.
and to see
Is it
kind of, like,
time?
what's good and what's
The
bad.
unity has fallen
So,
silent on one of our
the problem is a lot of
planets.
these players, I don't think that they don't dog food their own games, so the games turn out to be dog shit instead.
We're uncertain of our next move.
Engagement and
Our
ultimately
armor is
increase
breached!
in the customer base. Over time, this might erode
Defense upgrade complete. Phase jump underway. Our forces have engaged the enemy.
So what can we learn from all of this? Basically, the overconfidence generated in the game industry from the
At
record
last.
pandemic profits.
I don't even think it's overconfidence.
Civilian
I think it's
structure
sheer
complete.
and unchecked
Our time has
complete,
come. Destiny unfolds. Say no more.
just
Speak your mind.
negligence. Yeah, incompetence.
Very wise. Harmony research complete.
Completely unfounded.
Our time has
Your
come.
responsibility.
Destiny unfolds.
Continued gaming to the
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
As soon as they were allowed back
Our
outside,
time has come.
people were allowed to
Our
go
voices
out
speak
to
as one.
Watch or play sports.
And then
They could-
here's what's so stupid about it too. It's that this is what COVID did. This is gaming pre-COVID. This is COVID. And this is after COVID. So we're here. Actually, we're not. We're like right here.
The unities will be done.
But if you do the math, gaming is still way bigger than it ever was pre-COVID.
Unleash
And
our
this is true with
wrath.
every social
Last
media
chance
website.
to join the unity. Enlighten us.
Visit family
A
and friends.
wise
They
plan.
were
Which is a great
allowed to,
example of
you know,
this.
go on holiday abroad. They were able to even go to restaurants
Imagine
and
that.
basically spend time outside touching grass again
Oh.
after a
Our
year.
time has come.
And then also something else to consider is that people in America, their stimulus checks won't have lasted all that long, so they wouldn't have been able to sit there and
Unleash our wrath.
games. They would have probably
Destiny unfolds.
These game companies, she brings up a really good point here. These game companies need to start
Defense
petitioning
upgrade
and
complete.
for universal basic income.
Say no more.
Because if you had universal basic
You may
income,
speak.
the amount of video game
Last
players
chance
would
to join the
not
Unity.
triple overnight.
Last chance to join the Unity.
go out and actually spend their money on
Let's
something
be
a bit
honest.
more meaningful than being stuck indoors. So gaming, once again, at that point, would have ended up as a smaller part of life again.
Hostility research complete.
Prior to
The
pandemic.
future is
And there's
ours.
even more to it than that, because essentially the new normal.
Military structure complete.
Normal. I don't really know. How
Your time has come.
but life is
We
different
must
now
act.
than before the pandemic happened. I mean, for one thing, away from gaming, the greater world is struggling.
Destiny
as
unfolds.
after all of these lockdowns, a massive.
I do think that, like, especially for younger people, like, for me, COVID didn't change or do anything to me. Like, it didn't affect me. I didn't really care about it. You know, okay, I have to wear a mask whenever I go
The
into something.
Unity's will be done. Defilers encroach upon us.
Like, I didn't give a shit.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Obvious example of this is Putin. He exploited the world whilst it was weak and used that as almost like a perfect opportunity to invade the Ukraine.
Unleash our
Has
wrath.
ended up leading to the
At
oil
last,
crisis that has been felt.
our will is transcendent.
Which countries have their
Our
own
voices speak as one.
And the general
We are
sentiment
ready.
is more or less
The future is ours. Unleash our wrath.
Close. I think
Your
it's
time has
probably
come.
best, like, if you
Your time has come. Very
price
wise.
differences.
Heathens
I
be
think that-
purged.
This is like me just. Like,
Desecrators assault our world.
Okay, like what the fuck do I know? I feel like people are 40%.
Our
less
shields have
than they were
failed.
before the pandemic.
Speak
Like-
your mind.
Like if you take
Implicitly,
2024 versus
military
2019,
structure complete. The
I think
future
people are
is
20
ours.
to 40% less wealthy than they were just in that time period. I'm the opposite. Yes.
What does the Unity will?
Like the average.
They've got other priorities.
You've
to
made
spend
a
their money
fine
rather than
purchase.
just-
And no refunds.
So
Is it time?
just maybe we can't forgive
The Unity's will be
history
done.
for their short-sightedness in these unprecedented times. Except we can. We absolutely can.
You
I
may
think
speak.
that the gaming industry did know that this would
At
happen.
last.
But they needed
Do not be afraid.
Armor is compromised. We won't last long.
continue doing
Is it time?
But history
What does
shows
the
that
Unity will?
pandemics are usually 1/3 of a dark triad, with the other parts of the triad
Implicitly,
economic downturns.
Oh, we're having now.
military structure complete.
Yeah.
Our
yeah,
time has
that's
come.
That's going to be a new patch probably coming out pretty soon too. Yeah, for sure. No, I think it's extremely common. And that's what's
The
gonna happen a
Unity's
lot,
will be
right?
done.
Like, let's be honest. Of course there's a huge downturn. It's not even a question.
Is it time?
I think I got COVID like 3 days or something. Like it was not a good time, but you know, over that, Americans spent $2.1 trillion of their savings post-pandemic.
Maximum civilian orbit slots
Well,
reached.
I'm talking about like the amount, like what is the, like how much can your, like how far does your money go? I feel like your money goes 20,
You may speak.
40% less far than it did in 2019.
Our shields no longer
And
protect
this is,
us.
again, like as somebody who goes to fast food restaurants all the time, like I go to grocery stores occasionally, like you know, I go to Walmart or something like that. I'm talking about buying power. Yeah, I'm not talking about like,
The
total
moment
wealth.
of our vengeance is at hand.
I said wealthy.
The future is
I'm really
ours.
talking about buying power.
Enable our
Like, what can
revenge.
people afford,
Great minds think alike.
right?
Time to
and the thing
bid.
is that,
Place
like,
am
correct me
I.
if I'm wrong about this, but there are now more billionaires than there were.
We sensed your
pre-COVID.
presence.
And I think that number went up.
So
to like
shall it
15 or
be.
20. I
Implicitly,
could be wrong about this, but that's what I remember.
When you take into consideration that this is
unleash our
That
wrath.
could be it too.
Our will is transcendent.
that this has very prominently happened, Before the video game industry was falling, the Roman Empire fell. The Roman
Civilian
Empire
structure complete.
Bear with me. Stick
Our
with
time
me.
has come.
This isn't a rage. I've got facts to back this up.
Shields
Number one,
down!
The Antonine
Roman
Plague.
Empire.
Unleash our
there was
wrath.
lead poisoning that affected the brains of the people.
Shields down!
There's a lot of video game developers that bought Stanley Cups.
Logistics upgrade complete.
And then it's going to get in their brains. They're going to fuck up the games.
The future is ours.
Yeah, I understand. For sure.
Shields
Got it.
down! Unleash our wrath.
Wars, 165 to
You may speak. Hostility research complete. Your time has come. Your time has come. Heathens be purged. Your time has come.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
The war
Our time has come.
actually going on.
At last.
Rome was engaged
The
in
shields are offline.
wars against the Germanic tribes, which stretched the empire's military
Our
resources.
armor is
So,
breached!
this way, the Roman Empire.
Our
they
armor
could
is
get to
breached! Harmony
And then
research
economic
complete.
impact of the
You
plague
may
and wars
speak.
Together led to labour shortages.
The unities will be done.
Production, so basically starving people. And
Enable
this
our
is
revenge.
contributing to the
Civilian
empire's
structure complete.
decline. If anyone's
Speak
seen
your
it,
mind.
The empire, the Roman Empire, didn't last longer than it should have. But here we go. Here's an
At
old
last.
everybody all knows about.
Our time has come.
Death. The Black
What
Death.
troubles
Anyone
you?
considered what
Very
Black Death
subtle.
have to do
The
with
future is ours.
Video game crash in 2024 or 2025.
Okay.
I've considered it, and here we go. The Black Death and the 100 Years' War, 1347 to 1351, during the ongoing war of 1337 and 1453.
We await your command.
So the pandemic at the time was everyone's old favourite, the bubonic plague.
Oh
the
yeah,
Black
those are in New
Death,
World.
which swept
You may
through
speak.
and ended up
At
killing an
last.
estimated one-third
Civilian
of the
structure complete.
population.
Is it time?
I mean, COVID didn't really kill that many people.
What does the
right?
unity
Like, not
will?
compared to the Black Death. Like, I think
The
Black
anima
Death was
are
like
restless.
1 in 5 or 1 in 3.
Shields
Like,
down.
it was crazy, bro. Like, this shit was like a rapture. Yeah, like COVID, obviously, and there were a lot of people that also died from COVID were like fat.
Do not dare resist.
It's not
Our
like-
shields have
like,
failed.
there's obviously, like,
Your time has come.
people that were
Heathens be purged.
most people
Your time has come.
that got COVID
Your time has come.
had something wrong with them already.
Do not dare resist.
Yeah, well,
We cannot survive without armor.
It made a fine purchase. And no refunds.
Our vengeance is yours. Armor is compromised. We won't last long. Our will shall be done. We sensed your presence. What does the unity will? Our thoughts are one. The future is ours. Destiny unfolds. Our shields no longer protect us. Say no more.
we only have
Enable
like,
our
like
revenge.
75
The
left
unity
now?
agrees. Speak your mind. Very wise.
And then there's a third part. The third one, my third.
Our time has come. Our voices speak as one.
Oh, I don't know. The Spanish flu. You're not allowed to say the Chinese virus, are you? The Spanish flu.
Armor down!
and World
Only
War
the
I.
unity can protect us now.
I don't really think
We remain skeptical.
big of a
Stand by for phase jump.
I mean, you think about
Quickly,
what it-
you
what would
must
it be
guide
like
us.
If 1 in every 5 people got killed randomly.
We are
in,
ready.
like, the course of like 20 years, 10 years. Like, this would totally alter society. Like, this would change everything.
Say no
obviously, like,
more.
people knew that this was happening, and so they were like trying to take precautions for it.
Hostility
Like, COVID
research
was not even
complete.
10% of that. Like, I would be amazed if it was even 1% of that. Like, it's fucking insane how bad the Black Plague was,
Vengeance
right?
is a cruel
And
mistress.
So, yeah, like blood language genetic diversity, exactly. Yeah.
Is it time?
COVID was worldwide. Yeah.
Hostility
Right?
research tier complete.
Politics of COVID altered society. I think that COVID did fuck a lot of people up, and it fucked a lot of things up, but I don't think that it goes as deep as, like, you know, other like worldwide shifting events. I think that COVID really just kind of got a lot of people to play video games, and that was about it. And I think it also, like, COVID was like a super like accelerant for like mental problems. Like, I think that basically, like, the country's always had like a mental person problem, but like COVID 2x'd it.
And 1919. The pandemic was the Spanish flu, which emerged
Very wise.
the final year of the First World War and continued into the post-war period, which is why I said 1919.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Estimated 50 million people worldwide.
That's a lot of people.
When you put that into perspective with COVID-19, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
The war itself was obviously the First World War, which
Very
also was
wise.
a massive drain on resources and had already weakened the populations of many, many countries, making them more susceptible to disease. And then the economic impact of that was that the combination of the war and the pandemic led to significant economic downturns across
Destiny
the globe,
unfolds.
with production slowdowns, labour force reductions, and long-term social and economic disruptions. The long and short of it,
I feel like a lot of people might not really understand what she's saying with this, because obviously she's...
We're uncertain of our next move.
Like in Europe, I think it was like 1 in 5 like men were killed in World War I in a number of countries. And also,
Speak
like,
your
after
mind.
World War I, like countries like
Harmony
Germany,
research
which, like,
complete.
deleted, like,
Say no
off the
more.
list, just fucking
Is the
destroyed.
unity with
So, yeah,
us?
kind of oversimplifying.
Unity,
Yeah,
guide my hand to
in the US,
safety.
like we weren't really affected by World War I that much, right? Like realistically, not really. At least compared to Europe.
is that in dark times, opportunists will take advantage of weakness.
Production of the item is complete. Do not abandon me. Is this the path to vengeance? Do not be afraid. It has begun.
Well,
The
I think this
future
definitely
is
about
ours.
this. Like, and I don't know, like, I mean, whenever you make these analogies,
Stand
to,
by
like,
for
world
phase jump.
events and like world
Vengeance
leaders,
is a
it's kind of
cruel
hard to
mistress.
justify it being about video games and it being a one-to-one. I feel like it's like not very good messaging to do that, because it confuses people and it makes people think too much about like the event itself.
Is
and
the
not
unity
about
with
what's
us?
being said.
Speak your mind.
Yeah, it's an overreach.
Our time has
in
come.
general, and
Our
it's
forces have
misleading.
engaged the enemy. Tremble before the unity.
Besides that, I think that
Unleash our wrath.
that the pandemic
Our
brought
voices
a lot of
speak as one.
companies and a lot of these other
Our time has come.
things that
The unity's will be done.
but people became
Is it time?
okay with because they were
Shields
just
down!
they didn't give a shit.
Your time has come.
So yeah, I think
Production of the item is
that stuff made
complete.
it happen way more.
Heathens be purged. Your time has come.
Also, I feel like if I can get all of that information from just doing a quick, simple Google search, then I'm pretty sure that the board of directors at all of these massive gaming companies can do the
Your presence is strong.
comforting shareholders and reassuring
Our armor is breached!
and this wonderful gaming
Unleash our
that
wrath.
we've constructed because of the
Our
pandemic.
voices
So much
speak as
more
one.
important. I mean, after all, with all of this inevitable problems that are going to arise,
Our vengeance is yours.
and economic downturn, of course, people are going to
Is it time?
video game.
Well, I think also you have to keep in mind that
Heathens be purged. Do not dare resist. Your time has come.
it's really just that simple. Like again, this is like an American thing.
Your time has
Is
come.
connected to this, but like basically, like a lot of the like monetization.
You may speak.
A lot of like company value is not entirely tangible.
You've made
Like,
a
it's
fine
very much, like,
purchase.
based off of, like,
And no
theoreticals,
refunds.
possibilities, and
Unleash
like, a
our
year budget of
wrath.
the numbers, right?
The unity's will be done.
And
Do
I think
not
also,
be
like,
afraid.
profits are very important.
Shields down!
I think that's also the big issue.
Unleash our wrath.
Fiduciary responsibility. Yeah, and by the way, you want
Heathens be purged.
Oh, I don't want this to happen.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Yeah, but what about
Do not dare
you're
resist.
invested in doesn't
Heathens be
you're
purged.
complaining into one.
Do not dare resist.
So it's like everybody's
Our
saying
armor is
this,
breached.
but also benefits
Our time has come.
happening.
At
I think that
last.
people have like a very disconnected
The
view on this
unity's
in
will
general.
be done.
It's that people obviously want this to happen, but they want it to happen
Is
to
it
things that they
time?
like, and they don't want it to happen to things that they don't like. That's about it.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Question, are we in a video game crash? I guess on paper and no, but I personally believe that it's certainly imminent. So thank you.
Your time has come.
Thank you.
Time to bid. Place am I.
And humour to me with my populist theories and ideas. I swear I'm not. But yes,
Your time has come. Do not dare resist. Your time has come. Heathens be purged.
I think that whenever you start talking
Hostility
about
research
stuff
complete.
like that, it can be kind of hard to compare them to games, and it kind of it's hard to follow.
Harmony research complete.
It's hard to follow,
You
like,
may speak.
how pushing has to do with
Shields down!
which has to do with COVID.
Unleash our wrath.
It's kind of hard to understand that, like comparing times. Yeah, I think definitely a bit much less work there. Yeah, I think.
Speak your mind. Your time has come. Our armor is breached. Heathens be purged. Your time has come. Heathens be purged. Our time has come.
AAA
At
is
last.
going through a decline. Yeah, I think AAA gaming is going through a decline. A lot of other games are not. Like, I think indie games are growing. I think that the individual, like,
We have lost access to the middle market.
is growing
Let this
tremendously.
be a lesson.
But the
Next
difference is
time,
that
pay
when
up.
the gaming space grows tremendously, that doesn't
The
necessarily
unities
mean
will
that
be done.
everybody else is going to grow with it. I think AAA games have like
Speak your mind.
AAA games have. I'm disappointed she didn't talk more about the
Our
microtransactions,
voices
because
speak
I
as
actually
one.
think that it's true that because video games
We are severely crippled. Phase jump underway.
companies feel like they have to spend money on like making every single game like this AAA, like fucking, a blockbuster video game. And the problem is that whenever
The
you put all
unities
your
will
eggs in
be
one
done.
basket, well, sometimes the basket doesn't float. And if that
Unleash
if that
our
basket
wrath.
like suicide,
Your time has come. Destiny unfolds. Heathens be purged. We are severely crippled. Do not dare resist. You may speak. The unities will be done.
400 devs,
Our
but also
voices speak as one.
budget. I don't really think, defining it, like, what is an indie game, what isn't an indie game. I think Baldur's Gate 3, like, you could say it's an indie game, and technically it is, but I think that whenever people say indie
The
game,
future
Baldur's
is
Gate 3
ours.
is clearly not what they're thinking of.
Unleash our wrath.
Shields
down! Say no more. Your time has come. Heathens be purged. Your time has come. Destiny unfolds.
So yeah, I think that's really what we're talking about. Is that
Do not dare resist. Tremble before the unity. None shall survive. Tremble before the unity. Your time has come.
And like, I think that you see this with Diablo, you see it with Suicide
Our
Squad.
time
I
has
think you're gonna
come.
see it with the new
The
Assassin's
unities
Creed
will
game.
be done.
I think that we've seen
Our
it
armor
with
is breached.
Immortals of Avena.
Unleash
You've
our
seen it
wrath.
with Hogwarts Legacy.
At last. Our
these
time has
games,
come.
You invest so much money into these games, and if it doesn't pan out, you're fucked.
Shields down! Our armor is breached!
I think that's
It made a fine purchase. And no refunds.
You may speak. Our voices speak as one. Our shields no longer protect us. Hostility research complete. The future is ours. Heathens be purged. Do not dare resist.
That's right. If you happen to miss the
Armor down! Only the unity can protect us now. Enable our revenge. It is destined.
For real though,
Shields down!
It's
Our
not
armor is
always,
breached!
That's not
Shields
always the case.
down!
That is not always the
You
case.
may
and, like,
speak.
This Microsoft game show that we just got done watching today proves that not all AAA is dead.
These companies are still
Your
doing
thoughts?
fine, releasing blockbuster titles.
The
and
unity
billions of
agrees.
dollars, but it does seem in many ways this
Unleash
portion of the
our
industry
wrath.
has been collapsing
At
under
last.
its own weight as of late. Think
It
about
sure
how
has.
often we've seen these new big AAA games launching and failing.
To be fair, like, I could have told you Forspoken was going to be garbage. Like, I don't know
You
who
may
the
speak.
executives in the room were that thought this was
Our
a good
time
idea,
has come.
but they're dumb.
We are severely crippled.
Yeah, so like
our voices speak as one.
It's just stupid. Like,
unleash our wrath.
Like, anybody could have told you
the
that.
Unities will be done.
I mean, recently we had
at
a few
last.
high-profile examples. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Harmony research complete.
Yeah, like whose idea was it to make Harley
Speak
Quinn
your
less
mind.
What kind of a fucking idiot thought
Heathens
that was
be purged.
What a stupid thing
Your
to do.
time has come.
Some dumbass.
Do not dare resist.
Do you think anybody gives a fuck about Harley Quinn? Nobody cares about
Unleash
Harley Quinn.
our wrath.
She's hot.
We're going down. The future is ours. Our armor is breached. Unleash our wrath.
Rocksteady launched in February, peaked at 13,000 concurrent players and dropped down to an abysmally low 400 1 month later.
The funny thing is it's higher than it was.
Review scores of around 60.
Speak your mind.
And according to its own publisher, sales fell far below expectations, resulting in a poor financial quarter.
Your time has come.
It cost Warner Bros. Nearly $200 million in losses.
So far, keep in mind it's a live service game.
The standalone spin-off.
We are severely crippled. Our time has come. The Unities will be done.
And somehow it's worse
at
than Black
last.
Flag. That's impressive.
Cost Ubisoft over $200 million to make, and immediately post-release found itself in shambles and washed ashore. Review scores averaged around 61. The game accrued less than 1 million total players across all
Phase jump
platforms.
underway.
Apparently, it is not expected to recoup its development costs.
Speak your
Not a great
mind.
showing for the world's first quadruple A game. Both of these examples, I think, highlight some of the bigger issues for AAA games in general. Massive budgets, long development times, and no room for failure. Many of these games take on average 5 to 7 years to make, with development
Unleash
times,
our
some of these
wrath.
titles exceeding a decade. And this time,
You know what that game, Immortals of Aveum, you know what that game reminded me of? It reminded me of like whenever you're a little kid, it's like... No, that's a bad way to say it. It's like eating candy. And like the colors are so vibrant and they're everywhere. It's like eating, like playing that game looked like eating candy until you're sick.
Tremble before the Unity.
money. In fact, I would say one of the
None
biggest
shall survive.
problems for AAA gaming, period, stems from the fact that these games cost
We are
way too much
severely
to
crippled.
make. In the late 90s and early
You may
2000s,
speak.
The high end of development costs for games included titles like Final Fantasy VII and Halo
Destiny
2, which both
unfolds.
cost $40 million.
Our time
or
has
World of
come.
Warcraft, which cost
Say no
$65
more.
million. But again,
Shields
these
down!
numbers are at the high end of cost in the time frame between, say, 95
Our shields no longer protect us.
World of Warcraft, like the top of the top. This was the...
We are effectively crippled. Our armor is breached.
Most other games,
The shields are offline.
of this period fell well
Exactly,
below
yeah.
the mark. The original BioShock was made for just $25 million. Legend of Zelda
We are severely crippled.
cost $12 million.
Stand by for phase jump. We cannot survive without armor.
96, 97, 98, something like that. So like, what does that really mean nowadays? Probably more like, oh, I don't know, like
Destiny unfolds.
I don't know, like 60 million, 80 million, 100 million. You think it's that much? Yeah, 1997. Yeah.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Call of Duty Finest
Done
Hour,
and dusted.
$5 million. The original Mass Effect was reportedly made for under $3 million, and EverQuest was also made for only $3 million. Can you believe that? But over the past 2 decades, things have become
Whatever
much
the
more
Unity
expensive
wills.
across the board, but this applies to
Speak
game
your
development
mind.
as well. On average, it seems that most AAA games nowadays will cost in the ballpark of $50
Say no
million,
more.
with many of the biggest games swinging well above
Harmony
that number.
research
Breaking
complete.
$100 million
Time to bid.
included
Place
Battlefield
am I.
4, GTA 4, Destiny, and Final Fantasy 14. Games that cost over $200 million to make were Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Horizon Forbidden
The
West.
future is ours.
You can't bring
Very
out
wise.
a new big game and then take a huge risk with something that isn't a guarantee slam dunk for the audience. Like Microsoft is doing it right with Gears of War. Marcus is about to fall off the edge, and who is it that stops him?
We
but his
await your
main man,
command.
Dom.
We will wage no longer.
There's no bullshit.
Say
There's
no more.
Forced
Desecrators
female
assault our world.
that's better than Marcus in
Hostility
every single
research
way.
complete.
There's no added battle pass or anything weird, always online
The
thing.
future
They're
is
doing
ours.
exactly with what
Defense
the
upgrade
audience
complete.
wants. They know it will sell, and I fucking bet it's gonna sell. I bet,
Defilers encroach upon
I will
us.
fucking be there. I'll be playing it. I think a lot of people are going to be playing that game.
Unleash our wrath.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like that's what it is, right?
Speak
and, like,
your
if you
mind.
Take risks by like, for
The
example,
future
like, The Last
is
of Us 2,
ours.
having that weird like female
You may
bodybuilder character,
speak.
like that's a risk.
Sorry,
Like, why
mate.
are you doing
Better look in the
this?
next auction.
Like, why does
Very
the
wise.
audience doesn't want? What the fuck is
Our
wrong
time
with you?
has come.
Like making Harley
Our
Quinn
voices
ugly, that's
speak
a
as
risk.
one.
Why are you doing this?
Enable
Like, just
our
make the game
revenge.
good,
It
make
is
what people
destined.
want, and then you're not going to have any problems. Stop trying to force people to like things they don't like. It's just so weird.
Last of Us 2, New World, Star Wars:
Speak
The
your
Republic,
mind.
Elder Scrolls Online, Spider-Man 2 cost over $300 million, Cyberpunk 2077 $400 million, Star Citizen has broke
700.
and counting the
Unleash
$600
our
million
wrath.
mark, and
700.
Genshin
Destiny
Impact ran in at
unfolds.
$700 million in development
You may
costs, although I do
speak.
believe this figure
At
includes very strong
last.
support. Nevertheless,
Our time has
Genshin
come.
had close to $1 billion in development costs for that game, although I think it's probably made over $1 billion at this point. But
Yeah, again,
The unities will be done.
regardless,
Is
but
it
consider
time?
the fact that these
Very
games now
wise.
take on average at least half a decade
Mm-hmm.
to make, and they cost so many millions of dollars, the result is little to no room for failure. And when a AAA game
Yeah.
does flop, well, we've seen the outcome in recent months, with a new round of layoffs announced
Mm-hmm.
every other week and seemingly nearly as many studio closures.
Yeah.
Surprise, most companies can't afford to take 5 years making a game.
We
that ends up
sense
not
that an
only
enemy
not
has
making money,
fallen.
but
Their
losing them
impurities
$200
no
million.
longer
That is
risk
the opposite.
polluting the
It's like
unity.
anybody- people always cry about the layoffs, but hey, you want to know a company that's not doing layoffs? I'll tell you a company. It's a fucking Capcom. You know why? It's because they're making Dragon's Dogma 2, a game that sold incredibly well. They're making a game like Street Fighter 6, which is, in my opinion, the most popular fighting game out there right now, besides maybe Smash, right? Which is, you know, I don't want to get in that argument, but, you know, Street Fighter 6 is, like, very well respected. People love
Stand
Street Fighter
by
6.
for
It's
phase
huge, right?
jump.
It's great. You know, like, there's that. And then there's also Resident Evil. They're making that. Then you have Monster Hunter. Capcom had a marketing
Your time
campaign
has
for
come.
Monster Hunter that
Our
just
forces
said,
have
"Play Monster
engaged the
Hunter,"
enemy.
And then it revived the entire game.
Destiny unfolds.
Warner Brothers can't do that with
Do
Suicide
not
Squad.
dare
Fuck, they can't even
resist.
pay people to play it.
Your time has come.
And Capcom-
Your time has come.
That's it.
Of what they were hoping for. And I think because of that, for the most part, AAA games
Yeah.
are just way too expensive for
They
them
are.
to take any risks. I mean, this is pretty obvious.
And there's a focus that, like, for example, people are
The
focusing on, like,
future
the facial
is
motions
ours.
of a character in a cinematic. Nobody cares about this. This doesn't matter. This impresses other people that are like professional reviewers and contemporaries in your industry.
Is it
You think
time?
about all the facial movements in Armored Core 6?
You made a fine purchase. And no refunds.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Games that don't take risks get pretty boring after the 1,000 iterations. that
Speak
you
your
play.
mind.
95% of the structure
The
design
unities
is
will be
right.
done.
Let's say you're
Do
playing
not
an
be
MMO,
afraid.
exactly like every
Very
other
subtle.
MMO that I've already played over these past 30
Yep.
years. Guess what? It's gonna get really
Is it time?
really fast.
Death will cleanse your sins.
Hey, Vince, come on board. I'm outta
Say
here.
no
I guess
more.
Unless I'm addicted, in which case I'll stick around for a while.
Harmony
Write a
research
bad
complete.
review after 1,000 hours and then play 1,000 more.
Damn you, game designer.
Writing and storytelling, for the sake is a risk. You have to include modern politics to be safe. Well, this is another really big problem, is that a lot of Western studios, I don't think that Western studios
Last
right now
chance to join
have
the
trust
unity.
of the players.
Vengeance
This
is a cruel
huge issue
mistress.
that a lot of developers, or sorry, not developers, journalists don't want to talk about because it's not convenient for them and it's not part of the message, but it's huge. People, like, today, for example, there were so many games that had, like, a female protagonist, and people just immediately wrote the game off as woke bullshit. That's just what happened. And, like, at the end of the day, you can call those people racist, sexist, wrong, bigots, whatever. And they're not buying your game. You're not going to, you're going out of business. Like, that's it. And I think the real problem of what happened is that Western developers have completely lost.
Our shields are offline.
The trust
Armor
of the
down. Only the Unity can save us now.
The individual
Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing. The Unity will
that is
survive this loss.
To a core
You may
belief that they
speak.
have, and instead,
Our
this
time
message
has
is being
come.
sent to them or being given to them in a
Harmony
way that is
research
patronizing,
complete.
Inauthentic, or ham-fisted in a way that the company doesn't like. So basically, Western developers, like Eastern developers, do the exact same thing in a lot of cases, right? Like Final Fantasy 16 literally didn't sell in places in the Middle East because they required them to take out the gay relationship in the game, which plays a core role to the game. And you know, I think Dion is probably one of the most well-liked characters inside of Final Fantasy 16. So they didn't take that out, and so it's not being sold there.
The future
which
is
fine, right?
ours.
That is what it is.
Say
But
no more.
Nobody criticized them and said it was woke or DEI or anything like that. And the reason why is because the trust is there that Square Enix and Creative Business Unit
Very
3,
wise.
most creative name ever.
Is it time?
Are
Destiny
telling a story
unfolds.
That is a story
We
that
will
they
wait
want to
no
tell,
longer.
and that
It is
authentic.
destined.
So it's not even the problem.
Very
is not
wise.
even representation.
Stand by
or
for
any
phase
sort
jump.
of
We will
LGBT
wait no longer.
or,
It is
women or
destined.
anything like that. The
Time to
problem
bid.
is with
Place 'em
trust and
high.
authenticity.
Do not be
And right now,
afraid.
Western developers
Defilers
as
encroach
whole
upon us.
do not have the
Our
trust
forces have
of
engaged
a
the enemy.
huge amount of gamers.
The future is
And whether
ours.
you want to pretend like these people don't exist,
Unleash
or not,
our
it doesn't
wrath.
really matter. Because at the end of the
Vengeance
day,
is at
if
hand.
you bring out a game like that and it doesn't sell, you're going to be out on your ass with a box trying to make a Twitter post to get a bunch
Quickly,
of likes.
you
and they
must
feel so
guide
sorry
us.
for you because you just got laid off.
A battle for the
It
very
doesn't really
soul
matter
of the
what your
Unity.
opinion on it is.
Speak
It doesn't
your
matter how you
mind.
feel about the topic. The customer's always right. And if there's enough customers, you're going to be wrong. How do they get that trust back? I think there's like, number one, stop making posts about Pride
Your presence is
whenever
strong.
you have a esports cup in Saudi Arabia. Number one.
At
Or
last.
Pride Month. Yeah, that's number one right there. For me, that's what it is. It's a joke.
You may speak.
Developing, but
The
psychological
Unities
manipulation,
will
yeah,
be
these
done.
cost too much money. They can't afford to take
Our
any
time
risks.
has
The
come.
result is the bland
Let this
mush
be a
of
lesson.
tested,
Next time, pay up.
technologically optimized chum that we are so accustomed to. And don't
Is
get me
it
wrong
time?
here,
Yeah, I mean, this is like this is Diablo 4. Yeah, I mean, there's some good. Somebody's unhappy. They say I've got a cool dog whistles.
Enable our revenge. Smite these defilers.
Promise he has nothing.
Revenge.
Little quotes to get your attention.
You shall repent.
Thrive.
Embrace the end. Vengeance is a cruel
My
mistress.
guy, good luck with all that.
The
I left
future
you.
is ours.
Good.
Unleash our wrath.
By the way, guys, the
At
reason
last.
why he left is because he has no argument and he knows he's going to be made to look stupid. He will look like a fucking idiot.
Our forces have engaged
because
the
anything
enemy.
he says will be immediately
Our
disproven
shields
by, like,
no longer
multiple
protect us.
But
Civilian
can't-
structure
and this is,
complete.
again, rats
You may
thrive in the
speak.
shadows.
At
They
last.
thrive on implications, innuendo, and generalities. And whenever you pin them
Our
down,
voices
get them in the
speak
rat
as
trap,
one.
They start squealing.
We'll consider it.
He's probably 14. Good. He's gonna learn.
Unleash our wrath. Our voices speak as one. The future is ours.
What troubles you?
A wise plan. Military structure complete. Our anima stand ready. The moment is upon us. Our time has come. Our voices speak as one. Your thoughts? Is it time? We will wait no longer. Speak your mind. Do not be afraid.
community.
Vengeance is a cruel
The consumers
mistress.
end up on the brunt end of recouping those
The
costs.
Unity
Enter
calls.
every microtransaction you've ever known.
Heathens be purged.
Shields
down! You may
games,
speak.
but then there are the
The
free-to-play
unities will
variants,
be
which
done.
Those are always
will
Shield
include some
down!
variation of subscription.
At last.
the free-to-play games.
Civilian structure complete.
These are pretty much done in the form of battle passes. And then you've got the cash shops with the microtransactions.
Your
The
thoughts?
cosmetics, that's the easy one. Everyone's happy to hand wave those at this point.
Our armor is
Obviously,
breached!
earning your cosmetics through playing the
Our
game.
time has come.
And then they can
Military structure complete.
extra money to buy
Our voices speak as one. Harmony research complete.
Intentionally to make the game worse, so you have to pay to take them off.
Want to spend that money.
We are severely crippled. Defilers encroach upon us. Shield down! Armor down! Only the Unity can protect us now. Enable our revenge. It is destined. Unleash our wrath. At last. Our armor is breached!
Having worse quality of life so that you want to buy the convenience features to bypass it, or having inflated
Our
wants to
voices
push
speak
you
as
towards
one.
purchasing that
The
power
unities
and
will be
chips.
done.
And now, man, we are
Our time has
AAA
come.
Gaming. As I
At
said in another
last.
recent video of mine, any game that sells convenience and or power of some
We are
sort,
severely
is
crippled.
literally making the game worse
You may
on
speak.
purpose so that you are giving
Phase
the
jump
game
underway.
by what they are selling.
That's a fact.
What happens, unfortunately enough, one of my favorite genres of games, the MMOs, the live service games, they are
Civilian structure complete. Enable our revenge. Great minds think alike. The Unity agrees.
Linear playthrough experience, and then the AAA game industry when it comes to those live services and those
The
MMOs.
Unity
A lot of what
calls.
I'm talking about leans more towards
Do not
that.
abandon
There
me.
can be an argument for a lot of these AAA games.
You may
single
speak.
player titles as well.
The
It's not
unities
really
will
the
be done.
portion of the AAA
Our time has come.
So anyways, yes,
At
AAA games,
last.
they take forever to develop. They cost
Civilian
hundreds of millions
structure
of dollars. They're
complete.
Too expensive to
You
take
may
risks,
speak.
which result in a lot of them feeling
Our
the same.
voices
And on top
speak
of
as
that,
one.
some, especially
Our
those
time has
MMOs and
come.
live service titles that
At
I love so
last.
dearly, it hurts me
Civilian
so much.
structure
They're all
complete.
pretty much made
We
worse and
await
worse
your
because of
command.
microtransactions.
We remain skeptical.
So I think it's no surprise
Shield
then, in recent
down!
years,
Our future has become uncertain. That way feels perilous. Say no more.
Shield
down! We're uncertain of our next move. We remain skeptical.
On a Reddit post and saying, hey,
You
let's
may
make a studio
speak.
and let's make a game.
The
That's
unities will be done. Our time has come.
Upstairs with my
At
other boxes
last.
of stuff that I haven't opened. I figured I'd open it next time I played the game.
than last Epoch, or developers who admit they don't even really know how to make games and end up churning out Palworld, one of the biggest games of all time on Steam. It is absolutely crazy. We've got studios in many cases made up of 50 or less employees just demolishing the sales numbers and player counts of development conglomerates with tens of thousands of people working on titles for them. In the past 12 months, just looking at my own gaming
Our
habits,
voices
I can
speak as
happily
one.
say some of my favorite
At
games
last.
have been Enshrouded,
Unleash
Last Epoch,
our wrath.
Bannerlords, No Rest for the Wicked, V-Rise,
Shields offline! We're defenseless!
Not to say that I haven't
Speak
played
your
other
mind.
games. Top of my head would be Dragon's Dogma 2. I had a great time with. I played a lot of WoW Classic, specifically Season of Discovery, and Diablo
Our time
4
has
I
come.
revisited recently and had a solid 2 weeks of entertainment, although I'm probably done at this point. But yes, a majority of my playtime
Is it
with
time?
games over this
An
past year has been
auction
with games
is
made by indie
underway.
devs or those
Our
mid-tier
forces have
studios.
engaged the enemy.
Yeah, I mean, I went
You
in
may
on
speak.
Enshrouded. Like, I played Palworld.
The unities
way
will
more
be
than
done.
Enshrouded. Palworld is terrible, man. It still surprises me someone played that. I played the entire thing. I'm going to play it again whenever the patch comes out.
Large part of the reason for this is because the game is for example, in a lot of cases will have many thousands of people working on like single Assassin's Creed games. A lot gets lost in the sauce there. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as they say, and you don't have that kind of
Vengeance is a cruel
vision
mistress.
that you tend to get with these games made by smaller studios. Also, Also, because
the future is ours.
Mid-tier studios, you don't have budgets that are as blown out, which makes them a lot more likely to be willing
Unleash
to take
our
risks
wrath.
and try new things. In fact, I would even argue that in the
You
end,
may
mid-tier
speak.
studios, they have to take
At
risks
last,
because in order to stand
retribution
out as
is
a small
ours.
studio amongst the
Whatever the Unity wills.
of indie devs,
You may
have to make
speak.
something that feels novel and
Our
unique.
voices
And to do
speak
that,
as
you
one.
have to try new things. You have to take risks.
I think there's probably a lot of truth in that. That like indie games,
Your
it's like
bid
not only
was
do they have to, but they're the only
insufficient.
ones that are able to. So it's like, yeah, you can always have an indie game that's really good at doing something that exists already. But he's right that like a lot of these indie games, the ones that really pop off are the ones that, you know, this is the circle of like what video games are, and they make that circle just a little bit bigger, you know, just slightly bigger.
What a lot of AAA studios
Harmony
just
research
aren't willing to
complete.
do. Get that argument that hey, a lot of
Phase jump
Assassin's Creed
underway.
games all feel the
The
same.
future
A lot of the
is
Far Cry games
ours.
feel very similar.
Defilers
There's
encroach
something
upon
guilty
us.
of this, but Call of Duty, I guess that's another great example. You get these big AAA studios that seem to churn out again those risk-averse products, whereas the indie
Hostility
studios
research
have to take
complete.
risks in order for
Say
anyone to even
no
pay
more.
attention to them, and as a result, we get more novel and interesting concepts in some circumstances. And I think the cherry on top is the fact that for the most part,
We
indie
await
games
your
aren't
command.
full of all of that cost recouping BS, those microtransactions, those cash shops full of convenience and power for
Very
sale, you know what I mean?
wise.
They are just games that are sold to you.
We await your command.
Cost, and that is it. You just play it for fun. That's the end of the transaction. And again, this is mostly applicable to the MMO
Done and dusted.
specifically the live service portion of the AAA industry, but even some of it bleeds into the single player games. You're seeing single player games with cash shops and season passes as well.
This is what's happening, and they have to have the cash shop in the season pass because
Planet
otherwise the
item
game
ready.
won't be profitable. Because gamers don't want to spend more than like $60. Even $70 is too much for a lot of gamers.
Sacrifice
So,
begun.
like,
The
you know,
Unity's
prices are
needs have
going up like
changed.
this. The the price of the game is staying the same. So like, how do you meet those rising costs? Well, you do that
Is
with
it time?
microtransactions. That's how it
Your
happens.
time has come.
And, it's just gonna become
Heathens
more
be
and more common.
purged.
And escapes
We
that.
are
I
ready.
do want to make it clear here, this isn't a I hate AAA games video because I don't. And they have their place in the industry. I play a lot of
Is
them.
it
and for
time?
the most part, this is what appeals to the wider market. Although I will say it has been great to see games from smaller studios reach the masses with titles like Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian, with Pow World, and even the Helldivers franchise.
Harmony
Really,
research
really cool.
complete.
These,
Your
smaller
time has
studios,
come.
indie devs strike
Your
out
time
with
has
such
come.
mass appeal and
You
get
may
such
speak.
high player numbers and
Our
sales
time has
to
come.
see it. And yes,
Desecrators
I
assault
myself
our
enjoy
world.
AAA titles.
Our
I play
forces
fun
have
with them, and
engaged
I'm
the
sure I
enemy.
will in the future as well. But there are definitely aspects of the AAA games
Is it
that
time?
I'm just tired of, right? I'm just sick and tired of, and it's been so great. I've been so happy to have these indies and these mid-tier studios stepping up and putting up just like absolute bangers, just fantastic.
Well, it's going to be
entertaining,
becoming
plain
more
fun
common.
games.
It will become more and more common too, because like obviously something like Unreal 5 and the advances in AI are going to give people even more tools to create at a scope that they previously weren't able to. A game like Pow World, made as an indie studio 10 years ago,
Do
was like
not dare resist.
the same as like Enshrouded even. Like this is completely unimaginable. So like in the future, we're going to see this become even more common, where it's easier
Shields
to get to that
down!
AAA quality.
The Unity
with like
agrees.
10% of the resources.
Speak your
Unreal
mind.
AI comes from AAA.
At last.
Yeah, that's true. But right now, people that aren't AAA are using it, and they're able to produce content that people consider on
Your
par with
presence
AAA.
is strong.
Yeah, better yet, no cash shop. That's a nice cherry on top.
Our
Long and short
will
is,
shall
I've
be
had a
done.
blast with a lot of these indie and mid-tier studio developed projects, and I hope to see a lot more in the future. They've been great stuff, and AAA games, I don't know what the future is going to be for the industry. Again, I'm sure they will
Enlighten
be
us.
just fine. We're probably
A
gonna see more
wise
consolidation
plan.
in the future. And I know a lot of
Commerce
people
upgrade
bring up
complete.
things like layoffs
Is it time?
and closures. They're not specific to the games industry, but nevertheless, that doesn't mean that there are no problems with AAA gaming, or that some of these issues
Destiny
aren't tied
unfolds.
to how things go. A lot of what I covered here with AAA game development.
Heathens be
Time,
purged.
costs, the resulting lack of
Our time has
to
come.
take risks and
This
the
shall
fact
be
of
a reckoning.
competition tied into the development, parts of the game stripped so they can sell it to us or made more inconvenient.
We
so they can
cannot
sell us
build
the answer
Done
to
and
that. All
dusted.
of those things
Well, this
are
is
true.
what happened with Assassin's Creed, and it's what happened also with Star Wars, is that now, and also Yakuza Like a Dragon, I think, also did this, or Infinite Wealth, is that now gamers, again, it's the boiling frog.
Civilian structure
They don't
complete.
realize they're being
What
boiled,
troubles you?
and gamers
Our
right
shields
now
are
in the
offline.
perspective of they are
Very
being
subtle.
boiled. They know they're
What does
being
the Unity
boiled,
will?
and they're saying to themselves,
So shall it
"It's
be.
okay, I like
Do
the
not
game."
be
Whenever
afraid.
the game
What
that
troubles
pay
you?
$70
It has
for
begun.
is intentionally
Vengeance is a cruel
incomplete,
mistress.
So they can sell you again.
You may
more
speak.
copies, or sorry, a higher version of the game for $110.
The anima
which is
are
pathetic.
restless.
How gamers justify this? It's insane. They just keep coming back for more. They do.
Place your bids,
Sort
you
of outside of the
scallywags.
conversation of, you know, people who are investing aren't willing to spend as much money and take as many risks. That is also
The
true.
future
I don't
is
know.
ours.
I've been loving some
Destiny
good old, indie
unfolds.
games nowadays. And hopefully you've been enjoying some as well. That does it for today's video, though. Thank you as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.
Last chance to join the
I wanted
Unity.
to watch this because I
You
think this
will
is
be
becoming more
purged.
and you're
Last
seeing,
chance
like,
to join
obviously
the
we had
Unity.
some really
Death will cleanse your
AAA
sins.
today. Like
Last
some
chance
insane
to join
big
the
ones,
Unity.
right, with Xbox.
Hostility
Xbox
research
probably made
complete.
it was probably
Last
the
chance
best
to join
AAA
the
game
Unity.
showcase that I have ever fucking seen. Right? It was so good. It was insanely fucking good. However, that is not the majority, and that hasn't been the norm for a very long time. And it's disappointing to see, obviously, but I think over time you're going to see more of these indie developers making content and putting out games that are going to be able
You
to
will be
compete
purged.
in even
Harmony
more
research
components. I think
complete.
a really great contemporary example of that with graphics is Manor Lords. Manor Lords has insanely good graphics. It looks amazing, and it's also an indie game. So it's going to become more and more
Next time,
common.
place a bid.
Dragon Age was hot trash. Yeah, I'm not saying that like every game was good, but I do think it's probably I do think the Xbox Game Show this year is the best one that I remember. Like I don't remember a game show that was better than the Xbox one this year. Why does interest go up? Food goes up, pussy goes up, but you're surprised the game costs
Say
$90
no more.
now? Well, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with the price of games, but other people do. And also, if players are unwilling to spend that amount of money, then developers either need to meet that price or go out of business.
Is it time?
That's it. This is Jak and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, Sora, Sly Cooper, and Ratchet and Clank. This is a dude that grew up on PlayStation 4.
Stand by for
PlayStation 2.
phase jump.
PlayStation 2. And how do I know that? Because I had all the same games. They were so good.
Whatever the Unity wills.
Do you ever think back to when video games were just...
Is it time?
When games could just be games and you could be an idiot 6-year-old...
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Yeah,
Do not dare resist.
Coconuts. Oh, I just falling out.
Your time has come.
Then they could just make
Heathens be
anything.
purged.
Studios took chances, building experiences that, while not perfect, were still iconic. And don't get it twisted.
Harmony
right?
research
I like the
complete.
games we're getting right now. I'm definitely not saying that video games aren't fun anymore, but I can't help looking back at all these older games and missing the charm.
Your time has come. Heathens be purged. Your time has come.
You also have these games that are made as corporate slop as well. Yeah, I think that trophies, like, I actually think that having achievements in video games was bad for video games.
Do not dare
Maybe this is a hot
resist.
take, but I think
Heathens
that it
be
ends up
purged.
being worse for video games than being good. Because like what they do is they direct gameplay, and oftentimes it does it in a way that's
Do not
annoying or
dare
awful.
resist.
All fantastic, but when I look back at them, they all just
By the way,
seem-
I don't think that's like an objective opinion. Like I don't think people that
Heathens
disagree
be
are wrong or something like
purged.
that. That's just the way I see it.
Do not dare resist.
wonderfully
Your
seen.
time has
I
come.
know that opinion is probably largely shaped around nostalgia. Yeah, more likely I missed the simpler times of
Great minds think alike.
Direct our wrath.
Literally, I adore
The anima are restless.
in this era. When I talk about a time when video games were simpler,
Our will shall be done.
Direct our wrath. The Unity has spoken. The Unity calls. The Unity has spoken.
Is it time?
Direct our wrath. The Unity has spoken. We'll see to it.
Production of the item is complete.
The Unity has spoken.
Our will is transcendent. Is it time? Your time has come. Shield down! Your time has come. Heathens be purged. Do not dare resist. Vengeance is a cruel mistress. You may speak. The future is ours. Unleash our wrath. Our armor is breached. Our voices speak as one.
A lot of the actual games that come out, it seems like they have great cutscenes, great sound, great graphics and everything. But actually,
the Unities
game,
will be done.
Going down and playing
you may
the
speak.
Game is hard to do. It's not good.
The gaming industry
at last, the future is ours. Production of the item is complete. Your time has come. Destiny unfolds. Heathens be purged. Shield down! Unleash our wrath.
On their latest entry, The Last of Us Part 2, Naughty Dog spent $220 million over the course of 6 years.
Speak your mind.
To put that into perspective, they developed the first Crash Bandicoot game for
Your time has come.
They delivered on these stunning, cutting-edge graphics, as well as creating a gripping narrative and overall impactful experience. But when you play these games, it becomes abundantly clear.
I just think this is like intricate, right? Where like once things get big, they just get bigger.
Shield
like,
down!
Well, we made 100 million on this one.
Our time has come.
100 million on the
Shield
next one,
down!
50, and we'll make 300 million.
Speak your mind.
It's like people just keep upping.
Your time has come.
Up and up and up.
Do not dare resist
until it fails.
The video game at all. The gameplay looked consistent.
Hostility research complete.
Looking at everything like you're in a museum. Maybe avoiding some mushroom zombies sometimes. And if you walk into an area with waist-height walls, you know some guys are
vengeance is a cruel mistress.
I think another good example of like gameplay being king is once human and
your time has come.
Don't have any real focus on story. They don't have any focus on world building.
Shield
the
down!
Graphics are Unreal 5 slop, and it doesn't really matter because the game's played
Heathens
well.
be purged.
Loop, right? And
your time has come.
Look at how popular. Look at Pow World. Right?
Heathens be purged.
Really and these are just devs that try to. I think.
Shield down!
One of the worst things to happen to video games
Shield
is
down!
video game developers thinking that they are movie stars or thinking that they are movie directors.
Production of the item is complete.
Very annoying.
Your time has come.
Is not
do not dare resist.
Besides him.
Your time has come. Our armor is breached.
Harmony research complete.
Our time has come.
Shame, you know, because the world they built is so beautiful to look at. But there's nothing to touch.
Who cares?
I'm all for story in a game, but
bro, that's so fucking true. Listen to this again.
Our armor is breached.
But there's nothing to touch.
You may speak.
That's exactly fucking right.
The Unities will be done.
Fucking stated. Yes. It's a great world.
At last.
Amazing, but what the fuck are you gonna do?
Scallywag.
What's the point? Why is it there?
For story in a game, but it should never take precedent.
The future is ours.
And hey, I'm a problem solver, all right?
I actually think that story-based games like The Last of Us are
Our
great
armor
and
is
they
breached.
have a place. But
He
I think
made
too
a
many
fine
games try to go
purchase.
this route,
And
and
no
I think they're making a
refunds.
mistake by doing so.
Is it time?
That's really like I have no problem with this. It's great, but the problem is like there's like trying to. It seems like there's trying to
Destiny
like,
unfolds.
like entertainment media.
Direct our wrath.
To be like TV
The
shows,
Unity has spoken.
and like you see this obviously with things like Suicide Squad.
Our time has come.
The Last of Us Part
Shield
2, etc. It's
down!
really annoying because games are not the same thing.
here to help you, Naughty Dog. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you have to do to fix this problem.
Speak your mind.
Levels, you get us really hooked in, and then you give Ellie a fishtail, and you have
Is it time?
around and sing a really bad song with Ariel from
Enlighten us.
And the
That
song,
sounds like Xenosaga Zero.
it's got to be really, really bad. Really, it's got to be horrible. No, you're right. You can't do that, okay? It's a serious game. with
Next
a
time,
serious
place
tone.
a bid.
We don't need to do any of that.
Unleash
no game
our
has ever
wrath.
maintained its serious tone while breaking immersion slightly for the sake of fun. It's never been done.
Our
It's not
vengeance
gonna
is
happen.
yours.
I'm sorry. Let's look at the Insomniac Spider-Man games instead. You know, they're wacky and less.
Our will
crazy and
shall be
realistic.
done.
Phenomenal.
Do not be
Except for the third
afraid.
act of the second
It
game.
has
Something bad
begun.
about that. Peter
Very
Venom
subtle.
standing on that
A
bench.
wise
The
plan.
gameplay here. Oh,
What troubles
oh my
you?
God. They got
It has begun.
They did it. They
We
did
are
it.
severely crippled. Shields down!
I could web sling
You
around
may
the city all day,
speak.
and they had their little
Our
moment.
voices speak as one.
Have that. I mean,
At
it's cool
last.
that they have that, but like,
Our voices speak as one.
Spider-Man.
Unleash our wrath.
Production of the item is complete.
Shields down! Our voices speak as one.
Harmony research complete.
Playing that game.
What troubles
And
you?
like, I didn't really like superhero games a lot, but I remember playing it. I'm like, man, this is really good. I was
Do
like,
not
kinda-
be afraid.
I didn't know what to think.
Speak your
I guess
mind.
Mary Jane now, that was all right. But what I want to talk to you about specifically are the mini games. You know, those little moments where it's like, oh, Peter's a scientist. Here's some scientist stuff. Match up these different colors and lines because it's a
Shields
science.
down!
Science. Those have got to be the worst mini games ever made. And Insomniac knows it. Why else?
The
would they
Unity senses that an enemy has finished a
It's all right,
powerful
whatever. They
warship.
didn't show up that much in the first one. I can get over it. At least I got to skip them and move on. Maybe they'll take them out by the second one. Wrong. It's different this time. Now it's in 3D.
Maximum civilian orbit slots reached.
Worse. So much worse in this one. And I
The
know it's
future
really-
Because
is
people think
ours.
that they can always make it better. And this is again another big problem with development.
Shields down!
Is that a lot of these devs think that they can make it better. They're like, okay, well, I have my way that I'm gonna do it better than somebody else. It's like, again, Game of Thrones or Rings of Power. Okay, let me get this straight. There's a guy that they have spent
Unleash
20,
our
30,
wrath.
40, 10, maybe, I don't know, $1 million paying this guy not to do anything, but just to let them use his book. He doesn't have to do anything, somebody just get the book. Oh, yeah, sure. And to tell us what to do. And you think you're two idiots.
Our armor is
You
breached!
think that
Civilian
you know better than
structure
us?
complete.
If you know so good, then why is nobody buying your
Shields
book?
down!
Why nobody making a show about your book? You think that you're going to be able to do it better?
You may
than
speak.
Tolkien.
Unleash
By the
our
way,
wrath.
Tolkien, this wasn't just like he wasn't just like some, oh, he wrote a book. This guy was like an esteemed college professor. He was a World War I soldier.
Civilian structure
He was a
complete.
linguist. Like, he
You've won us
invented
over with
entire
your
languages
fancy
out of the
words.
fucking
I'm
alphabet
your koi.
out of like the world he made. Like this.
Vengeance
dude
is a cruel
defined
mistress.
Hostility
almost
research
all of the
complete.
fantasy tropes
The
that we have
future
now,
is
Many
ours.
of them are
Planet
derived from
item
Lord of the
ready.
Rings. Tolkien made fantasy. Yes, he defined it.
You've made a fine purchase.
But no, you got
no
but
refunds.
you know what? No, but you know what to do. You know how to, but you know better than that. What are you thinking, man?
Small
Why did you
problem
think
to
that?
point out. Man, just situations like this just make me miss games like Sly Cooper that would put you in a
Yeah.
submarine and say, there's crabs coming to steal the treasure. You have to shoot all the crabs and make sure they don't
Yeah.
come get it. They didn't bother trying to make it make sense within the story. They just made something fun. I don't think
Yeah.
every
Unleash
game
our
is,
wrath.
but I
You
do
know what
think
a
At
really great
last.
example of this is recently? You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Another Crab's Treasure. That was a PlayStation 2 game
You may
made in the year
speak.
2024.
Our voices speak as one.
It was. And it was fucking amazing. Crab Souls? Yep.
that video games
Unleash
are at
our
their best
wrath.
when they embrace their identity.
The unities
as
will
video
be
games
done.
and deliver experiences only they can.
I never got this
Seems
far
like
in
they
the game.
really went in this direction because these cinematic
Unleash
games have
our
the most
wrath.
wide reach. They don't
At
really want to risk
last,
it with something that might
you
not
may
appeal to
speak.
everyone, right? We could
Destiny
never get an
unfolds.
insane concept like
I think the reason why they do it actually is because these games have the highest projected potential revenue. So from a studio
Unleash
perspective,
our
it's
wrath.
like investor driven.
The unities will be
That's what
done.
they're gonna care about the most.
At last.
Because like they can project revenue based off of a target audience that this game could attract.
You may
It's gonna
speak.
be higher than any other game.
Say no more.
So that's really the reason
Destiny
why I think it happens.
unfolds.
these two insanely different
Additional
franchises,
cornium is
Final
needed.
Fantasy, a JRPG series, and the Disney multiverse, and mashing them together in some big world-hopping adventure led by a character nobody's ever heard of. That is just not.
Our time has come. Harmony research complete.
Apparently, back in the 90s,
Unleash
Square
our
Enix and
wrath.
Disney both had
Last
offices
chance
in
to join the
Seaville.
Unity.
And one fateful day, an employee from Square Enix and an employee from Disney
You may speak.
so happened to end up in
Vengeance
Seaville.
is at hand.
They got to talking and they were like, "Hello, Disney employee,
I got
I
an
just
idea.
met. Wouldn't it be cool
It's
to
actually
match up
true.
our universes
I
together
never heard of
and then
this.
send some kid around them beating everything up with a key?"
Yeah, I've never heard of this before.
And that, kids,
Oh
is
my
how
God.
Kingdom Hearts came to be. I read it on nextshark.com, so you know it's true.
Oh,
If there
that's
ever
true.
was a
Yeah.
video game that embraced its identity as a video game, it is goddamn Kingdom Hearts. This game makes no sense, but it's so much fun. Why the hell is Cloud?
Another game, like, again, another Crab's Treasure is one example, and Pal World is another example. Pal World doesn't worry about, like, a story. It's not about, like, the graphics. Yeah, the game looks good, but, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, people just want to have good gameplay. And, like, Helldivers 2. What's the story of Helldivers 2?
Vengeance is a cruel
there's, like,
mistress.
democracy, and there's, like,
The
aliens
future
who hate
is
democracy,
ours.
So you shoot them, and then there's robots, you shoot them too. And, like, yeah, basically, you have to blow them up, and that's it. It's really simple. Monster Hunter, yeah. Gameplay games always come out ahead.
From Final Fantasy, making a deal with Hades and fighting in the hero games on Olympus. I don't know, who cares? I'm Sora and I'm gonna hit this big dog with a key I found. When you travel between the different
is
Disney
underway.
Kingdom Hearts, sometimes the art style, the character designs, and even entire gameplay mechanics will change based on where you go. I keep referencing the Little Mermaid level in Kingdom Hearts because genuinely, when I played this, it was so mind-blowing to me. I love that even at a point so deep into this game, they were still willing to change the fundamental mechanics of how you play it just to keep things fresh. And don't even get me...
I think a really good example for me isn't actually, I never really played Kingdom
Is
Hearts.
it
I never
time?
gave a shit about it.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
To Ash Lake in Dark Souls 1. A random tree that's off on the side of somewhere else. If you have to climb all the way up a tree, all the way down a tree, and then you do that, and you
Speak
come
your
out into
mind.
this massive fucking area, and it's like
Another planet joins the Unity.
there's fucking a giant
At last.
hydra there, these like weird bugs.
Our
and you go
voices
all the
speak
way
as
through
one.
there, and there's a fucking dragon at the end of it, and you can cut off his tail and get one of the best weapons in the game. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy. And it was like, how many people discovered that? I would say probably less than
You
20% of people who
failed
played
to
Dark Souls
place
the
a
first time
bid.
discovered that.
started on the goddamn Gumi ship. I don't know if it's Gumi or Gummy.
Say
I've been
less?
saying
Yeah,
Gumi.
probably.
When I
Hostility
first played
research
it was kind of
complete.
annoying at first. I was thinking, why am I doing this? But now anymore, I'm traveling between the worlds and I'm up in the Gumi ship. I'm
Yeah.
just shooting.
Hostility
stuff. Why the hell do
research
they
tier
need a
complete.
spaceship to get between the Disney worlds? I don't know why they thought they needed a spaceship, but it was awesome.
Defilers encroach upon us.
And shut the fuck up. I'm
Is
not
it time?
entirely sure if this is the
Say
case, but
no
it
more.
Really seems to me like when games were cheaper to make, studios
Commerce
would
upgrade
make
complete.
pretty much anything and just throw
No,
it
he's
out.
right. Yeah, and that makes sense, right? I mean, if your investment is a lot lower, of course you can take more risks. That's common sense. Of course. Yeah, so now they can't afford to take risks whenever they invest $150 million into a
Planet
video game.
item ready.
So again, they have to make the video game appeal to everyone, which makes
out
it
there.
appeal to
And
no
listen,
one.
I was eating it up. I love sitting down with
Done
Chris
and
Clark's
dusted.
applesauce on the floor of a GameStop, just going through the wall of so many
Yeah.
different PS2 games, picking out insane shit like Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfect. I feel like I dreamed this. Sure, they were goofy, but didn't exactly.
The future is ours. Stand by for phase jump.
I think another really great example of this recently is Armored Core 6, is that From Software has made Souls games for the last 10 years, and then they just decide, hey, by the way, you know those mech games we used to make? We're going to do another one. Okay.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
It was awesome.
Last chance to join the Unity. Death cleanse your sins. You will be purged.
Some video essay YouTuber to indie game pipeline, because I was never really that into indie games, but recently I played Hades and Rollerdrome, and it was some of the most fun I've had playing games in a long time. Well,
Harmony research complete.
Overall are only coming from indie developers anymore.
Well, that's because the developers, the big studios, are trying to make games that they want to make the next The Last of Us. They want to make God of War. Because I do think that a lot of the studio, like the main people that are like behind these games,
Commerce upgrade complete.
be considered with like the same
Planet item ready.
that a director of movies is.
Civilian structure complete.
Ego behind it. I know it sounds like stupid.
The future is ours.
Is the shitty licensed games. This has got to be the greatest loss in my lifetime. Those shitty early 2000s movie tie-in licensed games.
The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
If there was a cartoon you liked in the early 2000s,
there's a game for it.
Tie-in game.
That's right.
The future is ours.
Tie-in game. Look up any franchise that had moderate success in this time period and had.
Is it time?
At the end.
Very wise. Enlighten us. A wise plan. Defilers encroach upon us.
And they were all
very wise.
I love them anyway. Like the Cat in the Hat movie tie-in game. What a beautiful nightmare.
Amazing.
Give me a bottle of Dayquil and the
mining upgrade complete.
And I'm having a great week.
I hated these games.
Or you've probably seen this little intro too. Not all, but a lot of it.
Stand by for phase jump. Unleash our wrath.
And clearly
Speak your mind.
In the span of a couple of years, they released literal hundreds of.
Very wise. Last chance to join the Unity.
That's insane.
Desecrators assault our world.
How do you do this? It's a good try. Yeah.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Games. They hit the cartoons hard. They
Harmony research complete.
So
that's what I'm curious about.
Fairly Odd Parents, Tack, and the motherfucking power of Juju. This one was
mining upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
Seriously. So much SpongeBob. And they hit the movies too. Cars, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, WALL-E.
Oh, yeah.
They had Star Wars under their belt. And
some of those were pretty good.
Was a slapper.
Yeah.
These guys dominated the licensed tie-in games. And eventually...
The future is ours. Say no more.
So he doesn't remember.
Unleash our wrath.
See,
at last.
Tie-ins to movies.
Your presence is strong.
We used to have tie-ins to Cheetos. You had Chester the Cheetah video.
Let the bidding commence.
That's all it was. It was just
Our will
Cheetos.
shall be
And
done.
Then, oh, there's another one.
What troubles you? A wise plan. You may
There we go.
speak.
See, he's
At
talking about
last,
PlayStation 2.
vengeance
Remember
is at
PlayStation
hand.
1? You had Pepsi Man.
Our time has come.
Straight up. These
Unleash
people would just
our
go and
wrath.
make a game that's basically an advertisement for Pepsi, and that's all it was.
The
Chex
Unities
Quest,
will
yes.
be done.
Burger King.
Commerce
This is
upgrade
the same
complete.
fucking thing. Chester Cheetah, too cool to fool. I remember seeing
Our
this shit
shields
at
are
Blockbuster
offline.
movies.
Armor down!
Blockbuster video, yeah,
Only
right there.
the Unity can save us now. We are ready.
This was very popular back in the day. Every cereal had a game in it. Yeah, it did.
Shields down!
Why they stopped? You know, where did these go? Everything I found kind of suggested that they didn't stop making them, but they moved over to the more profitable sector of the movie market. the mobile game.
Unleash our wrath. At last.
So back in the 2000s, they were farming stupid kids by making movie games.
No
and now they're
bid.
farming stupid
You
kids by
missed
making anime
out.
Gacha games.
None shall survive.
Hey.
Our armor is breached.
Smart, yeah.
And you know what? They were probably right to do so. Even
You
I
may
ended up spending
speak.
money in Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff. I wanted to build my co-host.
Shields down!
There were a lot of these games.
Our time has come.
But
Yes,
for
they
every
were
shitty other game, there was one gem. Odds are, if you had a
Logistics upgrade complete.
They're making a new one of these.
by all means, should have just been.
Our
another
shields
shitty
no
time.
longer protect us. Enable our revenge.
So happened to be amazing. It was a GTA clone that was like better than GTA. In fact,
You've made a fine purchase. And no refunds.
Our armor is breached. Severe damage sustained. All systems are failing. The Unity will survive this loss.
Why I like
Done
this.
and dusted.
I never played it, but I remember seeing it at stores.
Ever seen The Matrix? I just really was drawn to this game because it made me feel insane. I don't know how to describe it. I loved the Star Wars Episode 3 tie-in game because it had this cool alternate ending, and I was obsessed with this fight on Mustafar between Anakin and Obi-Wan. And
The
so being able to
Unity
do
senses that an
together
enemy has
was
finished
so
a powerful worship.
And obviously, Spider-Man 2. I think a lot of people forget this was a movie tie-in.
This was the game, bro. This game had no business being as good as it was. This shit came out, it should have been illegal.
And even this one had great mini games, the most iconic.
Harmony
And the thing
research
is also,
complete.
like, and if you go and you look at this
Logistics
game,
upgrade
like,
complete.
let me see if I can just get a better frame. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there we go. This really isn't that far off over what we have now. Like, in terms of actual gameplay, you're
Shields
basically
down!
vaulting around the city in the same way that you do now. It just
game
looks
where you
way
go around
better.
delivering pizzas with that.
We are
insane
severely
music.
crippled.
We get that in Insomniac Spider-Man.
You may
instead of
speak.
match the shapes and
Our
colors.
voices
I like the
speak
tiny
as
game that
one.
a lot of people liked.
We
Or
are
the SpongeBob
severely
Battle
crippled.
Bikini Bottom, and I know a lot of people
Unleash
liked
our
that
wrath.
because it got
Hostility research complete.
We've established
At
that the game
last.
studios are in this for
Armor
the money, right? And
down!
it's safe to assume
Only the
that
Unity
they
can
want
protect
the
us
safest
now.
bets for their money.
Our
The most
voices
revenue
speak
with
as
the
one.
least risk. No brainer. Why don't they
Civilian
just take
structure
the shit you
complete.
already like and do it again?
That's
Like, maybe
exactly
a
what they're
3D
doing.
personal-
You want to know an example of that? There's one right there. Want to see another example of it?
Speak your
Let's
mind.
go take a look at another example. Nope.
Say no more.
Oh. Just do it again.
Your
People
presence
really
is
like
strong.
Pokemon. Well, why don't we just go and make another game just like Pokemon? Okay. Sure.
Our
but
will
why give it
shall
a
be
go?
done.
Okay, that's fine.
Unleash our
It's so
wrath.
easy.
Logistics upgrade complete. Civilian structure complete.
Classic, yeah.
Shields down!
I think this aversion to risk is absolutely doing damage to the industry. What do I know?
Speak your
I'm just a
mind.
guy. Clearly the numbers say otherwise. But I think in all of this, the consumer is not blameless. It is me. I'm the consumer. They're only going to do something if they know we're going to buy it.
Shields
And,
down!
Oh man, am I going to buy it? I've been loving the remakes lately. I'm not going to lie. I don't really think we needed 5 iterations of 2 Last of Us games. But for example, like Resident Evil 4 remake or Dead Space remake. Or some
The
of
Demon Souls remake was fucking insane. It was so good.
my favorite games in 2023. They may have been remakes, yes.
Unleash our wrath.
But I felt like
Our
in those
voices
two
speak as
examples
one.
specifically, they expanded the gameplay system.
The future
and
is
made
ours.
changes that honestly
Harmony
justified
research
it.
complete.
Dead Space alone, the zero gravity overhaul was game changing.
Civilian
As well as
structure
a
complete.
voice protagonist where there wasn't one before. So they're not just throwing stuff out. You know, they actually do seem to care about some of these games.
What
The Resident
troubles
Evil
you?
remake was a breath of fresh air for me because I got the quality of life from a AAA game, but the goofy, campy fun from a PS2 game. The graphics were stunning and the gameplay was tight.
The
and well
Unities
optimized.
will be
And
done.
Also got to go up to the shady weapons dealer and buy a rocket launcher to just shoot the final boss with. I just cheesed the entire fight. And
Civilian structure complete.
More fun that way.
Defense upgrade complete.
This is another problem that a lot of games have, is that they're too focused around making
civilian structure complete.
Making everything hard.
Phase jump underway.
Making the game fun to play. And I think really, like, an example of a game that...
Do not be afraid.
I think that's kind of Helldivers 2. I kind of felt that way about
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
So, like, I like being able to play games where it's
Destination
like,
visualized.
You feel like you are...
Our time has come.
Like you're getting
this shall be a reckoning.
Like you're
civilian structure complete. Vengeance is at hand.
I get that in Elden Ring, for example, when I play the shield build.
Retribution is ours. Civilian structure complete. Our voices speak as one.
And I know, obviously, they
planet item ready.
That way.
Civilian structure complete.
Is mine, right? Whenever I figure something out.
What troubles you?
So,
our forces have engaged the enemy.
This shall be a reckoning.
Like a team that could solo kill the raid boss, right, Lucilius, and I could just go AFK, right? And I just had a macro, so like my character would just keep hitting the same button over and over. And
vengeance is at hand.
The entire mission for me. So that was super fucking fun.
You may
and
speak.
I think that really a lot of games try to focus on like being challenging and being hard rather than being fun.
The unities will be done.
That I had been missing.
The farm cheese in Elden Ring,
right
absolutely.
There, and I loved every second of it. To me, this trend of remakes is
defense upgrade complete.
Not alone in missing a time.
Enlighten us.
And it's also proof.
Unleash our wrath.
Will be weaponized at any
military structure complete.
I also think like another
vengeance is at hand.
That's come out.
The unities will be done.
This might be a hot take.
This shall be a reckoning.
More well received.
Speak your mind.
I think that all of the noise about Stellar Blade, oh, look at her butt's so big. Like, oh, this isn't realistic. Like, the game itself was insanely fucking good.
Let the bidding
it had
commence.
No business being as good as it was.
Hostility research complete.
Retribution is ours.
Dragon's Dogma 2 was good, but...
You've made a fine purchase. And no refunds.
Only good if they are profitable. I am happy that younger generations and just more people in general get to experience the games that I loved as a kid and see why for themselves. And also I'm happy that we get to experience these games in ultra-realistic graphics, 4K, Huevos shrinking technology, only playable with the Gigafart 8500 graphics card. You may need to upgrade your PC to play this game. I can appreciate good graphics. I mean, I really like when a game looks pretty, but I think this looks better than this, and this looks better than
Harmony
this.
research complete.
I think
military structure complete.
That people think that graphical fidelity is artistic quality, whereas like the art direction and the lighting and the way that things are
the future
like,
is ours.
Style is more important than the fidelity of the game.
Defense upgrade complete.
Unreal 5 games that have come out that this look very samey is like the best evidence that I can
No
give you
bid.
that
You missed out.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress. The future is ours.
Inspired art direction, creativity, and focus on atmosphere. This isn't something.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like, I think Elden Ring is the best example of this. Elden Ring actually has pretty low...
Harmony research tier complete.
If you actually look at the models in Elden Ring, they're good, but they're not the same level of quality as a lot of other AAA games. But because the lighting and the way the models are designed is so...
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
The game is so good.
Another planet joins the Unity.
Same as Bloodborne is awful. If you look at Bloodborne, the graphics on the game are terrible, but it doesn't matter because of the way that it's presented.
It's gone.
Military structure complete.
Games have left my jaw on the floor because they're so beautiful. Bloodborne,
and there's also Classic WoW. Think about Classic WoW and how many like really great zones and like frames they have in that game. And it's like the graphics on it are really bad, but it doesn't matter because the style is so good.
Military structure complete.
Bloodborne.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Done and dusted.
They were limited.
Is it time? Our voices speak as one. Whatever the unity wills. Mining upgrade complete.
I mean, that is not
Planet item ready.
It's iconic. A phrase I really like and I've used before in one of these videos is limitation breeds creativity. Trying to make a game back on the PS2, I imagine was extremely
Speak your mind.
but it made them so creative, making these
Our time has come.
looking games. I often find that when creating something and you run into
You
a
may
problem,
speak.
the solution that you come up with to the
At
problem
last.
leads to an infinitely more interesting and unique final product. Like I said, we still get a lot of stunning
Our
gameplay
voices
coming out.
speak as
But I
one.
feel like now with the ability to actually
Phase jump
create
underway.
games, well, not
Military
real,
structure
pretty
complete.
damn real. That
Hostility research complete.
focus is making a game that looks realistic, not one.
I think games, like, I like games that have great graphics, but really good graphics will never get me to play a game regularly. Because if it did, New World wouldn't be a dead game. New World had some of the best writing and the best world design of, like, any MMO. But it still died because there's nothing
Whatever
really
the
doing it.
unity wills.
That is creative in its visuals. In a lot of ways, I miss those older games that we used to get. But I'm also glad for all the games that we get now. Like Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games of all time. And Baldur's Gate 3, which I made an entire video
Our
on.
forces have engaged the enemy.
Like, the problem now is that so much of the, like, gaming conversation is dominated by the games that are really bad. Like, for example, people are talking about Suicide Squad all the time, or they're talking about, like, the new Assassin's Creed game.
Is it
Or,
time?
like, a few of these other, like, popular to hate games.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Now we have so many really popular and really good games coming out all the time that, like, people are getting effectively, like, fucking fatigued from it.
Feel our
Like, we're
wrath.
having good games come out constantly. And now it's Concord. Yeah, now Concord is the bad game. Do you think the best-selling online store ruined the game industry?
Military structure complete.
You're asking me, like, do I think that, like, having a store in the game ruined it? Not really. I mean, I think that... I do think that having a store inside of the game does hurt immersion a lot, but I don't think that's the real reason why it happened. Every streamer that played the graphics exposition...
The future is ours.
Bullshit.
Shield
Yeah, and, like, you're probably going to see that
Very
video,
wise.
have to announce
Unleash
their
our
closing because of
wrath.
that. That's just the way it is.
A phenomenal experience.
Our
Compare
voices
that
speak as
to
one.
PS2 Baldur's
Speak
Gate
your
Dark
mind.
Alliance 2, and it's no contest. The only reason I might want to pick up and play Dark Alliance 2 is because I miss playing it with my dad when I was a kid. I used to live in this big
Commerce
house
upgrade
right on the
complete.
corner lot, that baseball field right across the street. I think the
It
house
is destined.
definitely haunted. I was 8 years old when that house caught fire. I remember I was watching SpongeBob and I walked in
Is it time?
and I saw these crazy flames of all over.
Tremble before the
Long story short,
unity.
The house got completely ruined, and my dad got hurt pretty bad. But he recovered fine. They just took some skin from his butt and put it on his hand. I call it his butt hand. This house, though, was mostly ruined, and the property had a separate garage, like a barn kind of, and that garage had an attic. My dad decided that we were gonna fix up the house ourselves and live up in that. Him and I shared this airbed up there, and right next to
Shield
it was a
down!
jockey that I had hooked up my PlayStation 2 and my original Xbox.
He's made
During the
a
day, I'd
fine
obviously go to
purchase.
school, and I got home,
No
I'd help him
refunds.
build however I could.
Shield
and there wasn't much I could do. I was 8.
Hostility research complete.
Done and dusted.
Speak your mind. Military structure complete.
And when we were done for the day, I would go up and play on that PS2.
Our time has come.
Not to get into too much.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Yeah, I think
Speak your
everybody has a
mind.
story like that.
Our time has come.
You know, like,
Our
there's,
armor
like,
is
their
breached.
version of this.
At
I was
last.
having a hard time.
Is it time?
Swinging around,
Military structure complete.
made it all melt away.
Harmony research complete.
I wasn't Zach with all this stress and all these problems I didn't understand. I was Spider-Man.
Our will is transcendent.
But he always seemed happy when him and I were playing video.
Civilian structure complete.
We had a ton of fun. We would just laugh and hang out together playing Halo 2 on the Xbox, just going through the game. it was in moments like that where it really felt like everything.
Bro, like that's a W, Dad, because like if you're playing Halo 2 with your 8-year-old kid and you're doing campaign co-op, remember whenever you'd have your teammate die?
Civilian structure complete.
Bro, his dad didn't bald out on him, probably dying 50 fucking times in the game. Think about that. That's a W, Dad. Yeah, that's crazy.
Logistics upgrade complete.
It didn't feel like we had just lost.
Our time has come.
It felt like we had everything that we could ever need. And it's funny now,
Vengeance is a
sometimes
cruel
just
mistress.
yes.
Is it time?
I'm back up in the attic with my dad.
Civilian structure complete. Harmony research complete.
An auction is underway.
And escapism from simple pleasures like
Shields down!
Always
Unleash our
have
wrath.
that game or just media in general that was able to give us a break from a hard time in our lives. Made us hold on to that experience forever. And so now we judge
Civilian
that
structure
by what it
complete.
did for us, rather than what it actually did. I'd love to hear if there was anything like that that stuck with you, either in a comment or
Our armor is breached!
I feel like it's extremely common. And like that's why I think a lot of people play
Our
video games,
voices
like, for
speak as
escapism
one.
and shit like that.
The
It's
unities
like,
will
there's
be
probably a lot of
done.
games that, like you have different
You
memories
may
for like
speak.
different reasons, etc. And I feel like that's always been like one of the big draws. And I think that also, if you want to enjoy
Item
games
complete.
more,
We are stronger
I think that
now.
you should really like.
Shields down!
A lot of people go and they
Civilian
overanalyze
structure
video
complete.
games before they play
Defense
them.
upgrade
And I think
complete.
That over-analysis makes them playing the game not feel as good because they're like constantly thinking about all this stuff that they read about it.
Is
and
it
it's
time?
Like, oh well, they didn't like this part, etc. Where it's like if you just play the game, it's like an unironic ignorance is bliss situation where if
You
you're just playing the
failed
game for
to
the
place a
simple enjoyment of
bid.
the game, rather than like trying to like think about how good it is or anything like that. Just take a step back
None
and
shall
just
survive.
enjoy the experience. I think that you will get more out of the game.
My email at this point. I
Just
don't
play
care.
it
I can't
first? Yeah,
promise I'll
exactly.
Get back to you, but if you want to, shoot me an email. I might
Yep.
see it. Thank you so much for over
Our shields have failed.
100,000 subscribers.
What
he
does the
really likes
unity
the
will?
show, So that's good. Send it off to him. He's the real hero here. 100K is crazy. You know, I started another channel a while ago, and it took me so long. I was trying so hard to get to 100K. And with this one, I wasn't even trying. I just kind of did it. I mean, we did it.
Our armor is compromised.
This is
We won't
This is a
last
cool
long.
thing to do. This is my
Implicitly.
pleasure now.
Research rate upgrade complete.
Click the
So
card
shall it
right
be.
here. Watch another video. This got way too savvy. Click
Moving
on
into
some other
phase
video,
space.
please. Okay, goodbye.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually think this guy had like a lot of like really, really good points in this game, in this video.
Implicitly,
Like this is actually
the
a really good-
future
this a
is
really good
ours.
I think that
Vengeance is
nostalgia
at
plays a
hand.
really big part into why people look back on like these games fondly. And I think if people started remaking the movie games and stuff like that, everybody would just call it a soulless cash grab. So it's not like
Military
it's like
structure
100%, but I
complete.
feel like some of the points that he's bringing up are like 100%.
Done and
relevant.
dusted.
Nostalgia's the entire
We
reason.
are ready.
I don't really think
Is it
it's the entire
time?
reason. I think that a lot of people are fatigued from
Military
games
structure
that focus
complete.
on things that gamers don't care about. And I think that's really where the frustration comes from. It's like you're looking at this game, you're excited for this game, and then it's like, okay, this is pretty much all the same shit that was already there. If it's not, then why do kids go back? Well, why don't? If it's not, then why don't kids go back and play these games? Well, because they're products of their time, right? I mean, like, for example, there's a lot of things that you're not going to really go back.
Research rate
I
upgrade
bet kids
complete.
nowadays probably aren't growing up watching Lord of the Rings because they have their own movies now that are part of like their own new culture that they have. And like that's just what happens, right? It's the same
Hostility
as, like,
research
Ben-Hur,
complete.
like or the Ten Commandments. Like, you know, my parents grew up watching those movies. Now I don't really grow up watching them. It doesn't mean the movies were bad. It just means that like they were a product of a different time. So I don't think that necessarily means
The
it, and I think that,
completion
like,
of
you
this
have
item
other
makes us
games that are
stronger.
similar to that,
Harmony
like, as I said,
research
another Crash
complete.
Treasure, stuff like that, that still have the same vibe even now. But yeah, that was a really good movie. A video. I'm actually gonna read some of the comments on this. I've never seen this guy's channel before, so yeah, this is really good. Remember, these are only good. if they're
Military
profitable.
structure complete.
Putting a PS2 starting screen at the beginning of a video, a cheat code. Nostalgia is so hard. Yeah, man. Story about you and Dad was really special. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, everybody's gonna have a lot of stories for like kind of like playing video games with like their parents maybe. Like for me, it was with my mom a lot. Like I would play a lot of games with her. And yeah, absolutely. I have so many of those fucking stories, man.
You may speak. Vengeance is at hand.
Uh-oh.
Research rate upgrade complete.
You might think gaming is in a golden age.
Our time has
Video
come.
games have never been more
At
popular.
last.
Professional gaming is a growing and respected sport, and game publishers see record profits year after year. This surface-level success, however, conceals many of the core issues plaguing modern games.
I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, that is true, huh? We have Dark and Darker. This is like shit that I played in the last year. We have Elden Ring. I was gonna say Lost Ark, but I feel like that one would probably be a part of this video. You have Hades, New World. Well, what else would we have? Valheim, Vampire Survivors. I feel like we've had a lot of really good games come out recently. Like, I'm not all doom and gloom about gaming, but I feel like if you don't step outside of the mainstream, you probably think gaming is the worst thing that's ever happened. That's what I think. New World, no, New World is a good game. You buy the game, there's no pay to win, there's like optional fucking cosmetic microtransactions, there's no need for games. You buy the game, it's fucking developed, and you can say you don't like the game, totally fine. But
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. We must act. Another planet joins the Unity.
In a total lack of passion or vision. In terms of quality and actual care put into games, modern gaming has been on a consistent decline for close to a decade now. From predatory microtransactions,
Harmony research complete.
unoriginal games, to the current drought of new and interesting IPs, gaming has been
Hostility research complete. Item complete. We are stronger now. Is it time? Very wise.
It's boring how like people don't want to make any new IPs. And like maybe it's always been like this, but I feel like every time something new comes out that's like a big title, it's always
The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
entertainment and artistry to a corporatized money-making venture.
Mining upgrade
The
complete.
vast majority of my life,
Speak your
as someone who
mind.
genuinely appreciates the passion
Destiny
and artistry present in
unfolds.
games. This mass corporatization and denigration of the
What is this? Salvador Dali, the game? The fuck is this? Like,
Whatever the Unity wills.
medium is depressing at best and infinitely vexing at worst. I know I'm not alone in this stance either. The countless failures and disappointments of the modern games industry has left most gamers tired and frustrated.
Yeah.
To that end, I want to chart the slow descent of this once great industry, look at where it's heading, and what we should do in response.
We should shit on our own hand and then smear it all over yourself and then tell Blizzard that you're not going to buy any more battle passes and delete your battle.net account. That's what you have to do. That's the only thing that'll stop them. Yeah, true. Somebody's got to say it.
Production of the item is complete.
Before we can discuss the dismal state of modern gaming, I want to first look at the era which preceded it, along
Is it
with remaining
time?
unique. I think few would argue that the mid-90s to late 2000s was a true golden age of gaming, and for a number of reasons. While the actual quality of
I feel
game-
like, you know what the last good game was? In like that era?
Our time has come. The Unity's will be
I
done.
feel like after
Speak
Halo
your
3,
mind.
things were like,
Say no more.
but like before
Time
then,
to bid.
everything
Place
was
am
good.
I.
Splitters too, bro. That was
Your
like
time has come.
2002.
Do not dare
Halo
resist.
3.
Our forces have engaged the enemy. The Unity senses that an enemy has finished a powerful warship.
Shit, not even anything close to it. And then after that, that's whenever the horse armor started coming.
Commerce upgrade complete.
DLC
Harmony
started
research
coming.
complete.
Half-Life 2? Bitch, Half-Life 2 came out in 2004. Halo 2 came out in 2004.
Civilian structure complete. Vengeance is a
and
cruel
understanding
mistress.
will be discussed.
Yeah, get
One
your
of the biggest
numbers right.
factors in this golden age was the state of gaming and the broader games industry. Gaming was considered a more nerdy or unusual hobby back then. You weren't getting bullied at school for not having the latest Fortnite skin, but for
I never got bullied at school for playing video games. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like that never. That shit
Is it
never,
time?
Did that happen to you guys? Like that never fucking. Like, I'm 32.
Planet item ready.
So I went to school in the 90s.
You've won us over with your fancy words and your coin.
playing video
Let
games
this be
in the
a
first place.
lesson. Next
This
time,
relative
pay up.
popularity meant that the games industry was just a fraction of its current size. Conversely, game developers
Commerce
and publishers
upgrade
were much more
complete.
numerous back then. Various small and independent groups all competed in the open gaming market, and you'd either sink or swim depending on the quality of your games.
Yeah.
While many studios sunk, those that swam were handsomely rewarded and typically redoubled their efforts for their next project.
Yep.
Furthermore, these small
Civilian
teams were often
structure
staffed by
complete.
dedicated gamers and enthusiasts.
Hostility research complete.
Passion and care put into the games they produced. Take, for example, Bungie back in the early 2000s. Their singular goal when producing the Halo trilogy was to make the best, most enjoyable game possible, and it shows in their outlook.
Yeah, that would be alright.
The difference between good enough and awesome is so
Speak your
big.
mind.
And I mean, there's this standard set by everyone here that, I mean, good enough sucks. You can't do good enough. It's a hard kind of thing to live up to, but it's I mean, the game's going to be better for it.
We are the most cynical.
And you got to keep in mind, like back in the day, people couldn't go and like patch a game. Like back, and like this. I think this might have changed.
Logistics upgrade complete. You will be purged.
If your game shipped with a bug, your game was shit with a bug, and that's it.
Well, like we are the jaded crowd who, if a game doesn't entertain us in 5 minutes, we stop playing it.
The passion you see here is honestly commendable.
Harmony research complete.
At Bungie and the broader games industry.
The worst thing about this, I think, is that there's a lot of guys that probably still work at Bungie and other studios like that feel exactly the way that
Your
these
time
guys
has
do.
come.
But the problem is that
Our
there
time
are
has come.
production machines
Vengeance is a cruel
that
mistress.
create deadlines that make
At
it to where they're
last,
not able to produce
unleash
a quality
our
product.
wrath.
Like,
The unities will be done.
Develop video games,
Production of the item is complete.
a game that's as good as Halo 3. I don't think anybody goes into video game development
Civilian structure
and sits through
complete.
80 hours of crunch time just to release a game.
Hostility
from scratch.
research complete.
I don't believe that.
Speak
Now, I think
your
some
mind.
are misguided.
Civilian structure complete. We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity. Logistics upgrade complete. Maximum civilian orbit slots reached.
In addition to having an industry clearly committed to quality, the technological development seen in the 5th, 6th, and 7th generations dramatically expanded what can be done with video games.
That's true.
This is perhaps best demonstrated by the transition from 2D.
This was my game, man. I grew up playing this game. This was, oh my god. I would play this game with my mom back in the day. It took me like 4 years to beat this game. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I was so fucking into it. And yeah, I would play that shit all the time. I remember the game would reset.
Civilian structure complete.
In like 1996, because I could go through the first 3 temples in like an hour and just get back to the fucking dark world.
The future is ours.
I would give anything to go back to this era. I would
Civilian
give
structure
anything to go back to
complete.
1997. Like, I remember I talked to my mom about this game at church.
Civilian structure complete.
Be like, yo, we gonna play some Zelda after this shit? You gotta take me to Burger King.
Speak your mind.
To 3D.
Civilian structure complete.
An additional dimension not only enables
Planet
more
item
interesting
ready.
forms of gameplay,
Defense
but also
upgrade
beautiful art
complete.
styles and actually realistic graphics. These are your Killer 7s for the former and Re 4s for the latter. The size and scope
Destiny
of games also increased
unfolds.
substantially in this time
We
period.
await your
from megabyte
command.
Size to gigabytes.
Yeah.
Whereas games on cartridges had to make best use of very limited real
Harmony
estate,
research
these allowed for
complete.
about as much game as you wanted, and at then modern graphics. Finally, internet access had reached
Also, you gotta keep in mind, like, PlayStation 3, how much was that on release? It was like $600-700 because it had Blu-ray on it.
Production of the item is
It
complete.
had Blu-ray. $600, yeah. Like,
Civilian structure complete.
PlayStation because it was too expensive. Like, I got a 360.
of millions, even billions by this time period, meaning games no longer had to be primarily single-player or couch co-op titles.
Just hit him, assassinate
In
him.
short, the games industry not only had the technology
We
to make
are
huge
ready.
games, but the will and passion to do so. In a field that
We
results
await your
speak for
command.
themselves.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress. Speak your mind.
I never played any Grand Theft Auto all the way through.
Military structure complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor. Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Gamers were spoiled for choice in the 90s and 2000s. While shovelware and cash grabs certainly were a thing, you had an absolute smorgasbord of quality titles to choose from, no matter what you were looking for.
Mining upgrade complete. The future is ours. Planet item ready. Military structure complete.
Right now. Like there are. I actually think so. Like,
Very
I
wise.
genuinely believe that there are
Your time has come.
that are out there.
Military structure complete.
Name 5. Okay. What are the restrictions?
Military structure complete.
Like games
Unleash
without-
our
I mean,
wrath.
like, okay, obviously
Our
one is
voices
gonna be,
speak as one.
Elden Ring, right? One is gonna be Elden Ring, but we have good games. Yeah, because it's like, I mean, I would say that I would put Valorant on the list. I would put Valheim on the list. I would put
At
Vampire
last.
Survivors on the list. Well, like we're talking AAA games. Like, would you put Doom 2016, 2018 on the list? Like from everything I've seen, I would say
Civilian
yes, put
structure
God of War on the
complete.
list. There you go. What about like Demon's Souls?
You've
the new
made a
remake of that?
fine
I feel like
purchase.
that one's really fucking good.
No
Devil May Cry 5,
refunds.
that one's fucking
Mining upgrade
insane.
complete.
Yeah, there are a lot of really good games now. Like Breath of the Wild.
The
Yeah, there's
future
that one.
is ours.
V Rising, yeah, V Rising, that's another one. That's like Vampire Valheim.
Just hop in Tony Hawk or literally anything from
Say
Nintendo
no
at the time.
more.
I want to go back and play every Zelda game that I missed out on. I stopped.
Our thoughts are one. Military structure complete.
I never finished.
We'll consider it. Harmony research complete. At last. Our will is transcendent. Military structure complete. Enable our revenge.
Wide world of web, WoW was still relevant. And not terrible.
The Unity agrees.
Shut up.
Just fun. People treated it as an
It's gonna come back.
hobby. You hear from a friend that the new Scrimbo Bimblo slaps, drop 40 or 50
Speak your
bucks on it,
mind.
and have a good time. Gamers had
Vengeance is a cruel
and while
mistress.
expectations weren't always met and missteps were had.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Damn, let me pause this. I just want to look at it.
At last. The anima are restless. Destiny unfolds.
That's like one of the old. That's like the newer.
Civilian structure complete. Hostility research complete.
That's a. Oh my God. Is that
Place
that's not
your
the
bids,
one?
you
But like,
scallywags.
you would plug like a.
Speak
you
your
have the
mind.
Sonic and Knuckles, and you would plug Sonic 3 into it in order to play the extra characters.
Our time has
The
come.
Genesis.
The Unity's will be done.
Oh man.
Our voices speak as one.
Wow. I love these pictures.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
Civilian structure complete. Our will is transcendent.
For its slow and pitiful death in the 5th century.
You know what? Like Roman Empire is actually very similar to
Unleash
Greece,
our
because there
wrath.
weren't 90%
The Unity's will be done.
Empire slaves.
Production of the item is complete.
Our time has come.
Like 90%
At
of people
last.
in gaming now
You
are
may
being
speak.
free-to-play.
Logistics upgrade complete.
Think of the free-to-play players
Our
as
voices speak as one.
Think of the pay-to-win
Civilian
players as
structure complete.
90%. It was a lot. Okay, there was a lot of fucking people were slaves.
Unleash our wrath. At last.
No different.
Our voices speak as one. Vengeance is a cruel mistress. You may speak. At last.
Next time, place a bid.
Do not be afraid. A wise plan. Enlighten us. It has begun. Do not be afraid. Unleash our wrath. Our voices speak as one. Civilian structure complete.
This is where it all began, guys. The reason why video games are terrible, you're looking at it right now.
Do not be afraid. At last. Is it time?
Around your ever-lengthening body as you go from point to point.
Production of the item is complete.
Play for a few minutes at a time, but it's
Civilian structure complete.
Most like features. In line with
Defense upgrade complete.
Forward would often include short little games similar in scope to Snake. Many of these games were shipped with the phone itself, and while it was possible to download additional games, they were never terribly common or popular. The system, however, would be completely turned on its head in 2007 upon the release of the iPhone.
Isn't it crazy the fact that fucking like Steve Jobs and Apple just made this shit?
Do not be afraid.
Our voices speak as one. The Unity's will be done.
It was nuts.
The iPhone, and more specifically its App Store, offered users a variety of applications and games for purchase. Much like the iPhone itself, this storefront proved wildly successful. Though it released with only 500 apps,
Speak your mind.
Its number increased to well over 100,000, and these apps were downloaded over 2 billion times.
People love this.
Initially, the App Store would sell their games for a one-time, upfront
Destiny
cost.
unfolds.
How games were always sold.
The future is ours.
Would eventually be expanded in 2009.
The Unity's will be done.
New and exciting ways of making money.
Exciting.
The biggest addition were
Our
in-app
thoughts
purchases,
are one.
system using alcohol, microtransactions. While many apps
The
made
Unity
ungodly amounts of
agrees.
money off this system, perhaps
What
those
troubles you? Hostility research complete. A wise plan. Military structure complete. Speak your mind. Military structure complete.
is Candy Crush.
Do not be afraid. Very subtle.
It's nothing special as a game.
You may
You master 3
speak.
pieces of candy in a row,
Say no
and
more.
accomplish objectives.
Death will
Perhaps
cleanse
the
your
titles have been around for some
sins.
time and have had successful entries such as Bejeweled. What sets Candy Crush apart from its peers, however, was its method of monetization, predatory microtransactions. While Candy Crush was free to download, it was seemingly designed to incur, then profit off of addiction. First and foremost, the actual gameplay rewards you at every step, complementing and...
Is it time?
A lot of trains, gambling trains. I watched a lot. And that looks a lot like Dead, Dead, Dead. I mean, it does. I never played this game, so I had no idea. But damn. Like, look at this.
First and foremost, the actual gameplay rewards you
come
at
on.
every step, complimenting and praising you for making the right move
That's a
or
duel,
just
yeah.
having pieces fall in the right places. You're given dopamine hit after dopamine hit with easy
Retribution
levels,
is
difficult ones
ours.
You can't quite beat.
Military structure
Candy Crush
complete.
operates on a life system, and once you run out of lives, you're cut off from the flashy lights and easy dopamine.
Wow.
You can either wait to ridiculous
Military
uncomfortable
structure
amount of time
complete.
to get your dopamine fix, or just pay 99 cents for an immediate refill. Both options funnel you into playing and eventually paying more and more. And it was this Skinner
See,
box.
like, they had this in Bloons. I remember I played Bloons, and you could spend money to redo the last level.
Very
And
wise.
I was like, whoa, this is like
Last
playing
chance to join the Unity.
like a Super
Last
Nintendo
chance
game
to join the
with
Unity.
save state.
You will be purged.
Bro, you're cheating. You're fucking cheating. Now, I would do it if it was on screen, because it would be boring to go through all the levels over and over and over again. Yeah, whatever. So, like, if a streamer does it...
Death will cleanse your sins.
Am I gonna do this?
Say no more. Last chance to join the Unity. Last chance to join the Unity. You will be purged. Death will cleanse your sins. You will be purged.
$1 billion in 2014.
Last chance to join the Unity. Last chance to join the Unity. You will be purged.
Simple gameplay loop made up over 1% of the games industry.
That's
all
sad.
because it had an unbelievably effective microtransaction system.
Over 9 million.
This
Last chance to join the
industry two
Unity.
things. First of all, video games were big money. A business
Last
venture
chance
that
to
was
join the
insanely
Unity.
profitable.
You will be purged. Civilian structure complete. Hostility research complete.
Makes $1 million a day, even back then. Like, God, bro, I need to start making one of these mobile games. This is we need to get into this. We need to break into the
Harmony
market.
research complete.
This is not to say the games industry wasn't already massive.
is like
It was raking in
2014,
tens of billions at the
2015,
time,
somewhere around there.
but it put into perspective
Maybe
just how
earlier.
much money you can make off of games. Second, A game doesn't have to be good in the traditional sense to be profitable. Making a game that is legitimately fair and enjoyable doesn't have to be a prerequisite for success.
Place
It just
your
has to have the
bids,
right
you
mechanisms
scallywags.
to keep people of their money and have them come back for more. It was around this time period of the early to mid-2010s that you began to see the exportation of this philosophy from the mobile market to gaming as a whole.
Yep.
It's this philosophy which treats games more as a dry business just to make money, rather than an earnest form of art and escapism.
Vengeance is a
that led to
cruel
this slow
mistress.
decline of gaming.
Yeah, that's what's happened with every fucking media. That's just how it goes. You get the people with a lot of money that get in charge, and then that's the way it is.
For anyone who's paid even a modicum of attention to the broader games industry over the past few years, you'd find it mired in scandals, mediocrity, and disappointment. The reason for this goes back to the philosophy shift mentioned earlier. Games aren't being made to be enjoyed, but to make money.
Yeah.
It's this hard shift in priorities that has just gutted the soul of gaming and replaced it with flowcharts, focus groups, and
Well, it's also that people don't actually quit the games whenever
We
the
await
game is
your
bad.
command.
Because if people actually stopped playing the games, people would stop doing this. These companies would stop doing it. But people keep buying the battle passes. They keep playing the gotchas. It's really the consumer's fucking
Next time,
fault.
place a bid.
Because they're the ones that are giving the company the money. The company's like, hey, we just want to make money. And the consumers are like, well, I want to get farmed for fucking money.
revenue projections.
Victim blaming?
Take, for example,
yeah,
the
I
explosive growth
absolutely
in
am.
microtransactions over the past decade or so.
Yep.
Modern games are often replete with issues such as slow progression, unbalanced gameplay, or a lack of content. This isn't a mistake. These issues are introduced on purpose, with the only way to overcome them being microtransactions.
Oh, exactly. Like, whenever you have pay-for-convenience features in a game, all you're doing is you're paying the developer to make the game inconvenient.
The future
Because
is
if the game
ours.
was convenient, then you would never pay for the convenience features. So they make it inconvenient on purpose to make you have to pay for them.
It doesn't matter if fair systems are dropped for a less engaging gameplay loop. It doesn't matter if microtransactions prioritize the size of your bank.
This is...
Harmony research complete.
It costs $110,000 to fully gear up in a...
Shields down!
No.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Gear up in a Diablo Immortal season.
You may speak.
That's just for one season.
Hostility research complete.
Bank account rather than in-game skill. It doesn't matter if microtransactions have led to some of the most addictive, predatory systems imaginable. Microtransactions make an incomprehensible amount of money. That's the only...
I don't know why people get all fucking up in their feelings about game companies do this, man. You have these people that are making like
The future is ours.
in third world countries. You're gonna talk to me about microtransactions and about how fucking, oh my god, I can't believe these companies are doing this. They're gonna do anything that they can to make money. That's why you have to have rules to make sure they don't fucking do that. Because if they didn't, then they'd just still be doing it. You said that yesterday. I did, because people won't fucking listen. Makes me mad. Whataboutism, what a great argument. No, what I'm saying is, like, if you get mad
Death will cleanse your sins.
People have been mad at Nike and Adidas and Apple for this shit forever, right? About them using like third world labor and this kind of stuff. Yeah, so like, are they still doing it? Oh, man, ain't that something? Yeah, that's crazy, because it doesn't matter if you get mad. Like, it's not like if you get, this isn't like you say microtransactions bad 3 times they go away. Well, if you get 100,000 likes on a tweet that says that Nike is bad, that tweet is no longer relevant in 3 days. And Nike still sells shoes. They're still gonna buy it. That's, and you might not like it, but that's what it is. Without third world labor, Nikes would cost $1,000. People would complain about the price. Good, bro. You don't need that shit. The Nike, what the fuck you need? Like some weird ass shit printed on your shoe. What do you need? Like air bubbles and like
Production of the item is complete.
for you to
Harmony
walk around
research
your own fucking
complete.
house and walk to Burger King. You don't need that. Just buy a normal pair of fucking shoes. You're not in the NBA. Settle down.
reason they're so prevalent.
Oh, and by the way, half the shoes are $1,000 anyway now.
It's more important that their septuagenarian shareholders see a 15% APY than actually give their customer base a semi-decent product. Outside of making games with these predatory, money-first systems, modern games are often released in a broken and buggy state. The recent poster child of incomplete garbage is none other than Saints Row.
Oh, that one.
Aside from having some genuine cringe-inducing writing and gameplay that's boring 2 hours in, the game just does not function.
That's a problem.
Pull up literally any full-length review, and you'll see a deluge of bugs, glitches, and broken features in this game. Saints Row isn't an outlier in this regard either. You had Battlefield 2042.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
77 the year before that.
Well, I mean, New World was a shit show on
Is it time?
And I realized that New World was actually a very entertaining game, but it only became entertaining if you included
Another planet joins the Unity
in the game as part of the entertainment value the game provided. So if you included the duping,
hostility research complete,
and it's like this is part of why it's fun, then it became a good game. But if you wanted to play a normal game, New World was not the game for you.
Both incredibly hyped games that should not have shipped in the state they were in. The people at the helm, and more specifically the publishers, just stopped caring. They knew a bunch of gullible saps and stupid teens would drop $60 on their latest shitfest, so why even bother? Worst of all, if a game totally flops, many of these studios and publishers are so large they can just eat the losses, shelve their broken game, and move on to...
Well, it's because the production studio, like, their name doesn't get dragged through the mud. It's the people that make the game who get dragged through the mud, even though they're not the ones that made a timeline that's unrealistic. So that's why production studios keep doing
planet item ready,
because they don't lose. So the moment that they kill a
mining upgrade complete,
it's like a leech, right? As soon as you suck all the blood out of one of them, you just go to the next one. It doesn't matter what happens to them.
The next lazily made entry.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
This corporatized, business-centric approach to game development has just killed any passion and vision within the larger
Time
industry.
to bid. Place am I.
Prioritizing player experience and creating new IPs, game developers are more preoccupied with garbage sequels, unnecessary remakes, and shameless trend chasing. For me, the epitome...
I'm gonna be honest. I love Warzone as a BR, and I think Warzone is very much a transcendent BR that added a lot of...
We are ready.
The Gulag was a great innovation on the BR genre, and I also thought that, though I feel like the gameplay of Warzone was really good. Like, it was as good as
very wise.
It was realistic. So, like, for people that didn't like the way that Fortnite was, that didn't like Apex Legends, like, you know, Futurism either, like, Warzone was your fucking game. And on top of that, they had the buyouts and, like, the spending money, like, you can buy different things. I really thought Warzone was a great fucking game. I don't like this idea, like, people make it like, oh, it's so popular to hate on BRs. Bro, I love BRs. They're fun.
Speak your mind.
Fuck that.
The epitome of this visionless, trend-chasing game development has been the new Halo trilogy.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
As the stories in each game have little to do with each other and are all pretty mediocre in their own
right.
The
future is ours.
This lackluster writing,
let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
Games, presumably because money. 4 has score streaks and loadouts. 5 has pay-to-win loot boxes. An Infinite
mining upgrade complete.
That's so barren and devoid of content, it's genuinely shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, the thing.
Planet item ready.
I feel like these companies, they just phone it in with some of these
hostility research complete.
There's nothing even that good out of some of them.
One of the most groundbreaking, influential, and just plain fun series ever created was utterly castrated by out-of-touch, money-first suits.
Yep.
Most tragically of all, this fate has fallen countless other IPs and series, all reduced to shells of their former selves by visionless hacks and unoriginal frauds.
I think that so much of it is that, like, for example, a lot of companies, they get stuck having to make the same game because this is
our forces have engaged the enemy.
And that's kind of what happened with Bungie and Halo. Is that
Speak
Halo
your
3,
mind.
What was the slogan for Halo 3? Finish the
Vengeance
fight.
is a cruel mistress. Death will cleanse your sins.
1, 2, 3,
Destiny unfolds.
They make,
Last chance to join the Unity.
Microsoft
Mining
like,
upgrade complete.
You got to do another one, and then they did, and then they moved off of Halo. ODST, yeah, but that was a kind of an offshoot. Like I feel like that was not as much of a Halo game. But you're right. Like they did have ODST, and then they had Halo Wars as well. Like I did not forget that. But my point is that I feel like sometimes development studios feel like they have to continue an IP past the point where it needs to be continued. I'll give you an example for a movie. Zoolander 2. Nobody needed Zoolander 2. Nobody asked for Zoolander 2. Nobody wanted Zoolander 2. It was fine.
The future is ours.
Great example. In my opinion, The Matrix could have been fine is one movie. Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution.
Commerce upgrade complete. Planet item ready.
We have come to bring the Unity's enlightenment to all.
Sci-fi stuff. It was pretty interesting, right? So I'll give it a pass. But like, even the Matrix...
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
Come on.
Is it time?
The AAA games industry has fundamentally
regressed. That's what I think happens. It's like,
priorities totally misaligned with the point of gaming.
To do the same shit.
And unfortunately, it's a situation that I don't see changing anytime soon. It's blatantly obvious that money is the biggest, if not single motivating factor in making games nowadays.
Well, it always was. If they weren't able to make enough money with developing a game, then they wouldn't be able to pay anybody to keep the lights on.
Is it time?
I think it's about like...
We obey the Unity's will.
To appease stockholders is enough. And I know the answer to that, more. The answer is always, what's enough?
Our will is transcendent.
And if that's the industry's goal, then they're certainly succeeding. There's no longer a major incentive to make the industry's goal, then they're certain.
Make up 80...
Commerce upgrade complete.
Transactions make up 88% of digital game spending? Yeah, no fucking shit they have these in the game. It makes sense.
...only succeeding. There's no longer a major incentive to make interesting or good games, when you can just copy-paste total schlock every year and still make billions.
No, they've been doing this
You can vote with your wallet to change things.
Planet item ready. Hostility research complete. Civilian structure complete. The future is ours.
Your vote counts as one and somebody else's vote counts as one. Right? Theoretically, let's not make this political, guys. Your vote is one, their vote is one. In a perfect world. In a video game, that's not how it works.
Powering phase engines!
$30,000.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
And a guy that only spent $10 only voted 10 times. And think about how many people need to not spend that money to equal one $30,000 vote.
Commerce upgrade complete.
That's a lot.
Furthermore, the AAA games industry has largely consolidated under a select few major corporations.
Defilers encroach upon us.
Coupled with the increasing barriers to entry due to technological advancement, means there's little reason for innovation and few grounds for competition.
Production of the item is complete. Requisite research must be conducted first.
Phil Spencer and Andrew Wilson are perfectly fine with
Powering phase engines!
I mentioned at the beginning that I discussed what should be done regarding the modern gaming industry's dismal state. And I feel the best option for gamers is nothing. The modern games industry...
Yeah, I think that's true. In my opinion, I think what you need to do is you need to push things to their most logical outcome, right? Accelerationism. Just...
Desecrators assault our world.
You know, it's like, you know, in order to wear both shoes in FIFA, you have to pay an extra $3 a week in order to, like, you know, use your Nike
unleash our wrath.
Or Adidas.
Very
and
wise.
If you don't, then you're wearing flip-flops, and Messi doesn't run that fast when he's wearing flip-flops, and you know, it's like a big thing. And so just do that. Like, make it as disgusting, as shameless.
Hostility research complete.
Advertisements for gambling for kids. You know,
speak your mind.
Pragmatic.
Destiny unfolds.
Make a video game. How about that?
Say no more.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Our time has come.
Commerce upgrade complete.
I think by now this should be
Is
fairly
it time?
obvious. Huge conglomerates just push out unoriginal, unenjoyable, and/or incomplete titles year after year.
For kids,
Yet are able to bank off of microtransactions and a lazy consumer base.
A slots tournament.
Harmony research
caring
complete.
about art outside of money laundering, or if predatory microtransactions get regulated into
The
oblivion,
future is
I highly
ours.
doubt there will be any major changes in the industry.
An auction is underway.
It's better to avoid this
I feel like the majority of microtransactions that
We await your command.
the majority of bad ones, like, I don't think that you should, by force of law, tell somebody that they can't buy a microtransaction. I think that's silly. However,
We await your command.
if you spend money on
Retribution is
you
ours.
should know exactly what you get. There should never be a chance that you get something and then maybe you don't. There should never, ever be a situation where you go from I'm getting something and then now I'm not. And it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
At
oh, maybe I'm
last.
gonna roll this. Like, no gotcha, no loot boxes. Why not? Why not is because it simulates gambling. It simulates gambling. Video
You
games
may speak.
primarily are
Death
marketed
will
towards
cleanse your
adolescents and
sins.
children.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens.
If you go
Logistics
look at,
upgrade
like, the top
complete.
100
Another planet joins the Unity.
Over half of them are marketed towards kids, and over 80% of those have loot boxes. Come on. Call it
You
what it is, make them
failed
18
to
plus,
place a
18 plus only.
bid.
Yeah, sure. I would be fine if they made them 18 plus only. I think that's okay.
Constant deluge of disappointment.
Source, trust me, bro.
Insufficient metal.
Are you really gonna argue with me about numbers?
Civilian structure complete.
You're gonna argue with me that you think that I don't remember what a number was?
Production of the item is complete.
Hope COD 37 will be marginally better than its predecessors. Instead, rather than deal with
We
the
are
void that is
ready.
the modern games industry, just go back to that golden age. A friend of mine remarked that it's sad some of the best games
Whatever
ever
the
have
Unity
already been made.
wills.
And while this is pretty
Whatever
accurate,
the Unity
it's also true.
wills.
Civilian structure
Titles from
complete.
back in the day that many
We
of us haven't
are
gotten
ready.
around to or didn't hear of when they were released.
Insufficient
They're
metal.
games often made with
Logistics
patches,
upgrade
because you
complete.
can't just patch in fixes
Planet
back in the
item
day.
ready.
They're actually complete.
We await your command.
Furthermore, strong communities for retro tiles are still going strong to this day, be it for speedrunning or just for
Whatever
enthusiasts
the
of a
Unity
particular series.
wills.
Alternatively, while
We
AAA
await your
publishers and studios
command.
have seemingly abandoned passion for green slips of
To be
Speak
fair,
your mind.
We are going to be fair to Mr. Robert here. This was he told this as a joke.
Hostility
He told this as a
research
joke at
complete.
some investor meeting. He wasn't really being serious about this. Right? Like, I mean, the thing is, you can find listen to what I'm going to say. You can find 50
Civilian
things to be
structure
mad at Bobby
complete.
about. 50 things to be mad at this dude about. Why do you have to invent 51? Stick to the reality. Stick to the facts.
Civilian structure complete.
paper. You're much more likely to find well-crafted, lovingly made games from indie
The
studios.
future is
From early
ours.
classics such as Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac,
Planet
to recent
item
titles
ready.
like Hades or Ultra Kill,
Such a good
indie
game.
games have consistently churned out innovative and engaging games actually worth
Exactly.
your time. While there are weird and bad entries in the indie scene, at the very least it's a space that cares about the art of gaming.
Logistics
along with
upgrade
the community.
complete.
Finally,
Civilian structure
you absolutely have to
complete.
play the latest Gears
We
of
shall
War
do as you
2005
command.
Or Beano's Quest. Get it at a discount. Or, at a discount. All in all, even if the modern games industry is in its dark age, it doesn't mean
Production
gaming
of the item is
There are more than
complete.
enough excellent games.
No, I think there's a lot of I don't know if I get that one, but I'm not complaining. So here's the thing, right? I think that yes, obviously gaming, like AAA mainstream gaming, is not in a good
Civilian
state
structure
right now.
complete.
Absolutely not. However, there are a lot of games out there that are
Civilian
still really
structure
good.
complete.
There's a lot of people that still put in work. There's a lot of people that still make great content, and it's like you could say the same thing.
Civilian
about
structure
art,
complete.
You know, like all the best paintings have already been painted, but there's people that
Powering
become
phase
artists every day.
engines.
Planet item ready.
I feel like you should not try to
Like, not every game has to be
Mining
as
upgrade
amazing,
complete.
incredible as Super Mario Brothers. Like, y'all remember, like, Super Mario 3?
Speak your mind.
Like, this was like maybe like 2 or 3 years before my time, but like I remember hearing about this. Oh my God, that game changed. That game was like Halo 2.
Your influence is noted. We have a deal.
It was so good.
Your influence is noted. We have a deal.
It was nuts, and so like it's just, you don't have to be Super Mario Brothers 3.
New and old to play and enjoy. Games that are free of the hollow influence of this once great industry. Thank you so much for watching this video. While I haven't covered gaming content much on this channel, outside of a video on last year's Activision fiasco, it is a topic I am interested in and fairly passionate about. The general state of gaming at present, along with my discontent for it, was something I wanted to discuss.
Your mind.
It's been a perennial issue for years now. I hope you found my perspective on this matter
Harmony
interesting
research
or
complete.
informative. Maybe leave me a
Mining
little
upgrade
comment or thoughts on
complete.
this.
Hostility
With that
research
out of the way,
complete.
shake hands with the
Military
light,
structure
subscribe button,
complete.
and
Production of the item is
until
complete.
next time, take care.
Civilian structure complete. Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Because it's like yeah, that's clever. I never thought of it like that. It definitely. Like,
We seek minds to make
this
our
video
own.
is some fucking doomer shit. Like, this is something like you record the script of this video in a room with all the lights off. But you don't have any lights on whenever you record this video. Like, that's a fact. And obviously, people are fucking pissed off about this game.
Hostility research complete.
Like, they are. But I mean, I can see why. I really can, because it's like gaming used to be so much different than it is now. I think it used to be
Civilian
so much better
structure
in a lot of ways,
complete.
but in some other ways, it wasn't as good as people remember. There were a lot of games that you would buy, and they would be bad games. Straight up, like they would just suck dick. And this happened on Super
Logistics
Nintendo,
upgrade complete.
Nintendo 64, it happened in GameCube. A lot of games suck big fat dicks, and you have a survivorship bias that exists where
The future is ours.
and you remember Chrono Trigger, but you don't remember like some bullshit like
Planet
like
item ready.
fishing game.
Hostility research complete.
So PS2's library was largely dog shit. You're right, but PS2's library spanned 10 years, and so whenever you think about it, there were a number of good games. I appreciate more people talking about this, but I do
Civilian structure complete.
that there's nothing that we can really do as nothing we can really do as gamers. Like we can't, we can't fucking rise up. We can't, maybe we make enough
Time to bid. Place of eye.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Another planet joins the Unity.
Like, you voting with your wallet doesn't mean anything whenever somebody else
Insufficient ammo. Civilian structure complete.
Nobody gives a fuck about you because they don't need to have a bunch of other people.
Civilian structure
That's how it
complete.
goes. People still gonna buy it.
Logistics
Yeah.
upgrade complete.
There it is. I'll read some comments on this. All right. Only has free battle pass.
Military structure complete.
Well, I mean, like, wish more devs did this. Yeah, but
Our
why-
will is transcendent.
Why would a developer make a game that doesn't have gacha in it? Why would they do that? Like, it's
The
their
future
job.
is ours.
It's their career.
The Unity calls us to
What if they never
action.
make a good game again? What if another game never pops up? What if
Insufficient
they-
metal.
Like that's it.
Whatever the Unity wills.
I'll turn it down just a little bit. Just give me a sec. There, I think that should be better. I'm not gonna buy a good game just because the company sucks. Is my point? Well, yeah. I mean, it depends. The enlightened.
Let
gamer
this be a
boycotts another
lesson.
person
Next
with
time,
thousands of
pay
power
up.
is a whale in your place.
Speak
Exactly.
your mind.
Gamers are not the main
Civilian
population.
structure
Gamers,
complete.
average
Planet
family,
item
$1
ready.
microtransactions.
Revenge awaits.
Exactly. And like that's the
We
kind
shall-
of, like let's see, like in a job
We
like, you can
await
pay
the
money,
Unity's
you
command.
can, have like some fucking weird relationship with the people that are in charge. Like life is pay to win. That's the point. Life is pay to win fundamentally in almost all regards.
Production of the item is complete.
The people that make the most money. Isn't that a fucking surprise?
Civilian structure complete.
People want to step away from that. That's why
planet item ready.
Was like your
a colonizable planet has been discovered. Like civilian structure complete. Our forces have engaged the enemy. Military structure complete. You may speak.
To be fair, that wasn't really fair either, but it was fair for a different group of people, so they liked it. It's
At
like,
last,
say that's fair whenever
we await the Unity's command.
Commerce upgrade complete. Hostility research complete.
A cleansing fire.
Civilian structure complete.
Shields down! Our armor is breached! Unleash our wrath. We are severely crippled. We're going down!
Yeah, okay. Now you have people that are conditioned by real life.
Our future has become uncertain.
Okay with this stuff. Because that's how
into the void.
So that's the way it goes. How else do they generate funds then? I don't think any here's my
shields offline. We're defenseless. We are without armor.
Stand by for phase jump. Military structure complete. Civilian structure complete.
Unity, protect our crippled vessel.
Destiny unfolds.
Revenge awaits.
I think pay to win games.
The Unity calls us to action.
Hostility research complete. Mining upgrade complete.
To try to compel
whatever the Unity wills.
I don't think
Destiny unfolds. Planet item ready.
We seek minds to make our own.
Is it time?
I feel like that's invading.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Freedom, privacy, whatever you want to call it. But damn, bro, if you want to buy the best weapon in the game, it better just cost $20, not 20 boxes that are $5.
Military structure complete.
That's all I'm asking. Streamers need to set an example. Nobody gives a fuck about a
item complete. We are stronger now.
Streamer $100,000. Who the fuck would turn down $100,000 to play a video game? Like, what are you talking about?
Done and dusted.
But what's going on in your head? Like, yeah, that's it.
Is it time?
We shall do as you command.
Speak your mind. Very wise.
Defense upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
Speak your mind. Retribution is ours.
Defilers encroach upon us.
We obey the Unity's will.
Listen, guys.
You will find enlightenment in death. The Unity commands your destruction.
Short, full of color. That's video games. But recently, I've realized...
Military structure complete.
We seek minds to make our own.
Desecrators assault our world. Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Inaction will be our undoing.
Revenge awaits.
Civilian structure complete.
There's been months at a time where I did not play a single minute of
It's the mogul male guy.
Well, it certainly is not because I'm a
you may
busy
speak.
and accomplished adult with a roaring career in social life.
Our time has come.
My life mostly revolves around watching you.
Unleash our wrath. Our voices speak as one.
Spending countless hours immersing myself in creative worlds, game systems, and it seems like
research rate upgrade complete.
all of my friends still have the games
Our
that they're
armor is
obsessed with,
breached.
play all the time.
Our time has come.
Those games.
At last. Unleash our wrath. Our voices speak as one. We remain skeptical.
They will join us or die. The enemy will know our wrath.
Civilian structure complete.
Their worlds will burn in the Unity's flames.
Our time has come. The Unity's will be done. Shields down!
Hostility research complete. Civilian structure complete.
We are in grave danger without our armor. We await the Unity's command. Shields are compromised.
Exploring and talking about.
I think it's a mix of things.
Yeah, no, cancer
Military structure complete.
We obey the Unity's will.
Oh, we used to have one of these.
It was the early 90s. One of my earliest was Vivid.
Whatever happened to this shit? Like, y'all remember this game? I used to have this shit. This was on Super Nintendo. F-Zero.
Inaction will be our undoing.
Civilian structure complete.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Shields down!
Research rate upgrade complete.
They will join us or die.
Our armor is breached!
Revenge awaits.
The Unity's will be done. Our armor is breached! Our future has become uncertain. Shields down! We are severely crippled.
The Unity commands your destruction.
We are severely crippled. Is the Unity with us? Unity, guide my hand to safety. Do not abandon me. Our armor is breached! Unity, guide my hand to safety. Is this the path to vengeance? Unleash our wrath. Shields down!
The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
Shields down! Our armor is breached! Our voices speak as one. Unleash our wrath.
Hostility research complete.
I gotta beat it.
This era was peak gaming and would forever solidify me as a Nintendo fan.
Tell us what to do!
I too am a
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
You may speak.
Cancel at the 11th
Shields
hour
down!
for seemingly no reason.
Is the Unity with us?
For Nintendo
Our armor
and
is
get hyped
breached!
up whenever
Our will is transcendent. The Unity's will be done. Our time has come. At last. You may speak.
Research rate upgrade complete.
Unleash our wrath. The Unity's will be done. At last. Our will is transcendent.
Little RAM pack. But now, games were 3D. Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda, all had an
Item completion confirmed.
Opened up so many gameplay options. But that wasn't all, because you could play with 4 players. Mario Kart, Mario Party, Smash Bros.
The only game you could do with multiplayer on Super Nintendo
Shields down!
really was like, you know, there's some fighting games.
Phase jump underway.
Like 3 people.
Our armor is breached! You may speak.
Like maybe a couple of
Our voices speak as one. We are severely crippled. At last.
It was great.
Hostility research complete.
Everything that benefited from the 4.
We used to have this one kid that he would always turn off the N64 whenever he would lose Mario.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Whenever we were like, you know, it was like round like 19 out of 20, we would have to be ready to fucking just like fucking.
We're going down!
Throw him down before he hits the reset.
The future is ours.
Production of the item is complete.
We are in grave danger without our armor.
Cardboard boxes and tape them up to the screen.
Research rate upgrade complete.
Took that shit very seriously. Now, by this time, first-person shooters already existed on PC, but I had the crappiest Dell that was cheap and out of date, even for the late 90s.
My mom had a computer in the 70s. Okay? I grew up with the best fucking computers.
Is it time?
But we didn't have a lot of shit, but she worked from home. She needed to use a computer.
You may speak. Our voices speak as one. At last. Is it time?
And so my mom like worked with him, and so she was like getting a computer to do that. So like yeah, like the old Osborne PCs, like with the monitor, it's like this big and it's green.
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
I was still able to play bangers like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Age of Empires 2, StarCraft. I knew the PC was eventually going to be where it's at. But for now, the next console era was upon us.
Our time has come. You may speak. Our time has come.
GameCube, but I think
at last.
It's very
Is it
hard
time?
to beat the GOAT PS2, the greatest console of all time. However, GameCube was fucking incredible.
Item complete.
Amazing.
New modules installed.
I got GameCube. That was the first one I got. I remember I got GameCube and Pikmin.
I really feel like there was 2 games in particular that defined this generation for me personally.
Yeah.
The first game was Smash Bros. There was so many more characters than the first game, so many more stages. It controlled beautifully. It was a masterpiece.
Sure was.
One time my parents made us go play outside, and so we stuck the TV up against the window and threw the controllers out there, and so we were all
Harmony research tier complete.
Through a window. And the second game was Time Splitters 2.
Oh my fucking god. Remember like they had 7 different
Your
characters?
influence is noted. We have a deal.
Titties?
You are not worth my time.
We shall do as you command.
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
Yes,
Speak your mind.
We played
Very
campaign.
wise.
The campaign was really good, and then like me and Sean and Dylan and like AJ and like fucking like Cody.
Revenge awaits.
Cameron, Zach, we would all fucking play Time Splitters 2. We did Time
Vengeance
Splitters 2
is a cruel mistress.
Like, kind of got big, and not. I mean, it was still big, but like we kind of like swapped over to Halo after playing this.
From the same developers of GoldenEye, Time Splitters would become my favorite shooter to this day.
Yeah.
The game had an insane amount of game modes, tons of characters, a map editor that you could make your own story missions. It had it all. One of my friends was a
powering phase engines.
Every time we got together, he had a couple new maps that had some interesting gimmick that completely changed the way we play the game. One of my favorite maps of his was one where it was just this square. It was like a grid of rooms with doors. And we would run around with one shot, one kill.
Is it time?
Combats. It was terrifying. If you've never played Time Splitters,
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Let us hope fear has not clouded your judgment.
But I remember this game was really, really fun to play back in the day. I loved it.
The era of couch gaming would not last forever, though. And in fact, it was soon
you know.
coming to a close. Monday, March 15th, 2004.
Speak your mind. Say no more.
Military structure complete.
Very wise.
2004 was a
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
This was the day that I created my first RuneScape account.
Oh boy.
It would be my first introduction into the world of MMOs, the genre that encapsulates
Let the
everything I
bidding
love.
commence.
The adventure, the immersion,
Exotics have been unveiled by our
I could
scryers.
play and enjoy it with my friends and hundreds of people across the world. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was loving every minute of it. Later that year, a
I
certain
never went hard as fuck on RuneScape. I really wish I did.
The future is ours.
World of Warcraft. Unfortunately, there was one issue. I still had dial-up internet.
Item completion confirmed.
Again, man, I remember my dad retired in 2003, and I was like, Dad, you're gonna need a really good computer. If you want to be able to work on a computer, you gotta make sure you get one of those really good computers. You've got to make sure that the computer is really good. That way it can run Microsoft Word.
Your presence is strong.
Warcraft 3 Frozen
We'll
Throne
consider it.
Online.
We await the Unity's command.
And
we obey the Unity's will. We offer the absolution of death.
Harmony research complete.
It was a really good computer. It lasted for like fucking like 10
No
15
bid.
years.
You missed out.
It would be a few years until I got out of dial-up hell.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, the only way I could play World of
Yeah,
Warcraft
broadband.
was either by playing at friends' house or sneaking the installation onto the school computers in the library, which I absolutely did. They were not very well managed at the time. I wouldn't hit max level in World of Warcraft until the tail end of Burning Crusade just before Wrath. But by
Your
then, World of
influence
Warcraft
is
was the
noted.
game that I played.
We have a
And it remained that
deal.
way for several years until about halfway through my senior year of high school. That's when I got beta access to StarCraft II: Wings of Liberty. My
Item
friends and I were
complete.
so
New
hyped for the
modules
game.
installed.
We spent every day in school in our computer class just playing StarCraft II. I fell in love with competitive gaming and esports because of StarCraft II.
I feel like StarCraft 2, maybe this is like a bad take and it's just like my opinion, but like I feel like StarCraft
Is it
2
time?
was the first game that really brought esports into the mainstream. Like Counter-Strike was always there, but StarCraft 2
We seek
had, like, a
minds to make our own.
of, like,
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
on it and playing.
Revenge
It
awaits.
was like a
We obey the Unity's will.
as an esport.
The anima are
Like, Unreal
restless.
Tournament, Quake.
We'll
these were
consider
all
it.
Esports before, but it was the first culturally relevant esport to gaming as a whole, and like that people would know about. From my viewpoint.
first game that I actually tried to play competitively and work my way up a ranked ladder. I would practice almost every day with friends, watch Day 9 and Husky videos, aspirations of going pro. I only ever made it to plat, but getting to plat felt incredible. I remember my friend
Speak your mind.
5 in the morning to
Our time has come. Our voices speak as one. Unleash our wrath. The unities will be done.
But it was such an incredible experience. My friends
Speak your mind.
Players, Huck, In Control.
There he is. There we go, right there.
The fleet embraces new vessels.
We also got to meet Day 9, Husky, Artosis, and Tasteless.
We obey the Unity's will.
Unfortunately, my very last live.
Is it time? Very wise.
StarCraft 2 would give way to League of Legends, which a few years later gave way to Smite, which would be the last competitive esport game that I played seriously.
No wonder he quit.
None of them really grabbed me in the same way that StarCraft 2 did, and I'm not sure any other competitive esport ever will.
I think it's because, like, StarCraft 2 also, like, the game had so much massive hype, and then also it was so, like, everybody was playing StarCraft 2. It was cool to play StarCraft 2.
We seek minds to make our own.
Personally, I think that's...
The item is complete.
This was about the peak of gaming in my life.
Yeah.
The best of it all came before, and I feel like I can pinpoint the exact year that the steep slope downward began.
2013.
And that year was 2014.
Close enough.
This was the year that
To keep in mind, that was the year that Warlords of Draenor came out.
Harmony research complete.
The year Warlords of Draenor came out, the first ever World of Warcraft expansion that I did not buy or play.
Yep.
This was the year Destiny released and was a massive disappointment. This was the year that Smite introduced loot boxes.
Ooh.
This was the year that WildStar released and failed.
We are ready.
And every year on from this point just seemed to be one big disappointment after another.
Yeah.
It felt more and more common for games to release unfinished.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Every
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Different.
Revenge awaits.
We're uncertain of our next move. Is this the path to vengeance?
We seek minds to make our own.
Shipping a finished product.
We obey the Unity's will.
The future is ours. Very wise.
Defilers encroach upon us.
In terms of being
Shields down!
Another planet joins the Unity.
Our armor is breached!
We seek minds to make our own. We obey the Unity's will.
The Unity's fleet can grow no more. Now is the time to fulfill our destiny.
Tell us what to do! The item is complete.
Categories are right now.
We are severely crippled.
Live service, live service, live service, live service, live service, live service. Is GTA live service?
We're going down!
Tarkov live service, FIFA half and half, Minecraft half and half, I'd say. Fortnite. Oh, it is, yeah, is Counter-Strike live service? I don't know. Like, Fortnite definitely live service, Dragonflight live service, Genshin.
Desecrators assault our world.
Live service.
Our fleet is trapped after arriving at a phase jump inhibitor.
Anyway, you can see how almost every popular game, and this is only.
We cannot build there.
Big. It's not the only way to look at it, but let's look at, Steam Database, for example. Live service, live service, live service, live service. What the fuck is this? Live service, live service, live service, live service. They're pretty much all live service games.
We cannot build there.
Done and dusted.
Which is also
we seek minds to make our own.
The same way.
We await the Unity's command.
The industry has grown incredibly fast since I first picked up the controller. In fact, in 2021,
mining upgrade complete.
More cash than music and film combined. A good bit of this growth can be attributed to the rise of mobile gaming, which in 2021
we seek minds to make our own
revenue in the industry. And of course, the stench of this heaping pile of cash would not go unnoticed by the insectoid swarm of C-suite executives. And with their grubby little shit-stained dependencies,
planet item ready.
They've pushed hard to make console and PC gaming monetization more closely resemble that of a mobile game.
The item is complete.
It has all the same underhanded tactics which apply psychological manipulation in various ways to pry as much money as they can out of its users in a predatory...
The problem also is, like, I mean, you can talk about how bad it is, but people keep playing the games.
Item complete. New modules installed. We await the Unity's command.
People still play Overwatch 2. Not always. Yeah, the reason why people don't play a game is if it's bad. It's not because it's
our vengeance is yours.
Unfair way.
We'll consider it.
Harmony research complete. Hostility research complete.
Last chance to surrender.
Yes, a clever plan.
Our path through phase space is blocked.
Selling back the solutions. Or FOMO with limited time, buy now expensive.
Planet item
the
ready.
Online nature of the live service model.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about how skins are monetized as long as they're not loot boxes.
Let the bidding commence.
For $1,000. It doesn't matter to me at all. But I fucking hate whenever the game is programmed and designed.
We have cleansed the planet of heathens. Military structure complete.
5 backspace upgrades, and each one.
Commerce upgrade complete.
The item is complete.
Model has primed games for these sort of exploitations. It's not complete.
Yeah, but the thing is, PoE is fucking free, and for the price of a AAA game, you can get everything in PoE that you want. Everything that you will ever need, you can get for the price of a AAA game, and it's a one-time purchase. Like PoE, yes, they do have loot boxes. L for PoE, absolutely. However, I'm still gonna say, like, I love PoE, and I don't think that they should be lumped in with this at all.
Without its pushback, though, as we gamers have been successful in combating some of these changes, as is the case with loot boxes, as we've pretty much eradicated those from most PC and console games at this point.